Magic Bear taking a page out of Reddle's book. Magic Bear had the most demos last game, finds a key demo there. And you know, if there's two demos, a double demo from Cheese, Drees will get the clear. But Luminosity have not been pulling any punches.
But being able to buy time for Trees there, but man, as soon as Magic Bear at the ball, he brings it up high. No one's there to stop him. 2-0 for LG with 90 seconds left.
Magic Bear went from his own corner. It's a routine flip reset for him, but somehow it fools Mist. Mist turns early, jumps early.
Yeah, I don't know how that
and you can tell Garrett was expecting Mist to get something. And now we see another attack for LG. Pass across to Cheese. It's blocked. Reynolds fakes it for Magic Bear. Magic Bear swats it over to Cheese. And LG are crushing NRG.
LG said, we are not leaving until the ball crosses that line. Shot after shot, and a decent enough effort for NRG to block the first wave. And LG are getting fired up. The momentum, the wind is in their sails. Double demo now for NRG to get LG off their backs, as Mist won't even be allowed to transition. Luminosity are just constantly harassing, disrupting NRG's possession. Here comes Garrett G, flip for reset. Magic Bear challenges before he could use it. Drees to the corner, and now you need NRG to really get desperate for these goals, or it's just never gonna happen.
They're desperate for it, but whether they can make it happen or not, it's a different thing altogether, especially when you've got a bear breathing down your neck.
Move to the next series.
Reynolds,
it's over.
He's inside NRG's head. They have no idea what he's going to do. He jumps on the wall. Everyone thinks he was going to touch it first thing, but no, he gets on the wall, catches it, passes it out while also going for the bump. LG are on a different level compared to NRG out on the field.
It's tough. A bleed turned into a hemorrhage. A one tap turned into a double tap. Cheese gives a 5-0 lead for Luminosity. Maybe I read this too early. I said match point earlier. It's kind of about to be with 40 seconds left. Nothing coming out of NRG in game 3.
This is a mugging. I don't know if there's any other way to say it. I mean, NRG is going to have to get new phones. Probably cancel the credit cards. They're getting taken for everything they have. I mean, that goes in, but even look at this play. Look at what it's taking for NRG to get a goal. This ball ping-ponging around.
Ooh, that is so lucky.
You know, it's not how you're trying to score. Of course, you'll take it, but with only 33 seconds left, it's little consolation for NRG in this game.
Look, is on NRG's side.
Cheese is having a series of his life right now, though, for real. Like, he's on his second hat trick, I believe, and you see him in the cameras. He's communicating. He's on fire. Had a nice tempting shot and missed. Barely just blocks it. Now someone getting shoved off there gives an opportunity for Magic Bear. Cheese with the demo. NRG just can't generate any pace, any momentum. This last seconds drained by in game 3. And NRG got one on the board, but they're gonna have to put up a lot more work in game 4 to surmount this lead coming out of Luminosity.
That's actually
Achieves in the interview, he talked about how LG might have a run to the finals, and if they keep playing like this, it might just happen. They have looked deadly, especially Cheese, who's, you know, maybe this is the game where he's officially a household name in the RLCS, because he was lights out. That double tap to close things off, and then also Magic Bear, from his own corner, the flip reset beating NRG. It seems like Luminosity is doing everything right. They have not made really any mistakes. There was the triple commit, but even that, they made it out without giving up a goal.
I don't know what that does.
It seems to be a synergy diff. That's the impression that I'm getting, which again, you can't really blame the difference here. I know you said there's past history, but NRG are still building those foundational blocks. And it's really Luminosity's fault because they don't give you time to think. NRG, as soon as they have the ball, they're immediately challenged, they're immediately bumped, they're demoed, they're double demoed, and Luminosity have almost perfect team play. The passes are on point, Cheese is on point with another hat trick, and the vibes are there on Luminosity's side. And NRG, you know, they can always take this match as a lesson. You won against Luminosity once, you can do it again maybe another time. Of course, the series is not over, but whew,
Yeah, I would advise against counting any chickens before they hatch. We've seen crazier things happen here on the RLCS main stage. But it might take something special, especially with an NRG who has not been able to get much going. This isn't one of those series where the first 3 games were so close, 1-goal games, and it's just unfortunate that NRG hasn't been able to close one out or losing in overtime. These have been beatdowns from Luminosity Gaming. You even saw the timeout from NRG in game 2, and you saw the adjustments clearly as well. Way more demos coming out from NRG that game, but still, they could not find that code offensively to break through Luminosity.
Luminosity's offense is so fun to watch with the fakes, the way they just go past the fence, the way that they just had us waiting on the goal line. Magic Bear cleans it up.
Mist has no boost since being on the wall, and you see it. He's thankful that the shot didn't go in, but literally 0 boost. And that is painful. I don't care who you are. If you're a gold 3 or you're on NRG, not having the boost in a play like that is heartbreaking. To give up a goal like that when you are forced to reverse sweep, that is about as rough a start as you can have.
Needing perfect team play to go up against Luminosity is a tough ask out of NRG, who have obviously looked way more cohesive with Drees. And look at Mist and Drees connect on the front. Drees looking for bumps. Mist and everyone's trying to get this on target. How does that not happen? And LG still trying to get the ball back, and Drees surprises us all and taps it in for the equalizer.
And you have to commend the effort from NRG here. The bounce is not going their way, but they refuse to give up.
NRG signs Zen.
And NRG do manage to tie things up. It is 1 game at a time. You got to win 4 games no matter what in the playoffs. So whether they're all back-to-back or, throughout the series, doesn't really matter. And NRG's going to have to just take that approach, focusing on everything. Hey, but the double demo going up high. How did that ball even get saved? What is happening? It's fireworks out there, Lemon.
Yeah, and this had so much power on the double tap attempt that it wasn't even recoverable. You got Magic Bear with double demos. Garrett says, I can have some of that too. Now NRG having to use that physicality that I've watched them do before. And this is helping them. Garrett trying to enable his team, hoping to pump Magic Bear. But now it's Magic Bear leading the charge right to an open net and puts it in for a lead for LG.
And you could see it all started with confusion at the midfield when Drees was positioned like he was going to pass it to Mist, but decided to keep it solo. Mist then was baited a little bit too far into the scene, and before you know it, caught in no man's land. And of course, Luminosity is going to be ready for that demo. Luminosity have the response, and now just 3 minutes away from locking in an easy semifinal spot.
Mist driving away to the corner. Cheese and Magic Bear all over him. This pops out to Drees. To the back wall, though. Cheese pushed off, and Garrett waits for his moment. Didn't want to climb up for it, so Magic Bear is there first. And so the offense disrupted as LG can't continue, at least not easily. The ball goes to Garrett. Magic Bear is back with boost. Here comes NRG carving their way to the blue half. And I like that Drees is more involved in the front. You've seen this have more potential, as Drees will not go down without a fight. And these challenges in the midfield, though, are just slowing down NRG a lot.
Garrett going for goal and slots it. There was 2 defenders in front of him. He had Magic Bear on the wall. He had Cheese in net, and Cheese just had full faith that Magic Bear wasn't going to let him take the shot.
I had full faith that wasn't going in either. I was like, James, let's break down how this is breaking down. But hey, Garrett ties it up 2-2. Drees to the corner, uncontested, goes up. Cheese trying to keep up, but off the ceiling. Wanted to get Garrett, but with Mist demoed. NRG hesitated in the box. That's dangerous. Cheese gets a demo, but the ball bounces out to the midfield. LG still recovering. Cheese using all his boost just to set it up, just to get Reynolds in a good spot. But now LG can't keep up with this ball. They have to get
no way. She's got it. She's got it.
The lead back for LG.
It seems like even when LG makes a mistake, Magic Bear did not get the shot he was looking for, but it's still a rebound.
No bounce. Turtle air dribble.
To being blocked by Garrett, but Cheese still finds a way to score. How many goals has Cheese scored in this series. He has been lights out.
Reynolds, what the heck? That was so uncalled
really
for.
is.
There was no need for him to do that.
Now LG, they know how to put the opponent's backs against the wall to make them panic, and LG just thrive in that chaos. Cheese out to Reynolds,
This is
who's
the most
locked up by
chaotic match I've
Garrett.
ever seen.
Now Reynolds removed, gives a chance for NRG to transition,
I
but
hate
Drees
this.
didn't hold the
I
wall, so
love this.
Magic Bear is
This is
a
what
lot
Rocket
of
League should
freedom,
be.
and
This is
missteps
Rocket
up
League.
to shake that up. Reynolds to the ceiling, maybe to Magic Bear. A lot of crisscross
Jeez.
applesauce in the box, and
Where's
not
Reynolds?
a lot of potential there from LG, but
Oh, that's a goal.
they're only
That's a
up
goal.
by one. It's not
That's a
over
goal.
yet. Reynolds with the dribble, and the demo gets it
You
in.
can't get
Slater's no
Reynolds out of
stranger to
space,
1v1s.
bro. Reynolds is a
He
goat.
casually throws it in
Reynolds
reverse,
is a
catches
noob,
the
though.
ball, recognizes the
Burger
ISO play,
challenge.
and that's just the end. That's the end for NRG, at
He
least on
just
that
like me
play.
for real.
With only a minute and 6 seconds left, 2-goal lead now for Luminosity, who has been giving NRG nothing all series
Oh,
long. This
imagine.
one feels over.
Does
Nice.
Drees. It's gonna lead that
Cheese.
charge on the
Drees
front.
to Cheese?
Not able to get the intended
Bro,
bump
Garrett
on the
needs to
Cheese, but a
chill.
Garrett challenge is not too
That's
bad
controlled
here,
by
but
Reynolds.
Mist didn't have faith. He was too far back, but he steps up to still salvage the play as NRG try to get an offense going. And they're cycling well, but no boost on the side of NRG. They gotta go
Nice
back
one,
to their
Cheese.
half as Cheese starts pressuring. Garrett won't let him cross. NRG's defense is stepping up. 30 seconds left though. Their offense needs to do the same thing.
Bro,
Garrett,
they
a little
need to
wide
get
on the
out.
shot.
LG needs to get out their
NRG's
half.
got to score now, but even
If we're
there
being
you see
honest,
the
that's closing out the
miscommunication.
series. Like,
Drees
this
and
game's
Mist
over.
not on the same
the
page,
series is
leaving
over.
Garrett
It's just
all
leave.
alone.
But still.
Garrett does get the first stop, but even still, that is precious time ticking away. And I think that play encapsulates
Reset.
NRG's experience
God damn it,
in this
bro.
series. Just not on the same page, not able to make things work, and a dominant performance from Luminosity.
Luminosity.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
the first series.
just a snowflake into
LG
an
is officially a
avalanche.
top
They,
4
when
team
they
in the night.
start, they
Or at
do
least for this
not
regional.
stop. The vibes are on. They got their
Well, no,
revenge
they
over
definitely overtake
NRG to
Shopify,
knock
right?
them out of the playoffs to advance to the semifinal.
Yeah, they overtake
And
Shopify.
Luminosity did it
LG
in
is a major team
sweep.
right now.
Now, I guess
Unless
according to our
M80
script,
picks it
NRG
up
got to
and
sweep
they,
them next
like-
time, I guess, James.
Actually, no. If,
Hey, you know,
if
I don't
M80 and
trust
SSG
scripts these
start winning
days.
their
They can
matches,
change
then
on a dime.
I think
But regardless,
one of the, they'll all have to
screenplay,
fight for
what do you
top four,
call
but
it?
You know what I mean?
Was this a tragedy for NRG? Was it the hero's tale for Luminosity? I don't know. I honestly have no idea
Diggs
what
had
kind
a
of
top
story
four,
this
so
was because it was so
Yeah, two of those
one-sided.
teams really
It wasn't like there was a struggle. It looked easy for Luminosity. Where was the conflict in this story, Lemon? Where was it?
It's just NRGG at this point, but they got
Oh,
to this point, and
NRGG.
that's what matters. They have
Oh
so
my
many
God.
chapters ahead of them. This is just the beginning of the NRG story, and well, I don't know if it's called the comeback or not, but Luminosity will forge ahead to the
We're trying to get a post
semifinal.
double.
We'll see how far they can get in this run, and we'll see what happens next after the break.
I mean, let's be for real. Genji's gonna beat my team, SSG, and then they're gonna beat Luminosity, and then it's gonna be over. Like, let's be for real. It sucks, but that's what's happening. Or no, I think Luminosity plays G2 if G2 wins, but they play G2. OG, I forgot OG's in here. OG literally needs to like win the event to be a major team. I'll be right back. Alright, we back. Alright, we are ready for the next series. M80 versus OG is gonna go crazy. So me, how I want this event to go is, of course I want Pirates on a Boat to absolutely murder G2. Because that's gonna happen, we all know. Pirates on a Boat is the best team in NA, they're winning worlds. And SSG needs to beat Gen G because they're my team and they need to win because I like them. So, and they also need to make majors, so yeah, that's happening. And OG needs to beat M80. Those top 3 teams just need to leave the event. Just absolutely just die, bro. Don't actually like die because they're all sick players and they seem to be good people. So don't die, but like die, you know? That shit. So yeah, that's how we need this event to go. And also, I like LG, so I don't mind that they beat Energy. Suck at Energy, no one likes you anymore. Nah, I wonder how much viewership Energy would bring in if they were actually good, though. I feel like people only want to watch, like, Vitality and Energy now. And KC, Carbon Corp. Can't pogo. Oh, squishy ceiling shot. I hate they just have like a stock card there. I feel like they should put one of the
NRG had
the decals of the
Luminosity's
teams that are
number
played.
yesterday, but today was something else altogether. Luminosity with a convincing win leaves absolutely no doubt who is the better team. And to talk about it, we've got Reynolds here with us. Reynolds, congrats on the win.
Reynolds!
Thank you, James. Yeah, as always, it's a
our
pleasure.
glorious king.
Well, Reynolds, can you just take a moment for me and please just explain how you guys
I'm
got
putting the
swept
controller
or by NRG yesterday and then absolutely dominate out there today?
So it's a team that we feel, very comfortable against. I think yesterday's loss was a little uncharacteristic from us. It was messy, it was ugly, and it was not organized at all. Which we can deal with messy, we can deal with ugly.
What happened to the stream?
And that was
What?
yeah, that was yesterday.
Well, I mean, sorry to jump in,
No,
but
you're
one of
good.
the words that really stuck out to me was comfortable. You guys are
What
comfortable
the heck?
playing NRG. Please expand
What's
on
going
what
on
makes
with
you
the
so comfortable to
production?
play against NRG.
It's a good team. Anyone that makes the top 8 of any regional, any region is going to be a good team. But it's a team that, kind of lets us have our way with them. They kind of don't do much, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean it as Miss is one of the best players in NA. Will always be one of the best players in NA. He's very defensive. Same with Garrett. Drees,
I think
being
they
the
fixed
spark
the
plug for this
display now.
team, made it a little dicey yesterday. But even with Toasty, similar thing, where it was they would let us play our game and not really put up much of a fight. But with Drees, I do respect. I see the vision they're going for, but we game planned too well. We all played too well today. They had no chance.
Well, it looked like you guys went to the film room and figured it out because this was
I
not
like the
close
audio
today.
balance
I
for
mean,
the
you guys,
stream. It's
you
working.
were dominant in so many ways. Like you said, playing your game. And I guess, I'm always curious what the pros
Reynolds
think,
are glorious
more than
king.
just what all those voices out there on Twitter or on Reddit think. What's your take on the NRG roster fiasco or the moves situation?
You're setting me up here. You're setting me up here.
I'm just curious.
I think, and I love the kid, but I think the Frosty pickup was a little rushed. I don't think he was ready for it. Going to Toasty, I like Toasty a ton as a player. Like, a huge fan of Toasty's game. It's not what NRG needed. I see where they're going with Drees, and I do like that pickup the most out of all of them. But I still, I don't think it's enough to be a major team, which, that's where we're striving to be. That's where we, practice every day to be. It's how we practice so we can beat teams like NRG, and it's what we did today.
Well said.
Well, it looks like you guys are set up perfectly to make that major. And I think one thing I want to ask, with the major in mind, and there's been a lot of chatter out there about boot camps. Do you guys have any plans to boot camp for the third qualifier, looking ahead, trying to lock in that major spot?
It's not something we've talked about. I think boot camps help a lot for teams that need to be forced and told to play the game. Thankfully, I'm very blessed with my 2 teammates. This is probably my favorite team I've been on since, SIP and Arsenal SSG, but
Hell yeah.
it's one where I don't think it's super necessary. Spare me Twitter and Reddit and all the social medias, but maybe, it's something we've talked about for sure. Before lands 100%, but I think for Regional 3 we'll probably be in the comfort of our own homes.
That's
All
great.
right, well, Reynolds, Amazing answers. Thank you again, and congrats again on the win.
Thank you, James.
Back to the desk.
That was a brutal and sincere annihilation of all things holy. Some are calling it the worst energy crisis since the 70s. Luminosity obliterate the General on their way to the semis.
19 goals to 6. 19 goals in 4 games. That is just not something.
That's 3x, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Energy were still connecting to the lobby in game 1. Okay, let's forget about game 1. Okay, things looked a lot more normal after that. Maybe I'm picking up the James Cope bit, and I don't even have a contract. So, Luminosity, I mean, they downloaded Energy. Whatever happened in that last matchup, Luminosity completely turned it around, and you heard it from Reddles, the biggest threat on the other side with Drees, and kind of that unknown factor that he brings. And once they shut him down, it's all over.
Gibbs, I mean,
there's not a lot to say, Wave. It was a 4-0 stomp. We're going to begin the playoffs now. Welcome, everybody, to Saturday. Here we go, because Energy didn't show up.
Okay, but
it's rough. It's rough.
help me as a lifelong competitor of many different disciplines and a former professional player yourself. Help me as the Rocket League viewer who watched the event yesterday and watched NRG 3-0 Luminosity, and then tuned in today and watched Luminosity 4-0 dominate NRG. How do you resolve these things? What is happening?
Rocket League is a very hard game to play. Hard to play consistently. When you're a little bit off, those small mistakes will lead to easy goals for your opposition. And I talked about it with Luminosity. I felt like they gave away that series, a lot more mistakes. As long as they polished it up, they would be better. I didn't expect this necessarily, but there's something about 8 hours of sleep with Rocket League players, and it changes how they play the game, good or bad. I'm not sure. It's very hard to pick apart that like on a desk or analyze it in terms of like, yeah, like I'm going to pick Luminosity. They did just lose that team 3-0, but it's because of the consistency of where you think these teams will wind up. Again, that's why I think a lot of the players don't really like having to play in the open part like every weekend, because it is so difficult to play consistent Rocket League day in and day out. But Luminosity, they showed it today.
They showed up well. They get to play on Championship Sunday against the winner of our next match, M80 versus OG. Gonna be a crazy one there, folks, but the other side of the bracket looking spicy as well. Again, 3 more matches. We're gonna play through all of our quarterfinals here before we are done for the day. So let's talk about the next match. We're gonna be getting the team that is gonna play against Luminosity here. OG, the surprise challenger. Nobody thought they were gonna make it here except for them. They believe themselves, and maybe Lemon I think
same side of the
they would probably make
bracket.
it through to this point.
No
here.
way, bro.
Trying to do
That's
it against
actually
M80.
crazy.
Yeah, both these teams have surprised us a lot. I have M80 as like my dark horse. I think they have my hottest take for this bracket is that I think M80 have the potential to go to the grand finals through the bottom side. I think they're just a really frustrating team to play against, and the best part is their defense. M80 are exhausting to play against, like physically. They break up every pass. They protect their backboard. They like to play back and focus on counterattacks, so you always have 3 people to deal with at all times. You can't catch M80 off guard on their defense, and that's where they're really solid. And once you get really desperate for goals, they go for these man advantage counterattacks, and M80 have been consistent, I think, throughout this qualifier.
And speaking of consistency, well, I can't say that about OG. You know, they've been up and down, more so down. You know, 0-3 in qualifier 1, they start 0-2, but then they finally found that spark. The pros power
didn't make
them
a roster
ranked
change.
number
That's
4.
actually
They
so
thought that they would
surprising to me,
make
but they
the
kept
major,
knowledging after
and
Tom,
now,
and they're back to top
because
8.
of their bracket, they have a good shot at making it to the grand finals. They have to get by M80, and M80 is a very good team. I think a lot of people now will say that they are probably the 3rd best team in North America right now. But you gotta do it on the weekend, and M80 has not done that yet. AJ, he popped off in spring. He's been fantastic. He moves over now to M80, and he's looking lights out yet again. But here's the stat wave for you. 21 times
half the
a
players
team
got no
will
neck, and the
begin
other ones got like
0-2 in Swiss and then make it to the
crazy.
quarterfinals. They have won twice in the quarterfinals, 2 and 19. So it is very unlikely that when you start 0-2 in Swiss and make it to this quarterfinal round, that you will actually win that following match. It's never happened in North America.
See, he's like
once
in the
in
middle.
Sam and once in EU. So The odds
then,
are against OG, but the odds could be against
then you
Joreuz
got
as well with
Nas.
M80 because they probably have the most
And the neck
quarterfinal
is
losses
gone.
as a 3-0
The
team.
neck just
So
disappeared.
we'll see which record breaks here. I don't know. It's tough.
But he's better than me at the
I
game.
got to
so
cast probably the
can't talk shit.
the ugliest series between OG and Dignitas, which
thought
had
they
my
were about
hopes
to say
low. Like,
something
yes,
else.
OG
Yeah.
swept, but it wasn't a good series out of either of them, and we didn't get to see how they swept incorrect in their very last match, but things have picked up since then for OG. But I think M80 already have the pieces in place right now. But like Gibbs said, it's all about how you play on the day.
These
I'm gonna
teams
get a
have to
drink.
show up right now. I mean, OG, you talking about like the lack of consistency from this team. They've either won or lost. They so far they did all their losing, and now they've started winning.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll see what happens here, folks. It is very, very difficult to get a read on how well this team is going to do, but they have earned themselves this opportunity. We'll see if they can pull through. I mean, if you're looking at like a player v player matchup here, as we're like scanning through the cameras here, is there a 1v1 lineup, Gibbs, that you've got your eye on for this matchup?
A 1v1 lineup, you have to talk about Nasta, one of the best 1v1 players in the world. So you got to expect if he has open space to make great goals out of that. On the other side, you have to talk about AJ. Oh, I'm sorry, AJ's also on 80. My apologies. You got to
He
talk.
likes everyone
like,
on M80.
I really do. I really do. On OG, I'm like, maybe a J-Naps. I want to see that knapsack come out, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know.
Yeah. My peaks are between AJ and Noli. I think Noli has super high potential, and he has to be the one I think that carries OG to victory.
Okay, none of us were brave enough to predict OG on this one.
No.
Quickly here, Gibbs, what is the recipe for victory for OG?
Hop in the knapsack.
that's fine.
I don't think
Train
there's
is the
much of a
answer.
chance. I don't think there's much of a chance.
Okay,
really don't.
we'll see if they can do it, chat. You guys, this is going to be a wild one, chat. It has M80 as well as us, so there's a very clear favorite here, but OG did not earn this opportunity for nothing. We'll see if they can do it. OG versus M80 here. The winner gets to play against Luminosity. Which one's going to be the more difficult opponent? We'll find out, folks. This is going to be a crazy one. Let's get into our next quarterfinal.
It took OG Esports 6 series to finally wake up and arrive in the new season. But now they're here. Can they keep the momentum from yesterday going? Well, they've won their last 9 games. M80 stands in the way.
And M80 trying to break into that top 4 spot. Everyone's been calling them Swiss merchants. Let's see what they can do in bracket.
All they can do now is throw one up high where Calm can't quite catch up to it. And it's given away to Nas. Such a disappointment last time around for M80. I mean, both teams were disappointed in their runs in the end, right? Because OG, of course, goes 1-9 in the Swiss. But for M80, with all that promise, go out in the quarterfinals to Shopify Rebellion, who doesn't exist anymore. As Joreuz will score, he was the low man by far coming into this series. A boatload of assists, but now he's scoring.
Yeah, this one really just comes down to the free shot chance, right? There was 2 demos in the back end. OG double committed on the shot. They were trying to get back in time. J-Nap's last back. He got bumped in the transition. If you are going to send everyone forward, you have to be sure. But I have liked what I've seen from OG in the opener here. They have been able to create opportunities, but defensively, they're letting things slip through. This one quickly off the kickoff. It'll be Nas with another goal.
All defensively, not where they want to be. And a team that doesn't strike you as one that is going to erase big deficits. So they've got to find a way now to erase this early 2-goal deficit. They do have plenty of time. Noli down to Calm, and he's demolished. The irony taken out by Nas. And now J-Naps trying to set up Noli. Not going to happen as AJ booms it away. And M80 repel OG in their first solid attack of the game.
Yeah, definitely good read there. I mean, again, earlier, those 2 demos were done by Calm. Now you see Nas, even on the defensive end, understanding, let's just take Calm out the play, make him awkward. But you have to pay attention to OG. They're being able to get this ball on the goal line. Their opportunities have been strong. If Calm wasn't demoed on that last play, could end up with a goal. J-Naps, though, Holy, nice shot from J-Naps. You see this lineup. Beautiful pop by Com. Naps wastes no time beating AJ and pushing that into the back of the net.
Ooh, OG with the goal. I didn't expect OG to have a goal already.
So OG does answer
I know I
back.
haven't been here, but
They still have some work to do. Got a lot of time to do it. It's Nas.
Reset by
AJ
Nas.
running forward.
Ooh,
Not
nice little
finding
pop.
anybody. And
Nolly?
Jory's on his way back, so
Where's
OG
J-Naps?
can start cooking. Nolly grabbing that midfield boost in behind J-Naps, but a good win by Jory's will bring
it looks like they're just getting
M80 back
outplayed.
into the attack. Couldn't take out Nolly, though. He's
This
just
could end
ahead
up
of the
being another
play.
sweep.
See what
Doesn't look
AJ
too
can
bad.
do with this. Might be able to chase this
For,
down himself. J-Naps a
yeah.
little too far ahead of him, and Nolly goes to work. Is J-Naps going to factor into this play? No, he's not. Jory is making sure to play away from everybody and keep possession that he gave it away.
Uh-oh, but a little too far forward. Now he's got it. Oh my
Nolly.
goodness, they turned it on a dime.
Nolly,
What
our
a
goat.
counterattack from OG. Watch everyone from M80 just turn
real-
around.
a real
realize
North
they're in
American
danger,
player
but
right
they
there.
just can't get
Hell
it
yeah.
back. Execution perfect on that transition.
Oh my God, Com's hairline.
So that slow
hurts.
start completely erased. This is exactly what OG needed.
OG just
Nolly.
needed me to show up and
Right down the side, and he would have taken it all the way if not for the efforts of Jory is taking him
Jory?
off the field. Now Jory is looking for AJ. Can't find him. Back and forth they'll go, waiting for someone to blink now. Nas shot blocked away. This time by the combination of Com and Nolly. AJ couldn't take out Com though. You wonder how much of a target Com's going to have on his back. Yeah, I mean, his play style, you know, obviously it's polarizing. Most people who understand how the game works don't have a problem with it. But the big problem is if it doesn't connect, if he's not racking up demos, if he's not being the
Ooh,
disruptor,
Jory?
at that point you become a bit of a liability.
Of course, but that's what a lot of players though, and that's when it just comes down to can you execute? Com, the reason why he even has that that thought process is because he can execute. So it's never really going to be a question there if whether or not he's on the play. He understands the
AJ?
risk he takes every time, but smart players know when to and when not to. Com's just been that much effective, and so has OG so far this game. They've had a couple close opportunities. I'm a little concerned, making sure that they don't overcommit. There's been a couple
He's
of double
cooking?
commits in the back
Wait,
end.
Com.
We obviously saw the one that led to the first goal of the game. They have been cleaning things up for the most part, but again, just making sure. I can see sometimes a player seems a little bit antsy, whether or not they want to go for the ball, and that indecisiveness could cause errors. But right now, they're looking really solid.
Well, he's got a demo there on Nas. J-Naps out of the play. He was
Nice.
over on the other
Nice.
side. Now he'll come back in.
only it
Com
was on
diving in
target.
after Jory as Nolly stays way back. And that means he can play this ball. J-Naps up
Double.
early, try to let him.
No way. M80's about to lose.
Oh
M80's about
my
to get swept.
goodness, J-Naps is having a game. Look at this. 100% goal participation. Jory's had to respect it as soon as he went up. He
Jesus,
saw
J-Naps.
Naps with the ball, but there was nothing he could do to stop that
The
from happening.
knapsack
J-Naps just
himself.
that efficient.
All right, everybody. After
G2 made a
the first
mistake. They should
regional,
have
y'all
kept
still
J-Naps.
think he
They
should have
would have
retired?
won Worlds already.
Still got it. Here goes Com. Over one. Can he take out Nas? No. Nolly's there, though, and that play by Com was enough of a disruption that it really made Nas
Oh, Jory,
uncomfortable.
chill out,
Jory
Jory.
is back
You're not.
ball.
What?
It's open.
Easy
It's in.
clear.
Did they just psycho?
Inside the dotted line.
I don't know if he
J-Naps
shot that
adds
or if he
another
skinned it.
trick.
Man, what?
Okay,
just
he
what
shot it.
awareness here from OG.
thought he just
J-Naps will pick
psychoed.
up the hat trick. 3 for 3. He's popping off. He's popping off. The team's playing so well. This is a great start going into the series for them. I know a lot of people thought M80 were going to be, taking this series under their control, but OG's definitely shown you got to fight for that. Not the best touch though for Nabs here. Com able to get back in time. Again, a couple of double commits there. No one
Jory
didn't
is?
really know when to go,
Oh, he's
but Com
cooking.
was able to bail him out.
That's a double.
Still
What?
plenty of time here in game one if
AJ,
M80 want to get back on the
something?
board, but they need to start
Right out the column.
really
The
playing
Naps?
for each other here.
Bro,
a couple
what
of
is-
demos
what are
as
they doing?
AJ takes out Nolly, who just got finished taking out of
That's
Jory.
50 by Nas.
OG
Com's
still able to
there?
get downfield, still able to put pressure on.
Bro, if Com found the backboard, that was a goal.
I'm sure M80 wishes
My
maybe they
ears
could
just
play in the
cleared and
MENA
felt
region
so
where
good.
their
Oh my God.
bracket part of it would be played on Friday, because on
Yes.
Fridays they seem to be money. Saturday, not so much, as they have seen the full force of what this OG is capable of. M80 scored the first 2. OG answered back with 4 of their own and have rolled to a Game 1 victory.
That's with the closing goal, but doesn't really
Game
matter.
1 going to OG. Time
Actually, it kind of
ticks
does
down.
matter because that'll
You
give
got a nice
M80
little
a
solo
little bit.
play there from Nas.
Actually, yeah, that was a crazy
Beautiful
goal.
foot reset. Over Calm too, right to the top left corner.
That'll
But
give
doesn't
them a little
matter.
bit of momentum
OG
going
takes
into
his
game
first
2.
game. They set the tone here, and it does feel like this team's really starting to play with a lot more purpose and playing with each other. It looks good.
Yeah, OG is.
In the end, it
I'm
becomes
glad they
just
didn't
the
make any
one-goal
roster
victory
changes
with
after
that
Regional 1.
last second goal by Nas. But how about OG? I mean, just the bounce
They got
back.
picked up
I
by,
mean,
like, a
we can
huge
harp on
Oregon,
their
and they just
numbers
started losing
from the first
everything.
regional all we want, but what matters now is how they've done this weekend. If you look back at the Mobile One high performance replay, and again, first minute of this game belonged
What
to
an
M80.
excitement there.
Woo. The next 3 belonged
Who's
to
it?
OG. J-Naps, double tap.
On the J-Nats, my
Oh,
goodness.
man, yes. Hat trick for J-Naps and an assist, by the way.
Yeah.
So, you know, casual 100% goal participation.
Hell yeah.
Just a brilliant performance out of the longtime G2 veteran. Now finding himself
670
with Calm
points.
and Noli on OG. Look, the faces are different, but the game remains the same. And this kind of old guard here trying to hang on for all they're worth seem to be worth pretty
The
much
old
in that
guard.
game.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, you have to give credit to the JNAP's performance there. Definitely helped the team excel. I mean, Kaminoli got him a lot of space. He made great use of it. M80 are going to make adjustments here. That's going to be the biggest thing going into for the rest of the series. You got a hot start, OG. Make it worth it here because M80 are about to hit you with everything they got. Here we go.
See if they can pick up where they left off. J-Naps, he was up so early, but that time just off
Ooh,
the mark.
Con Dustin.
Noli
No.
and J-Naps
Wait,
unable to
Noli?
connect.
Oh my
Noli
God,
tries
I thought that
here
was
a
goal.
double, and AJ's got it away. Jory is now out of the corner, and nobody else there. Calm forces everybody away.
Oh, good pass. Joris puts a shot on.
The save under the bar.
Whew. Close. Things kind of turning here on a dime. But so far,
Jory.
been a very manageable game.
Nolly?
Good demo on the
Nolly?
back end. You know, Joris'
Nolly?
long boost, so Noli trying to force the pressure. Khan actually waiting on the wing there.
Yeah.
Ball went right to him. Great positioning. He's been reading the 50s well. Good little fake challenge from Noli. He knew Nas had the ball, just trying to get him off of it. And now Khan able to get a little bit
Bro,
more
no-
room.
bro, OG
really
needs to chill
hard.
with these
I mean, the
demos.
way
Both
they
need-
approach the ball.
both teams
Okay,
need to
is
chill
it better
with
for
the
me to
demos,
take this
bro. So
challenge,
much
or should I
chaos.
leave it for my teammate?
Con gets dusted.
You're starting to see them really utilize that up and down the field. Everybody
Wait,
so
that's a goal.
smart with how they're
That's a
approaching
goal.
the ball. And
Nolly.
Nolly got it. Great 50 in.
That
First
was
goal
just
to
a 50
OG.
into the net. Hell yeah.
This is not what you're looking for. AJ's forward. Jorius gets his pocket picked, and Nas just can't catch up to it. And an awkward way to give
Bro,
up your
M80
first
is
goal
just not the same team as
after
us.
getting outscored. Well, now they've been outscored.
Joris
5-1
is just
since
a
scoring the
Swiss,
first two
Swiss
goals
merchant, bro.
in this
He
series.
can't lose in Swiss. But as
Here's
soon as he
J-Naps
gets the championship
looking for the
weekend,
same spot.
it's
AJ's
over.
got this one away. Defense is actually home this
M80
time
is
for
a top
M80.
8 demon, bro.
Now Nassau
But they just
Nolly
can't
clipped
get
that one
top
too.
4.
So again,
I say that, but
slowing
the
down
series is
M80.
nowhere
They're not
near
able to
over.
move at the pace they want. Calm, can he center this ball? No, Nass is in the way. But Noli will try just a little bit high.
No, it will try
Again,
just
the
a little bit high.
opportunities are there for OG,
I'm not a rapper.
where they certainly weren't a couple of weeks ago. I mean, M80, they're kind of playing with fire here. They're letting OG get very, very close to their net.
Yeah, it just feels like, look, they're slow to the ball. You even saw that there. Joris, he
yeah.
probably was going up to force
Epic
from AJ
setup.
on the back wall. But even with AJ with that possession, still can't get it. Joris getting beat right in front of his box. This is just really tough. And oh my,
J-Naps.
what in the world is up
J-Naps
with
just hit a corner
J-Naps?
double?
This man is on fire. Look at what a shot.
That was
And
just
that's
a
off
shot,
the
but
bump, by the
still,
way.
that was
He was
insane.
going
What the
for a
heck?
double in front of the net. He gets
This guy was
knocked
not
out
that
into the
good.
sidewall and decides, okay, well, I'll shoot it from here then.
J-Naps has
And
never
what
been
a
that
missile
good.
it was. 2-0, 3 minutes left.
Wow. I mean, the demo play, the way they've been moving around the field has been effective. I will say, though, for M80, it has been kind of a struggle looking at them move upfield. They do get one, though. Good play here from Jorius. Leaves space for AJ and then just goes to disrupt upfield.
Yeah, Calm
Nice, AJ.
gets knocked out of the play
Oh,
here.
yeah. Con got blasted,
Had it all
bro.
lined up. if not for him. AJ with his first goal of the series. Back within one
Bro,
is
I'm
M80.
I'm
Got a
not
lot of
feeling
time
the
to work
titanium
with,
white
similar to
feathers, bro.
game one.
J-Naps needs to take that
where
off, bro. It's
M80
working
scored the
for
first
him,
couple
bro.
of goals. We're seeing these pre-jump
Wait, no, it's
plays
not a
out
white feather.
wide
It's
open, way
this stupid
downfield.
decal.
Didn't work out this time for OG, and then J-Naps making the stop on the other side.
M80 definitely playing a lot of
Nolly on
purpose.
the
Oh,
off
Joris didn't get the
hell
boost,
yeah.
so he's got to back off. You see Nas with the ball, has AJ middle. Nas gets demo, but the ball will go towards Joris. He doesn't have a lot of boost, so he's got to pre-jump it. And does do so, but 50
AJ.
still
Ooh,
in favor
pitch.
of M80. They're
Wait,
trying
Nas
to work the
got
ball
that.
upfield. It's
Joris
just been
can't
really
do
tough
anything
because
here, though.
OG's on top of
Yeah,
it. And
Com's got it.
they give up so that it's just
Com's
they don't
not
give
the
up
play.
any space. It's really hard for M80 to take ball control. and
Ooh,
really
nice
use
nollie.
those solo points that can break down defense. I say that, and Joris, he had to barrel back, the ball going towards his net. Looked dangerous as Com was threatening with the demo, but Com knew he wasn't going to be able to make contact in time, so he pulled off.
Contact.
I would have liked to see Com at least try to follow through with that play. It might have actually yielded some results. Noli thought about coming up. Instead, he turns back. He can slow things down, but AJ keeps the play progressing. Lining up a double. Drop down in front. Nobody
Ooh.
home. And Noli will just leave it off for J-Naps, but it's disrupted by Jorius.
AJ's
And
not doing
AJ jumps
nothing
in
here,
front.
bro.
He takes over now.
He's unfetting.
AJ
Why is
from the
AJ
wing.
unfetting?
Demos galore
That's
as
why they're
J-Naps
losing.
is deleted.
Joris
Here
is
comes
just
Joris
Joris
again.
is a pathetic player.
And
Still.
again, Com has that on
And
the
Nas,
back
bro. Nas
line.
is
Can he
a
get
pathetic player.
around
Why is
Nas?
why is
Yes.
AJ unfetting,
Yes.
bro?
But Nas did just enough to get that to Jorius.
So looking a
J-Naps.
little awkward here. Haven't been able to catch up to the play. Joris back. He's up early, but Nas went up
Huh?
too. Joris gets
Oh,
bumped.
J-Naps scored.
Not only
No, he's
too
not.
far away from the ball to really take advantage of it, and Nas, he's able to turn this one back into M80. A minute remaining. They've been trying, but I mean, OG have cut off all of their passing
Nolly?
lanes. Anytime
Shut
someone
that
takes
down.
the
Oh, that's
ball,
a
they
little
don't get
downfield
that
though.
much control, and it's been hard for people to get boosts. I mean, Joris has zero boost going upfield right now, trying to take boosts while Nas is fighting for his life in the back end, and AJ's getting demoed. He still didn't
Nas?
pick up 100. He's got 30
Untouched,
here. He's trying to
work.
still stay in the play, but this goes to show how tough it's been. Nas almost able to get something going there, but Com even blocks it off. They are running out of time here. Final 30 seconds.
I'll be right back.
Jorius going to work. Got around Noli. Going after Com, and Com stays above the play. Brilliantly defended. Now J-Naps left that off where AJ can take it. Noli there as well. OG have been forced into the shell. Can they keep M80 out of their net? AJ with 9 seconds. Dive bomb onto one. Kept it central. Com with a big clear. Has his flip. No, and he could not get more contact. Doesn't matter as the ball killed right at the end. And OG hangs on. But this time around, Daz, they had to work extra hard to hold that 1-goal lead.
Yeah, they did. M80 was trying to knock on the door, but I do enjoy the way OG was able to manage that because, again, they cut off anytime someone was on a solo play, they cut it off. They were able to deny a ton of boosts. I mean, Joris specifically had a really tough time of just being able to fill up past 50 boosts. He was just driving past, trying to keep the field position, didn't want to give up field position, and wanted to obviously keep offense going for M80. But the fact that he wasn't able to get enough to where he could do more on the ball really kind of limited his opportunities, and so also limiting M80 because Nas and AJ really had to dodge a lot of demos and make work with what they had. All in all, that's just due to how well OG was moving around the field. I really enjoyed seeing it, but we play on here.
Okay, yeah.
And M80, I don't think we got a timeout out of them. So they're going to keep going. I mean, to be fair, it has been, that game was very, very close.
Yeah, Nick opting to hold on to that timeout. Down 0-2. Still have it in this best of 7 if they are facing quadruple match point if this continues. Look at OG, though. The last loss they had after just a miserable start to their season was 1-0 when they were getting swept by Adam, Knight, and Oath. And everybody thought, okay, stick a fork in them, they're done. All of a sudden, OG is halfway into the semifinals. Looking for top 4 or more out of decidedly the easier half of the bracket. We're underway now in game 3.
Something's got to give. We'll see how well M80 can work on the fly. Right now, OG, though, playing with a lot of confidence, and you can really see it. Even Com here Most people would probably try to like fake that. He goes straight in for the 50, took his time, lined it up well. And look, it's giving OG a lot of room. Then it's open. Noli just has to hit the shot, and he's not going to miss a free one. First goal to OG. They strike early again.
It is the biggest mystery to me how this man can't stay on a team. All he does is perform at an elite level. And every roster he's on, they're better for it. Here it is again. Now AJ trying to fight through Calm. That drops down in front, and Noli, of course, has the clearance. He'll chase it downfield with Nas there. And now it's Calm with Noli running interference. Got a piece of AJ, but AJ recovers. JNAP bringing it back in. What can he do with this as Jorius tries to bring it out of the corner? It's Noli again trying to set the table. Maybe even score himself. Just a little too slow on the shot.
Ooh, bad aerial from Calm. He wants to keep that in play and make control of it. But OG had a lot of pressure out in front. You saw JNAP's running interference. Noli just playing low 50s. That way the ball goes for Calm. Nas trying to do that same thing for Jorius, but just couldn't get it in front of the net. Good defense from OG to block that out. And oh my goodness, JNAP's up so early for that to try to put it on target. Now, and maybe trying to get it the other way, but Nas, you let that ball go. JNAP's has it 1v1 versus AJ, puts the testing shot on, but AJ has the block.
Noli missed on that waterfall effort by millimeters.
Yes, OG's winning.
There's Calm now. AJ up to meet him. Clean win. Nas running underneath, and JNAPS make sure to go back towards Noli. Good team defending there out of OG. And now JNAPS just ahead of Nas. But AJ thought about running onto one here. Only one man back, it's Jorius. He's giving that one right to Calm. Does he have another touch? No, it's cleared away by Nas.
Oh, Noli not able to get the best touch, but look at that. Calm pass to JNAPS. JNAPS opting to control. He's got 0 here, so not much he could do if he wanted to. Calm in a tough spot. He's got to reach to get there. Jorius was trying to take advantage of the demo in the back end. Calm able to deny. JNAPS brings it all the way downfield. These teams are trading left and right, trying to get that strong counterattack, but no one has been able to find the mark. The defense has been able to clean up. Either way, halfway through this game, OG still in front. They have shown no signs of really giving up a game to M80 yet, but M80 is trying to push the issue.
Well, Noli's got JNAPS downfield, trying to disrupt AJ and throw him off. It did not work. And now Nas on target, but Noli will recover. Over to Calm, who has to take this himself with Noli taking off the field. He got around AJ, and he just about got around Jorius, but nobody else is there, thanks to physical play this time out of M80.
No one got that corner, so Jorius picks up the corner there. We'll see if that helps here as Nas gets the first touch. Jorius actually jumped early. That's a big double commit. They got numbers the other way. Calm's going to take the boost. You see Jorius flipping back. He gets the corner. Now he's able to set up for defense. JNAPS, though, misses that one. Calm plays it low as Noli has to get back. Can he get the stop? No! It sails all the way
They're not
in.
good.
AJ will score, and MAD tie it up, but chaos as that play went down.
Bro, what? Where did Noli go? Ooh, what a bump. Jesus.
Just enough. And with 99 seconds to go, we're all squared. One apiece. Is this the window here for M80? Another demo. Nas just following through, but Calm is past. AJ, tough spot out of the corner. Well enough defended, but now this drops in front, and Nas has to clear it away. AJ's there with a minute 20. Chance for M80 to take their second lead of the series, but instead, clearance from Calm and M80 forced to reset. That demo certainly helps, though. Jorius couldn't land on it, though, and couldn't play the ball any further.
Noli has to get a big win here. Does get it straight to Calm. Calm trying to set up a play. Noli looking for the bump. Jorius is able to get back in time. JNAPS wants to keep this one in play. A minute to go. It's looking really awkward here for M80, but they're able to kind of break out. Nas not able to get the redirect. AJ plays this one high. OG have really been setting up some good opportunities, but sometimes they just kind of mismanage where and when. Noli, I've seen Nolan and Khan try to both set up upfield for bumps, but then when the JNAPS hits the ball off the backboard, no one is there to get that follow-up. Maybe a chance to kind of clean things up here. Score something late. 30 seconds remaining. Anybody's game. Infield pass. Nas tries to test the backboard again, but Noli turns it into a transition play. JNAPS, can he beat Jorius? No. Jorius, big challenge to stop a potential play for OG, and M80 try again.
Final 13
Ooh,
seconds
Nolly?
before we
Oh,
head to
close.
overtime. J-Naps right at Nas. Well, that could have been real scary if Nas had followed that play up. Last charge
Jordy
now,
is
maybe
Pete.
from M80.
You
Will we
said-
head to
oh, you
overtime? Sure looks like it. That
Can't
was
even
headed
flip reset. Let
network,
me
but
show
with
you
no
what
time
we've
on the
done
clock,
already.
it's OT.
Okay, big OT here for M80, chance to really turn the momentum of the series around. They've been
I was
playing
setting
well.
up. I was
and
setting up. Let me show
OG,
you how it's
their
done
lack of being
Jordy's.
able to execute may come back to haunt them,
Good.
but M80 also
Bam,
have
reset.
to get things going
Yeah,
too.
yeah, Jordy's.
Been a little shaky, but not too
almost
shaky
like that.
as they
The
have
game
just been
kind of
trying
threw,
to get that
but, like,
disruption play.
I lagged. Nice
Oh,
like
what a
that.
win there by Nolly. He
AJ.
just can't stay with the play. There's nobody else following it. So now AJ has all day to play this ball, and he probably took way too long.
Naps?
J-Naps trying to center. It's going to go way
Close.
after midfield. And that means Nolly can't play it, so Calm has to go all the way back, grab that corner boost.
J-Naps is such an iconic player,
They
bro.
bring J-Naps into the play. Sure will.
so glad to see him doing really
J-Naps.
good.
You see OG's plays have been a lot slower and more deliberate than M80's. They've kind of opted for more of a quick strike offense. And M80 have kind of picked that apart here as
Calm?
the game has gone on.
Calm?
though.
Yes.
Oh, he couldn't get the flip reset and nothing else brewing.
And J-Naps went there
AJ,
too.
AJ's not doing nothing.
Nolly's
AJ
up
has
early
no
to try to
mechanics.
stop the counter and does end up working out. Things were definitely
AJ
slow and
wishes he
Jory's
was
did connect on the
eligible,
ball.
bro. Like, get out. Great. Sure,
So
bro.
J-Naps is going to play it low. He'll get demo for his efforts, but he does bring the ball downfield slowly. This is good for OG, but yeah, they have been playing a lot safer. That earlier on in the series, they were just playing really fast. I mean, almost pre-jumping on a couple of shot opportunities. But now, as
Jory
things are
hits to
safe,
come.
will it be effective, or will this slowed down speed give M80 an opportunity to catch up?
I think as this game slows down, it does favor M80. Even though Calm is on the other side of the field, I think M80 has been the better physical team. They've been able to disrupt all these kind of slow, methodical plays out of OG and put them in awkward spots. Infield pass and the shot goes well
Ooh.
wide. And now J-Naps in
Nice
transition.
combo by AJ.
It's a slow
And
one. He's
nice
going to drop it off to
combo by
Calm
AJ.
instead
Nice-
with the full midfield
nice
boost.
demo by AJ.
Waterfall
Nope.
down, and that last touch played it away from
Demo
J-Naps.
awkward.
by
It's only Nolly to
Calm.
beat.
Is that
And they
boost?
just
He didn't have
hits it
boost.
downfield. Jorius is there.
Damn it.
M80's on the board.
Yeah, I missed it. What
Right
happened?
place, right time.
Bro,
Look at the
are you
pitch
serious?
from Naz, straight to Jorius, all the way downfield.
really just
Nolly
happened,
tried
bro?
to
No
scramble and
way.
get back, but he had nothing in the tank. And M80 turned this game around and could
unfortunate.
potentially be starting to turn the series around. Well done. The perseverance pays off.
It does, and now
Lucky-
if you're
lucky
OG,
game.
I think
Like,
you're going to do
honestly,
some
lucky
soul
game.
searching because all those tricks that worked for those last 5 or 6 goals are not going to keep working. You're not going to be able to take forever and set up a deliberate play. Things have to be a lot faster. And if they're not,
They're old, bro. They
M80
can't go fast.
could just walk through the rest of this series.
Yeah, they could. I mean, the way they've looked so far, I mean, you talked about it, the physicality has definitely been there, and you can even see it in the numbers. 5 demos from AJ, 5 demos from Nash, 2 from Jorius. Almost just as much as OG, but no, that physicality, they're hitting OG kind of with a taste of their own medicine here. And in that series, it forced OG to play a
OG
little
called
further
the
back.
timeout, maybe?
Once you finally start to
Nah,
see them
not
push
quite.
up, they were pushed too far forward and with low boost. That was right when Nas and Jorius decided to really flip things on their own head. Because for Jorius to be downfield like that, and Nas opted to
Yeah, that
pass
was
it to
just
him,
psychopathic,
that play
bro.
is
I don't know what the
insane.
fuck was
But that's sometimes how you have to win here in the top 8.
Only 3 teams racked up more demos in the Swiss rounds per game. Akron, G2, and Luminosity. M80 just a shade under 5 per game in the Swiss, and they are gunning for OG all throughout this series. There's one as Nolly takes out Nas, so it goes back the other
Ooh,
way. Calm
Calm.
shot is blocked by Nas off the respawn.
So Calm already getting a shot on. You see OG.
That's a lucky respawn, honestly.
Back and play a little faster here.
Nice catch by Bass. Also, I want to
Big
see
one from
this
M80.
reset
Turns things around here for
Yeah,
the series. Makes it anyone's game.
button. Oh,
But
nice
ooh,
by Bass.
OG, I mean, they get things on match point early here. Does wonders for them in terms of the confidence. And don't necessarily know if M80 had what it takes, but they had a slow start to the series, but now they are starting to ramp up. That one is going to go in from Nas, and here we go. M80 on the board first.
Bro, our M80 really
Who
better
makes
take
fewer
this series
mistakes?
from OG.
That's what this series is going to come down to. JNAP just kind of got caught out there on the side.
I mean, these are both pretty much
Nas
import
recognizes
teams, but
that,
Nolly not
takes
being
advantage, take what the
NA,
defense gives you.
and everybody
Physical play
except
also
for
playing a factor
AJ
here
on
early
M80 not being
in
NA.
game 4.
There's 3 NA players
Now
and 3
Calm.
EU players on this
Up to
team.
the heavens, he has his flip reset, and it doesn't matter, it still goes in. That went off the defender.
Ooh,
Did Calm get
Calm?
one more touch after the stop? No.
No, that was it. AJ
Calm.
just misread it, and it's kind of, I think that actually goes off AJ's car a little bit too. Really unfortunate for AJ, and all that work M80 did for the first goal just doesn't matter after that misplay.
Indirect pass for Dane Abs,
Oh,
indirect shot, and he almost followed it up. There's Nolly, shot on, and AJ had to be wise to it. Jumping down from the crossbar to make the save. Now Calm, going to work, now swats it away, but J-Naps is right there, and so too is AJ. Well defended on both fronts, but now it's Jorias, through the corner. Got the boost steal there, and that goes harmlessly across the face of the goal, courtesy of Calm, as AJ now trying to bring it up to Nas. Can Nas do anything else with this? No, he can't. Nolly's got the clear. And bodies forward here for OG. They've been very aggressive in the early stage of game 4.
AJ buffing Nolly.
Partially to their
Calm
detriment.
to J-Naps?
But it also worked out
J-Naps.
with their last goal. That shut down, and Jorius
That
with
was
the
so
save.
close by
AJ with a chance here
J-Naps.
to control, sees Nolly, can't get it over him. I've been keeping eyes on AJ, making a couple of plays off ball. The reason why Nolly was slow to that follow-up, but yeah, you saw OG numbers advantage. Didn't quite work out there because AJ read the play. He saw Jorius in trouble and then just decided to cut the play out. Now he ends up trading demos as the ball rolls towards the net here for M80, gets saved away, and now things are starting to slow down a bit for them, but for OG, things are starting to ramp up. You're starting to see them get more aggressive. They are trying to opt into that, just the demo play, making M80 as uncomfortable as possible. Has worked out big time for them. Nolly, no, hits the crossbar. Calm follow-up. It's a light touch. Nolly has to go back, and he actually ends up making a touch to cut out AJ. Could have been a transition play the other way from M80, but OG, good read on the situation.
Okay, J-Naps got it out. Nice.
That could have been a little awkward for OG defensively.
J-Naps?
J-Naps! J-Naps running ahead.
I'll go for
He'll
OG.
convert
I'll go for
with
OG.
the defense
go for OG,
recovering.
yes.
That touch from J-Naps was needed.
Nice,
What a
just by
fit.
As
Nolly. Or Nolly,
AJ
by Nolly.
might have got there if not for him.
Yeah, I mean, the 50 for Nolly's perfect. J-Naps with a good follow-up. It's just Nolly giving back from J-Naps' one pass to him in game 1. He returns the favor there. Excellent play transition from OG. When it comes down to really scoring on kind of
Nice bump
quick
by J.
reaction
Wait,
drives,
Nolly?
OG's
Oh,
been
nice
there
catch by
every single
AJ.
time. They really haven't failed in that aspect. And maybe have to be careful when they send too many people forward, because that's when they're weakest, and it seems like that's when OG's strongest on offense.
Oh, AJ. Bank was open and Calm shut the door.
Nas did literally nothing.
Jorius. Drop down maybe for Nas. No, he played it to the back wall. Now AJ again trying to get back into the play. That goes away from Calm. Nas can stay with it. It's Nolly to beat. Calm filing in behind him. And it's Jorius and Naps that fight to a stalemate.
Ooh,
J-Nap's able to
I
stay
wanna
with
get a
it,
Murray pop.
and he can get it downfield.
Control there oh, but AJ messed up. Poor recovery. Could have been a chance for him to control the ball. Nas gonna put that netward, and it would be cleared away from Joris, but it's cleared straight to Calm. Big double. Calm! What? What the?
Calm?
He just picks this up and scores. Forces
Calm.
a double commit here out of M80. Both Nas and
Calm,
AJ go.
what?
No one just wants to wait for him to get the extra touch, and they pay the price.
Why would
Sometimes
they
you throw the ball at the net
That
and
should
good things
not have been a
happen.
goal.
Imagine that. The defense
M80
has
is
not been
falling
either
apart
side's strong
defensively.
suit
Like they
in this
can't.
series.
They can't play
It has
defense.
been a shootout through and through.
They leave their net
J-Naps.
open so often.
Netward easily dealt with by Nas. Joris is right there, but that will fall to J-Naps. He'll drop it off for Calm. Calm trying to get one more touch. He can't. J-Naps shot easily dealt with as that goes all the way across. Now Nolly, just a soft bouncer that AJ will get the easiest save he's had of the series. And now we get into the final minute.
But
And
things things are going exactly. I don't mean to cut you off. But
Yes.
things are going exactly the way
Joris
OG
did-
want them to
actually,
go.
no, you got it
Get
down
the
to
offensive
AJ.
pressure
Nice shut
up
down by
front.
Com.
You see M80, even though they're clearing the ball downfield, what are they doing afterwards? They have to play defense because they give the ball straight to OG. And OG, they've been effective moving the ball upfield, so they're going to continue to do that. This is how the rest of the game is going to be played. This is how it's been played for the first 30 minutes, or 30 seconds, I'm sorry, of the final minute, and it seems that's going to continue to be the case. Look, poor touch there from Joris. Com has a lane, forces that to Nolly because he knows Nolly's behind him. Everything is just killing the clock. OG have things locked down
OG's
as we tick
playing
down
is so
and
smart.
potentially go to a match point for them.
Certainly looking like match point now as JNAP's going to starve some more boost out of the M80 end. And the dam has broken here as OG get right back on the winning side. Ball touches down.
Bro, this is actually
OG
fire.
3, M80 1.
Like, this is insane.
Match point, and surely Nick and M80 will have to take a timeout here to
Yep,
figure out how
got it.
they're going to get back into this series.
Yeah, the timeout
Yep,
was
timeout
crazy.
definitely called there, and M80 now chance to talk
Tom's
things
little
over.
smile was crazy.
But I mean, there was in this game particularly. Sure, OG's effectiveness was there, speed was there, getting to the ball quickly. They had 16 shots that game and 5 saves. Offense was the name of the game, and it worked out big time. Everybody on
Bro,
that team
this
is
series,
defensively
yes, not
sound,
even gonna lie.
so
Like, you
don't
can't
necessarily
lie.
worry too much
This is
about
such a
what's
good
going on in the
series.
back end when they're all playing good up front.
Total
Demo's pretty much
demo?
the same. OG only
No.
one more this time, but the total
OG was
number
one
is a
more
lot
demo.
lower than it was previous
When
game.
OG has more
I would
demos,
say
OG
overall
wins.
things looked a lot cleaner, but that being said, for M80, it slowed their offense down. They weren't able to get things going because they didn't have a lot of space. OG controlled that space, and M80 just was so tough for them to even get too many shot opportunities, let alone effective and quality ones. And then the defense, I
better be
mean,
in
it's
top
only a
14
matter of
regional
time
too.
before things broke down here. So
Match point.
understandably, big time out because lots of momentum going on for OG. It feels like they have M80 figured out.
And for M80 fans, they have to just be shaking their heads going, well, it's happening again. After a brilliant Swiss performance, after, again, just housing Gen G, they find themselves looking way up
Yeah,
at
this is
their
just a repeat
opponents
of
in the
Original 1.
quarterfinals. 2
Yeah,
weeks ago, it was Shopify Rebellion. Now it's OG, a team that people had written off after the first qualifier, and for good reason. They're back from the dead, led by a brilliant performance out of JNAP's hat trick in game 1. He's got 5 in the series, and now M80 has to find an answer for that. They have to find an answer for Calm, and all the while, they have to be able to score on their own as well.
You think about the individual players on M80, and they all shine in their own right. So someone has to kind of step up here. Once we see that level of impact that we know all of
The
them can
egg.
do,
We
could
get the
be
egg
something that
view.
helps change the series. But of course, we play the games for a
Oh, I
reason.
love
Did
that.
the timeout
The
work?
egg view goes crazy.
Nick, what do you got for us? M80, what do you have for us? Backs against the wall here. Chance to go out top 8 again. And for OG, can they close it out? They're so close to a top 4.
We talk about the impact of coaches so much, and listen, all Nick has done with just about every team he's had is win. Maybe not for as long as he would like, but everywhere he's been a winner. JNAPS follows this play up. Calm chasing Nas
JNAPS?
deep into
No
M80
boost.
territory.
Yeah, gets to get back.
And Nolly can just circle
Jory's
around for a
cycling?
shot. Jory's
Why
the
is he
initial
cycling?
stop. Second touch to try and set up AJ downfield, and
Ooh,
instead JNAPS
whipped by
intercepts.
Jorius.
That comes cleanly
Only
out,
Calm was there.
and it's Nas downfield. Jorius
Ooh,
thinking about
Calm
coming
bumped him
on,
into
and
the ball.
Nolly just there instead. It was kind of awkward there in front of the
Open
OG
net for
net,
Nolly, but he
and
couldn't
that
get
kicked
there.
out in a
Didn't
dangerous
expect
spot,
AJ to
but
shoot it.
M80's dealt with it.
50 at the Calm.
Doing pretty solid. Kind of keeping things close here. First minute,
Cleared by Joyous.
OG
Pops out
looking for
Nolly.
infield pass
That's
play.
the
Look
choice
at
to get it
Calm.
to Joyous.
Now
Calm.
JNAP's free ball, lots of time. Not the best first
JNAP's
touch. Got to
free
catch
throw
up to it,
from
but still
Joyous.
ends up being out
Pumped
Joris.
by
Nas
Calm?
gets demoed by Com, and
Ooh.
AJ has the save out.
Scary.
JNAP sends it across. Nas there with the intercept. You see Com having to rush back. JNAP can't get the touch, but AJ is not going to be able to follow and put a shot on because he was demoed in the back end from Nolly. M80 have the ball upfield, but you can see OG just able to really get in front of them. The first man going for the ball initially, anybody who's not in the play is going to demo the second guy up, because even if the pass or the 50 that the first guy on M80 is trying to do doesn't work, there's no follow-up, so it buys someone else time. So effective so far, and that's why we haven't seen something really from M80 at the start here, but they are trying to work. They have kept this ball in the blue half for at least the last few 30 seconds or so, when it gets back into their back wall.
Ceiling poke.
Well, that's a little revenge demo on Calm, and then Noli through traffic. Well defended. I've said that often about either side's defense, but it's worked out this time. Now challenge ends up with a shot just high, and now Jory is going to work again. J-Nap's out there to meet him. Simple stop. No real rebound opportunity.
Calm?
I think that's got to be the key. That's one thing that OG has done well, is J-Naps dives in here and makes a save. There have not been many second or third chance opportunities. That one close from Nas. Jorius can't do anything with this central. Everybody kind of jammed up there for OG, but it works out as Nolly will break free. And Nas will barely catch up to this, and J-Naps giving a little token pressure, and it worked.
It does. Kind of forces them off a little bit. Even M80, who are trying to get more physical, they are just barely missing the mark. But Jorius doesn't miss on that shot. Defense gives him a ball for free, and he hits it home.
M80 gonna bring back the series.
there, and J-Nap starts to come up as well, and with Noli there in position to make that challenge, I think J-Nap's maybe read that the ball was somehow going to get past him and not
You're not Vitality.
Physics
Even
ball
Vitality couldn't
out
do
to
it.
the back wall, and after that, he's completely out of position, and M80 takes advantage. That one just barely wide. See if OG can recover, or can M80 expand on this and drag themselves back into the series.
Whoa.
Jorius. Up there's that demo in the back again. Khan trying to demo AJ. Noli brings this one high. Nas off the respawn, though, does get back in time. And even when it looks like M80 are trying to pressure OG on the net, they're just setting up to turn it right around on them. They can't get comfortable.
Nice by Khan.
Tom got around one. He tried to dive in Jory's way, and AJ could not get the redirect.
Oh my God.
The net was wide open. He'd love to have it back, but there are no do-overs in the RLCS.
Oh man, chance there to cement the game. Jorius, though, he's got a chance. Reads the 50 perfectly, puts the shot in. M80 up by 2.
Well, that worked out perfectly for AJ. Great challenge to bring that over. He knows Jorius is off to his right. Perfectly done. Joris, right place, right time. Minute 15 to go. M80 expands their lead. Opportunity, though, for OG off the ensuing kickoff. J-Naps for Calm, and it was deflected on the way.
Not over. Never mind. Good 50 by J-Naps.
50's on the back end. OG wanted to make something happen there, but nothing doing. A minute to go. And you see M80 just playing so much more spaced out, so much more confident on the ball. Any mistake OG makes, immediately punished. AJ picks up the third goal from them, but it really comes off the cut for Nas, catching the defense off guard. No one able to make contact, and it's a free net.
Game 6, OG goes to series 4-2.
So once again, M80 off a timeout. They find a way.
North America will prevail.
Surely
These
have this one in the bag here in the final minute.
Genji and M80.
Up to AJ. Net is open, but Noli just gets back in time.
OG
Nick
was
timeout
the
pump.
original gangsters.
Pays off yet again. That shot, that's easily the best opportunity OG has had. It's been cut out and swatted away by Nas as we just go through the motions now in the final 30 seconds.
That's the game.
But what a turnaround out of M80. I mean, we've seen them outshot by a million, and they explode for 3. Calm will add one here. We get some style points out of it. But unless something catastrophic happens here in the last 18 seconds, it's too little too late.
Something catastrophic
That's a big goal to bring it down to 2 with 18 seconds left. That's where we're at here. If the kickoff would have worked out, I think OG could have been in a much more favorable spot. They could make something work here. J-Naps, touch off the sidewall. And before that play even could start to breathe, it was cut away by M80. Time ticking down. M80 not done
team
yet. They
that beat
survive
Gen G.
and force a game 6.
The team that swept Gen G
Champions
yesterday.
Field sitting on the
What
horizon
can they
here.
do?
This is already better than they fared against Rebellion. Remember, that one was either a 4 or 5 gamer. That certainly did not go to 6. Nothing did in the quarterfinals last time around. So good to see M80 battle back. They give OG a dose of their own medicine where they faced 16 shots
Shopify
in the previous
destroyed
game.
them last.
What is
That's
it? It's 14
that's
coming out of M80 this time
event.
around. 11 combined between Jorias and AJ. And you see the results of that timeout. They just had OG on the back foot time and time again, taking advantage of lackluster defense.
Yeah, and you know, I think you had made a point about demos as well, sending a player upfield. I think M80 started to
Okay, Tom had
understand that,
6 demos.
changed up their approach a bit.
Bro.
This was less demos than even in the previous game before. The numbers been going down, but the offense is going up. So you're starting to see them really take advantage and understanding, okay, wait, if they're going to send 2 players forward, this gives us a lot of space. Let's start to take that space and utilize it. And M80 are doing
Timeout
just
by
that.
OG.
When they are on the offense, still playing for each other, of course, still trying to make OG uncomfortable. But OG on the
I
back
thought
end
OG
have
was
not
called
been
timeout, bro.
as effective as they are normally when they are putting on a lot of offensive pressure. So here we go. M80 a chance to force a game 7. OG still have a couple of lives left, but it's starting to slip through their fingers. Can they lock it down?
Back to the Coliseum for game 6.
I hate AJ's wheels. I hate
Tom
them
has
so
J
much.
Naps waiting very patiently underneath. And Naps can't do much with that ball thanks to the
The
defense
green
out of
boost,
M80.
bro,
Here
it's
goes AJ.
disgusting.
Dory is starting to creep up as well. Nas has to retreat. And J Naps completely whiffs.
Bro, the green
Brought it back
sparkles
down
are
in
just
front,
not
and
it.
AJ's got to boom it away. Calm being very conservative there, not diving in, and a good thing. Now he will jump into the play. J Naps up high off the backboard. Nobody else could follow that up, so it looked good in theory, but there was nobody in position. Now J Naps in position for a shot. Nas has the save. Calm has that pinball around off him and Nas, and AJ will finally clear the zone.
Nice free ball midfield.
Ooh.
Air dribble. Got the flip reset. Used it to get a bump, but J Naps back, more control. Nolly gonna try to chase this down. Forces AJ to kind of throw it away. He dives though, not to give Calm too much control. J Naps not able to get that one free either, without someone from M80 cutting off the space. Big read there from AJ straight to Jorius. You see him trying to pass in transition. Looking very solid in that aspect, but not enough. Both teams, rotation-wise, have really tried to deny
AJ,
the
get
other.
there.
Maybe a chance here.
AJ
No,
can't
AJ can't
get
catch
there.
up to it. So
Oh,
it'll
he's
go
not ready
right
for
over
it.
the empty net.
In an alternate universe, AJ's got about 10 goals in this series, but here in reality, just the 3. He's been so close
Naps.
so many times. That
Ooh,
kicks
good
right
fake.
out to J Naps. He'll bring it to the back
Bump him.
wall. Try to kick it out in front
No,
for
he get
Nolly,
him.
but Nas is
Oh,
in the
good.
way.
Nice
And
shot, nice
AJ
shot, good
sweeps that off to the
Ooh.
side. Calm has the read, though. He's going head hunting, but Nas goes above
J-Naps is
him.
there.
J Naps again from the ceiling.
J-Naps.
No.
That hurt my
Flip-
throat, bro. I'm
Nolly
sick.
and
I
Calm
can't be
both
getting
went.
inside of
Calm did get bumped
Damn.
backwards though, so a chance here. Yeah, he can still be more involved in the play. You see J Naps there in that
Ooh, I
back end
thought Nolly
rotation,
felt
but
good
M80 they all have the ball. Demo to set up a lane. Nas is gonna score an
No.
open net. Last back couldn't even get to the play. M80 completely destroying the defense.
Here's 1 and 2.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Inside
Cringe
3.
demos, no
1-0.
skill demos.
M80 giving OG, giving Calm a dose of his own medicine.
It's only cool when OG does
There
it.
is Calm.
It's
Will they
only
get it
cool
back?
when
It's
Tom
open for
does it.
J-Naps, and he converts.
It's only cool
Did I say
when
did we
OG
say
demos.
1-2-2 to Lucas? My goodness, it happens again. This time, Calm picks up 1. J Naps puts the shot on. There's the 2 to lead. Hear it in the background. You couldn't even see it. Wow. Back to back, Calm literally hitting them with a taste of their own medicine. They said, we can do that too.
Damn.
Just 6 seconds later, revenge served cold, wide open.
Nolly.
Set up
Nolly.
by Calm.
You look away and you miss it. Nolly
kickoff
plays that one
goal.
quickly off the kickoff. Beautiful touch from Calm. Gets it off the defense to force it down, and it's an open look. Back-to-back goals here for OG. This is bad for
That
M80.
could
They
close
have
out
to
the
start
series.
shutting this down. Oh,
knowing
no.
this
Now,
event.
Jen-
Oh, no!
Okay, yeah,
Kickoff,
series is over.
Glorious
I don't
can't
care if
get
there's half
to
the
it.
game left. Their
It's
mentality is
perfectly
destroyed
placed.
after that.
Which way did he turn?
2 kickoff goals.
2 there off the
Turn
kickoff.
upfield.
Oh, no. Not in a match
Hey,
point
boy, your
situation.
Bro.
This is
I'm sure it'll
disaster.
turn into an EUNA debate in some way or another.
It will.
Definitely not.
NA's
All
better.
weekend
Our
in
leftovers
EU.
team
Anyways,
is beating some of
J-Naps
their
out of
best
the
players
side
that transferred.
with a 2-goal lead
NA
now.
better.
OG have completely turned this game on its head. Calm with the flick. Easily stopped by Jorius.
J-Naps now just trying to play this one close here. This one gets sent across and see Jorius trying to pinch that one. This one goes straight down. He was looking for a ground pinch.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
Still able to
honestly.
maintain control of the ball, playing very close here.
And maybe
AJ
just
could
keeps getting
beat
shut
here
down.
as well. I think Jorius hit the
Torment's
corner boost. So look, he tries to
minions.
turn on it, but he got
Otherwise,
bumped actually.
Tommy's
Nasto
minions
on the
are
play.
taking it.
Has AJ
No way.
and Jorius upfield.
Tommy's
Jorius trying to set up AJ
minions.
waiting on the right wing, but not able to get a
top
chance to
14
shoot
in
there.
North
Instead, tries to
America.
try to cut the play off. Nasto, good rotation back, able to keep this one involved. And Jorius, who's upfield, can turn on it. Still, so much good field possession, but they just let it go.
No.
Now
calm.
OG with a chance.
Calm,
Come on,
J-Naps.
J-Naps, and you cannot give him that for free. Snipe him, Naps.
Father time 0.
Father
J-Naps
time.
8. My gosh, he just keeps filling up the net.
Damn.
And that
J-Naps.
almost certainly the dagger.
Also, that
Unless
flip.
M80
great.
has a brilliant flourish left in them.
Yeah, that's the game.
Jorius
I'm sorry, but that's
wins
the
that
series.
50, but he can't get around calm. AJ and Nas forced back. AJ, a little delayed taking charge there as Nas retreated to the net. Jorius on target and in with
Hold on.
1:18 to go.
This is not over. Look at
A
this
little
from
bit of a
Nas. Sees
resurgence.
Jorius on the wing. Catches him
Nothing
too
to-
far
nothing to be
forward
worried about.
again. We've
We
seen
still got
OG get
this.
scored on time and
Come on,
time again
OG.
like this. They've got to lock it down. M80 have fight left in them. 1:18 to go is enough time for them. They tried something off the kickoff. It was a little close there. Nas was the one who made contact with the ball, but you see Noli, good control to bring it into midfield. No one able to follow it up. M80 has to take advantage of this field positioning. Instead, they let it go. It's rolling slowly into net, and no one's home.
Okay, yeah,
It'll
game's
be
over. Series
another
is
for
over.
J-Naps.
OG moves on to top 4 to play
I was
Luminosity.
about to say no lead is safe in North America.
Either
Not even this
Luminosity
one
or
is. It's
OG
still
are
over a
going to the
minute.
grand final. I'm so happy about that.
I'm a
Finally,
believer
it's
that
not just gonna be a
M80 can pull
Gen
this off.
G2 grand
We've seen
final.
stranger things.
Thank
I'm not.
What in the world?
Okay.
Okay, well, that kickoff didn't result in a goal. Anyways, AJ right at Noli, and that's possession for OG. And the longer they possess this ball, the longer they kind of surge into M80 territory, the more unlikely a comeback becomes. They're trying to get creative now, digging
Hey.
deep into the bag of tricks. It is not working. And now, OG fans can start to breathe just a little bit easier.
Light touch here. Yeah, this one.
How do you not root for OG,
You have a lead
though?
as big as this.
Honestly, M80 is
with the
op,
time
bro. Like,
allotted.
come on. OG,
It's most likely going to be
OG
locked
is just
down.
like the
You
community
see that
team.
from
Like,
OG.
you can't root against OG.
As they are picking up a 4,
I mean, sure,
that's got to
like,
cement
90%
it.
of the community used to hate
6-0
Colin.
out of
But-
6 of those goals. J-Naps has 5, shooting 5 for 7. His impact cannot be understated. He's almost about to drop 1,000 this game. The way he's at 921 right now. Well done, J-Naps. Well done, OG. They actually faked the kickoff to give him some more points. He had a free save that put him at 973. But time will tick down.
And that's
And
the series.
OG.
Wait, J-Naps with the
Talk
J-Naps
about a
with the
bounce
double
back.
reset.
Welcome to the top 4, gentlemen. You guys definitely deserve it.
Wow.
And
How about 10 goals out of
going
J-Naps?
0-3 in Swiss
Yeah.
from last
He should retire,
event.
right? Give me a break.
And
Oh,
now
man, still got it.
they're top 4.
As he drops 5 in the final game from 7 shots, part of an 11-shot barrage in the clincher in Game 6. And OG keeps their major dreams alive, for that matter. Think about a possible 16-point weekend for the squad, perhaps, in this half of the bracket. They'll have Luminosity tomorrow in the semifinals. And for now, they can all just sit back and relax and watch Murderers
Space
Row
Station and
half of the
Pirates on a
bracket
Boat are like the
take over.
toughest
What a
bracket ever,
performance
bro.
out of JNAPS.
If there's one
What a
upset and then the
performance
other
out
favorite
of
wins, like let's
OG
say
Esports as
SSG
they
beats
bounce back
Gen G
in the
and
biggest
Pirates
way
loses to
possible.
G2.
Top four
Then,
bound.
then
We've
SSG
got
has
two
to
more
play
quarterfinals
G2
coming your way
and
right
Gen
after
G
this.
back to back. Having just beat Gen G, they have to play G2 the next day. Like, what the hell? We be getting the most unlucky brackets. That's quite the series. Gen G Mobile One Racing versus SSG. What the hell? Oh no, I messed up the overlay. Well,
OG Esports bounces back in a big, big way. They took 2 shots at closing out M80, and now I'm joined by Calm, the enforcer of OG. Calm, hey, the last time we talked in this kind of setting, you had 2 very different teammates. So first of all, talk to me about JNaps and Nolly. How great is it having them working alongside you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure getting to play with these guys. For once, I'm the youngest on the team again. First time since I joined with Gimmick and Tor. It's great being able to play with 2 mature guys that know how to win, know how to lose, know how to play as a team. I feel really confident, like, in our ability to bounce back after a bad performance the first regional, after a rough start to this one. I have a lot of trust in those guys, and it's been an absolute blast playing alongside them.
And a lot of that plays into how you guys have bounced back, right? I mean, you guys kind of manage your expectations well as a more mature bunch. I mean, everybody in the region expects you guys to be in that top 4, maybe even top 3. You didn't live up to that the first time around, so what has these last couple of weeks been like as you guys have bounced back?
Yeah, so we noticed it can be pretty easy to get roped into overthinking and trying to play a certain way and put yourself in a box when we realized, like, that's not who we are as players. All 3 of us are really good at doing a lot of different things. We just need to go out there, trust our first instincts, and play. We kind of overthought a lot in the first regional and in the start of this one. And we were hesitating, we were getting beat to balls we shouldn't be. Whereas we go out there and we just play like it's scrims, we play like it was an off-season tourney, we play just a style we're comfortable with. We know that we are just better than a lot of other teams.
You know who was better than everybody else on the field today was JNaps. He drops down 10 goals in that series. I know you guys were probably trying to get him to 1,000 in that last game. How about his resurgence from the first event to this one?
I mean, he's one of the fastest players I've ever played with. I played alongside Beast Mode, who for the longest time, said was the fastest player in the world, but also playing against JNaps for however many years, I've never been beat to the ball more by someone. He just gets up. And I think when we kind of took him off the leash, we just said, all right, we're going to go out there, we're going to play how we're comfortable. He's so fast to following my touches, so fast to, like, challenging the other team. He's just an incredible player. He's very annoying to play against. I've been on the receiving end of a loss from G2 back in the day so many times. But, I mean, yeah, credit to him. A lot of credit to Nolly, too, as well. Nolly's one of the smartest players I think I've ever played with, and he plays a manner that I would never play, but he makes it work, and he does a lot of things that I would never even consider, and they work way better than I could ever imagine.
Well, coming up now, tomorrow, you've got Luminosity. I mean, if you believe the rumors from a year ago, you were almost kind of in with that group. So what are you looking forward to most, taking on rlcs and Magic Bear and Cheese?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to going out there. I know they're a fun team to play against because I know how much effort they put into it. I know they're probably already in their Discord server right now going over the games. They were probably watching that series. They're crafting something up for us. I'm looking forward to that. I actually went and got coffee this morning with rlcs, so we were talking about our matches coming up. So, you know, hope we'll be playing each other tomorrow. Wish each other good luck, and I'm looking forward to that matchup for sure.
All right, Calm, thanks for joining me. Congrats on the win, and best of luck
Executed
tomorrow in the
casual,
semis against
win.
LG.
Thank you.
The roller coaster continues to rise. OG silence the doubters, and they earn a shot at the grand finals against Luminosity tomorrow. How about it, folks? Every one of us predicted
to go for a
that
cycle.
M80 would take this one down, including you, Chad. You all thought that M80 was
M80 can't play
no,
top 8.
OG show up in
They
style.
can't play top 8.
We got a
They
rope
just can't
chat
do
for this,
it.
but I just want to apologize to OG. Didn't respect the game. I was like, we haven't seen it. You know, it's 3 talented players, but they don't have any quality wins yet. Because I think Utah series was also a little bit, like kind of rough by both teams. But they come out here and they just put the pedal to the metal. I loved the demo game, as always, that we will see. But that was involved with 2 players on OG. But M80, you're a 1v1 team. You got 1v1 players. The amount of boom ball that they were playing, I just don't like it. It's like, you're 1v1ers. Go up in the air with the ball. Did we watch Europe last week? You know, top 4, they go up with the ball and they're just booming it downfield, and then comes like, I'll just get a free double tap off the ceiling. That's fine, you know. So like, M80's got to figure it out. They're still in a great spot. I know everyone's going to count them out, because they've had 2 3-0
M80 needs to
Swisses,
go back
2
to
quarterfinal
EU.
losses, but they're in a great spot to make the major. They just got to get over that hump on the weekend.
We got to move on quickly here, but I mean, Daz, I mean, did this match give you more exclamation points for OG or more question marks for M80?
More exclamation points for OG. I think everyone on First Touch believed in the OG bounce back. Even yesterday, Bates actually predicted this down to the scoreline. He was on my stream.
Wow.
So I think a lot of us at OG expected OG to have that strong bounce back. No disrespect to M80, but it's M80. They have to prove that they are not Swiss merchants. You know, like that's their biggest thing right now. So it's just that conversation is going to kind of continue until they get into that top 4 spot. Whereas OG, a lot of people knew the type of players that were there, what they could do. I understand going with M80 though, because M80 actually that was their second top 8. It makes sense. But yeah, no, you know, you gotta keep eyes on the OG squad, especially Naps. Naps was, whew, I loved watching him. It was beautiful.
That was incredible stuff there. All right, so the bottom half of the bracket is now complete. We have 2 more matches on the day before we have our top 4 set for Championship Sunday here. The next one here, a special one, Gibbs' highlighted match of the day. Space Station taking on Gen G Mobile 1 Racing, a battle of the golden teams here. Who's going to take home the top 4 spot? It can only be one, Gibbs.
Oh, I love these 2 card decals. Oh, beautiful. But it's a proven match again. Like OG and M80, that was a proven match. OG finally shows it. I need to see that at a Space Station now. I think many people had that power rank number 3. The pros had them power rank number 3. But they keep falling to the top 2 in G2 and Gen G.
Yeah, we've
Gen
literally
G
only
is
lost
a
to the
little
top
bit
2.
vulnerable right now.
Gen
Sure,
G
their
and
offense is
G2, we've
amazing
only
when
lost
it's
to
on,
them.
but we've seen it before, twice against M80, once against G2, that when it's not clicking,
Hopefully,
everything
Gen
is
G are
falling
throwing.
apart on that squad. Space Station has to be aggressive, has to get that challenge game down, put pressure on Gen G, because once there's pressure on them,
Gen D
their
does not
offense
look
goes
like they're
from,
going to throw.
4
I can
goals
tell by
game
how Chronic's
to like
looking.
1 goal a game. So that's what they got to do.
You can tell by the look
they
in his
gotta
eyes.
prove that they're a
He
top
wants it.
team in North America. Do it here, do it now. Don't blame the format, don't blame the brackets. Just get the W.
Fair assessment. I agree with what you were saying, kind of about like Gen G.
I'm turning
when
off
they
Rocket
look
League
off,
because
it
this is
looks
my
really
team.
rough. I'll say the same thing
We
though
need
about
this.
Space Station Gaming. You look back into yesterday, even with the Luminosity, them getting the win in that 5-game series, when they looked off, it was very obvious and let games run away from them. They have to come out and be very clean. I think if Chicago, as he played later on in the series, he really started to come to life, and it was kind of like a Chicago LJ back-to-back duo. If they get that,
Alpha Cap is a fraud.
Alpha Cap a fraud. Cap, if you're watching, exclamation point, help! Fight back, please.
Players hold up signs now.
But that being
we
said,
need chat on this. Where's
yeah,
chat?
Space Station Gaming, they've got to lock it in here.
Yeah, Space Station Gaming, they're on fraud watch as well. You know, sure, they went 3-1 through Swiss, but 3-2 versus Akron, 3-2 versus Luminosity. Okay, that's quality. 3-2 versus Pirates on a boat. All right, like it Chiefs is the GOAT. I get it a bit, but you need to start winning these series more convincingly. Because you lose 3-1 to G2, you get the 5 seed, and that's why you're here right now playing Gen G. All right, you need to beat the teams below you more confidently. But now coming into this, again, yes, it's a tough bracket for them. We'll see what we see out of Gen G. They are weekend warriors, so you expect the very best out of them. But I just need to see some life out of Space Station.
I will say, Space Station does have more to prove, to your point, Gibbs, more to prove in this matchup than Gen G does. In my mind, Gen G's goal is just to make it back to the grand finals and take that number 1 spot back from G2. They're clearly the number 2 team in the region, and that kind of is a trap for this match. There isn't much for them to win in this match. If they beat Space Station, everyone goes, yeah, sure, you were supposed to beat Space Station here. They've got to keep their feet grounded. They've got to realize that these steps are just as important as the last steps if they're going to want to get the win here. So we'll see. Can SSG use that fuel they got for this match? We'll find out. Do you think they're going to? Let us know. Hashtag SSG for supporting Space Station. Hashtag GGM1 there, folks. And let us know who you think is going to take it. Daz, is there any chance?
GG Mobile 1 Racing, put it up for me. Oh my gosh, it's
Shut
the
up,
easiest
no one
thing
likes
ever
you,
possible.
Daz, or no
I
one
didn't mean,
likes
I didn't mean
you.
to peak the mic, I'll turn it down. But what I will say is, bias aside, I feel like the way Gen G's looked has been shaky. Yes, the M80 loss was really tough for them to deal with, so to speak. They didn't look
Yep.
good that series,
Uh-huh.
but they have already
SSG.
they have the record against SSG.
Virtual
I don't see
custom
any
mount.
reason, unless we see something uncharacteristic that from SSG.
We're
Genji
building Ben
loses.
1,000 on
Okay,
these dudes.
well, I do think Genji are clearly the favorites here. I'm smelling some upsets. I'm going to
Nah,
go
we're
Space
betting
Station on this one, but
20,
we'll see what happens. How's chat
278.
feeling about it?
Yeah.
It's pretty split down the middle, but no, there's much more in Genji's favor here on this one, 59%. Genji, clearly the favorites in this match. Can they get themselves a chance to play in the grand finals tomorrow? They got to win this one first to get there. Genji,
out,
Mobile One
pay out,
Racing
bro.
versus Space Station Gaming.
Come on, SSG. Come on. I'm praying and begging for you to win this.
It's
Please.
deja vu. Genji and Space Station meet again in a playoff quarterfinal, but Genji had the last laugh last time. The last
Shut
qualifier,
up,
and the past could
Genji
repeat itself.
trash,
Space Station
Genji
don't step it up from what we've
Genji
seen so far.
trash.
Here's the
Genji
pitch. Is this
trash.
for real? Are we seeing this
Look at
exact
that
same
decal.
storyline play out?
Garbage,
Space
garbage.
Station is Genji matching
Chicago
up
solos
first
Jack.
round in the
LG
playoff. Also,
solos.
Space Station only
First
losing
killer.
to
Hoxer
G2
solos
in
Chronic.
the Swiss stage as well. So
Hoxer.
we'll see
Quad
if the
reset.
story's different
Same
this time
thing.
around, but Space Station I think is going to have their hands full with this Genji squad.
Chicago. Never mind. Same thing.
Really excited to see that. Space Station, at least you can call them resilient after how many game 5s they went through in the Swiss.
Wait,
Coming
in
out
LJ
with
we
dubs, but
LJ.
If they want to
No!
be at the top, they gotta
Chicago.
win
I'm at
cleaner,
Hoxer.
and that's a
Hoxer,
close
sorry.
call by SSG.
Wait,
but this
Chicago's on
counterattack's
Fennec.
coming quick
What's
out of
going on?
Genji, and with Jack missing,
Why is this
that's
game so
looking at
fast all of a
lot.
sudden?
And I think a lot of people are
LJ?
wondering how
Alright,
Genji
Jack's
will
1v1
respond as
Hoxer, it's
well.
over.
Obviously going into today.
Ooh,
and this
Hoxer's
last
our
week,
goat.
And everyone's saying, oh, the NA is at least a two-team region. We've got Genji and we've got G2, but Genji was being
Nice.
so
LJ.
happy by G2
Hell
in
yeah.
the finals that it has some people wondering.
Chicago?
And I think you're ready to settle the doubts, the worries.
Ooh,
Right
Jack's
in
got
this
him though.
match.
Hoxer.
And I think
Yes.
whatever happens here,
No,
we're
wait,
gonna have
man.
a loud first
That's
touch
not good.
episode. I think that's like the
Ooh, what a save
funniest
by LJ.
thing.
LJ has like no
Dive
boost.
and rolled is going
Ooh,
back
what a
and forth
touch
about
by-
G2 and
Hoxer!
Genji, so Genji have
What a
a lot.
counter.
I think I have a lot to prove when it comes
Ooh,
to the
good
podcast.
bump.
But
Wait,
for
no,
now,
not
Jack
good bump.
has
Wait, I thought
the
Kago got
demo,
the bump.
And SSG are gonna back away.
Ooh,
Here
he
comes
bumped Chronic off a
to
little
that
bit.
back wall. Chicago's there in
Good clear by
time, and
Kago.
Genji wait for their chance.
Reset?
Chicago
Okay, good 50.
trying to get that
Jack's
50.
up for that
It
though.
was a really nice play there from apparently Jack. Chronic
Ooh,
will
can't
have an
be clear, no.
opportunity here if he can
What?
read the bounce. That double tap is out of this world
What
from
the
Chronic.
hell, Chronic?
LJ, you thought you were safe, but
Chronic,
a heavy touch and an unfortunate clear
stop.
right to Chronic, who slams it home.
Oh, why did
And you were
LJ
just
clear that
not
so
safe
high? He should have kept
around
possession there.
Genji, who have been consistent.
Tight.
Will they be destined to go to the final? Well, if Genji even get through this match, they may have to worry about G2 earlier
Wait.
than they thought. But for now, the boss, the gatekeepers are SSG. Can they top a North American giant in Genji?
Wait,
SSG
Chicago?
already missing, but
Chicago?
first killer couldn't get the ball.
Hoxer!
rolling 'cause
That's a goal!
Chicago's coming in.
No!
It's a home
Jack, I
run
hate you.
Save by Jack.
Oh, Jack coming out of the
Hoxer.
net, finding that save from the perspective
And that's
of,
another
that's gonna
goal.
Go in.
No
Apparently,
way.
Jack's defensive stand leads to this counterattack. First killer flipping into that ball. That last little touch throwing Chicago off ends up going far down and in. Great start for
series is
Genji.
over, guys.
That
Back
is
it up.
Painful
Genji's
for
going to the
Space
finals.
Station.
Nah, let me
Chicago
stop.
thinking surely Hoxer's
Chicago,
going to finish
nice.
that ball, but wow, how the tables have turned.
And both goals from Genji come from an up high shot, and SSG not really wanting to contest that until it's too late. And you
Yeah,
see that
true.
LJ's trying to fix that. Knows Jack's going up the wall. Chronic helps the push go forward to that orange
Nice,
half.
out to Hoxer.
And
Hoxer
Chicago's
does
getting
some.
tossed up in the
Not
midfield,
quite.
recruiting now the assistance of Hoxer to get some possession going for SSG.
LJ?
We've recorded 5 shots versus the 7
Wait.
of Genji. Chicago already getting bumped off the play. LJ's ready on the
LJ
right,
gets
but Jack's
fucking
there
outplayed.
first. And
Jack
he's
over
already beating some
Chicago.
players in the
He's like
midfield.
2v.
You
Jack is
gotta slow
popping
down
off.
Genji.
I hate it.
You gotta watch out for Jack in those situations. He is
Nice.
a veteran.
That's a goal. That has to be a
Those
goal.
Isolation moments,
Chicago's
he'll be
too
able
late.
to do whatever it takes, and especially
That
these
has
vertical
to be
bumps,
a
you gotta watch
goal,
out for.
bro.
So difficult to stop, especially if your opponent has quite a few
Uh-oh.
repetitions
Bro,
in
killer,
practice
get
in
out.
that
First
situation.
killer,
as
get
well.
out.
Genji really going for it. Even LJ is trying to guide this out. Jack is harassing them, but
We need the
little breakaway
SSG top
there
4.
As Genji seem
We
to
need
have
to be a major
stabilized,
team.
gotten the
We
ball
really
away
do.
from
If we
SSG.
like, if we
2-0
lose
now
this
with
match,
less
I
than
don't
2
think we can
minutes
make the
left.
major.
It's Chronic with the setup right into the box, but no one from Genji wanting to push up, needing to fall back.
That's it.
These two players are dangerously
Bro.
low, and first killer gets it done
Genji,
regardless.
you guys already got second place, bro.
You
Top
cannot
8's good enough.
lose
You
a
guys can make the
challenge
major.
in
Let
the
us make the
corner.
major.
You just can't do it. That is signing a death warrant or death certificate for your team.
Bro.
Chicago had to keep that ball at least killed in the corner. And it was a routine, easy goal there for Genji. And this game it has looked pretty
Ooh.
routine for Genji.
No,
overall.
Hoxer's too late. We're playing too slow.
So far, so good.
And they're playing
For
too
Genji,
fast.
Chronic climbing up high. Chicago on the backboard comes down to the crossbar. Good save. Jack has the
Ooh,
ball
good
again.
pitch.
Hawksers 50 though clears it all the way down as SSG surge to make the most out of this opportunity. LJ going up higher, really
Bump him.
contesting
No.
Genji's possession. Hawkser gets
That's a goal.
mixed up with that defense.
Ooh,
and
I
Genji
genuinely
is
thought first
looking
goal was scoring
for
that.
more. 3-0.
Wait, Chicago,
Just
LJ.
a whimper
What a
coming out
bump.
of SSG
What a
until
bump. What a
the
bump.
double
What a bump.
happens, and Chicago gets his team on the board.
Life,
And you
life.
can see Jack actually
Life.
misreads the ball right there. Could have shut down that play had he gotten a piece of that
Life.
ball. Left his teammate
We
in a
have life.
2v1 situation, and of course, the demo. What else would you do when you have that 2-on-1 situation? The demo is surely the best way to cash in that goal.
LJ?
This the red carpet
Ooh.
is put down.
Ooh.
Winnable for SSG.
I hate you, Chronic.
Untiable. What a save from
Bro, we
Chronic.
keep shooting it like right at
Hawkser
the middle of the net.
wanting to
We're
keep
shooting
that
it
going,
at
but that's
them,
an
not
important
around
win
them.
out of Chronic. First killer to his left. Chicago intercepts right in the middle of the paint sandwich. Goes up high to get rid
Our
of
shot
this
placement
ball
needs
out
to
of
be
the
better.
orange hat, but a good contest from Jack here in the midfield as Chronic starts the train, but it is a high touch and not the one he
Ooh,
wants.
imagine how-
LJ wants to slam this home.
But did you
SSG are
see
so
that?
close.
That's
Oh
in.
my goodness. He actually landed the bump, and it's going to be a goal for apparently Jack. But Hoxer landed the bump, but accidentally hit the ball. That you feel for Space Station. They had so many good looks in this final moment that they just could not put away. You saw the shot that was blocked, and even apparently Jack in this game as well, saving that shot off the goal line. Space Station having a lot of chances that they very easily could have scored that got away from them. But Genji, on the
Yeah,
other
we've had
hand,
chances.
you know,
That's
even
all that
with
matters.
a couple defensive mistakes,
We're
we still
looking
look good. I
outclassed
think
right
one
now, though.
thing
That's what I hate.
that many Genji fans will be happy with was that solo play from Chronic to start things out. That incredible double tap from a very difficult angle. That was some of the criticisms that I saw that people had from Genji. Sometimes they just have nobody stepping up, making those individually brilliant plays, and we saw that from Chronic in Game 1.
Why is
And that's a good
Smash break
shot.
already.
I was gonna say, nice socks there too. Look at the socks over the sweatpants. That's a high-level gameplay there.
Why did Jack just dip,
Them
bro?
dogs away, all right?
They're different in Britain, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge game just went in the way of Genji, but hey, there's one thing I know is SSG like to go the distance. They went to Game 5 against Akron, Luminosity, Pirates.
That could have been a
on
tied
boat.
series, or
And
tied
these are
game.
teams, yes, they should be winning against. I think the Luminosity win was a big statement for SSG. They're probably going back and forth in terms of the rankings, but winning cleaner is what we need to see out of Space Station. I don't expect them to get swept here, but how do you turn around from here?
Well, number one on my clipboard right now is shot placement. We saw multiple opportunities from Space Station where they did all the hard work of making that opportunity, that generating the scoring chance to be able to put one away against Genji, and they just did not place the shot well enough. They didn't have the pace, they didn't have the placement. So had some of those shots gone their way, I think we very easily could have seen Space Station at least force overtime in that game. So for Space Station, it's just about cleaning up that final moment in the play because they had looks. I think the most difficult thing in a series is when you don't have the looks to work with at all, but Space Station certainly had the looks in that game.
Yeah, getting to 12 shots there for Genji. Offensive powerhouse for sure. Finding their groove already in Game 1 with a 4-1 statement. Genji will kick off our series in the best of ways. I think SSG on these clears, I can tell they're trying to play the ball close, and a soft shot that's easy to save there by first killer. SSG, the possession game, is the name of the game for this game too, and The defense holds strong as LJ soars past Chronic and wanted to connect with Hoxer. Jack gets in the way. Ooh, LJ with the shot too. Double commit the save. Chicago going for more.
LJ?
And LJ
Wait.
recovers this, trying to go higher
Hoxer,
than first killer. Good
where are
test
you
off the
going?
ceiling.
Why is he
As
going to the
Hoxer, that
corner?
second man up. Love to see it, and it comes out right in the middle of the net. No one to follow up. Chicago coming through the midfield just to slow down the play.
These aren't stupid
as SSG
touches,
get
they're
ready
just-
for their
well, no, they are
defense.
pretty
Chicago
stupid, like,
off
literally,
a better
they're-
touch and Hoxer assist to get them
Wait,
through that midfield.
no, he can't follow though.
Oh, and that is a good beat, but first killer with a
First killer's
great
there,
read
yeah.
off
Hoxer,
the
nice
backboard,
boost
making
steal.
sure that no opportunity comes of it. We're seeing
Bro, Jack
Space
is a
Station forced
demon
quite
this
far
series.
back. We saw even the back pass a little bit earlier.
That's a
where
shot.
Nobody was even close
Thank
to that
God.
for Space Station. It's clear that they're feeling that pressure and they're giving a lot of ground to Genji.
Bro, Hoxer can't get it towards the
Ooh, I
net.
like the attempt of a pass to Hoxer. Just didn't know what to do with it. Tough situation to be
Oh,
in. Chicago
team
with a
bump.
set up to Hoxer, but a good tip by Jack. Sends it higher than they would have wanted. Hoxer missing. LJ
Wait.
up high.
What? LJ?
Chronic,
LJ?
Not there. To Chicago. To
LJ
the back of
Chicago.
the net.
Yes.
He was like
Oh my
Zen
God,
mode
LJ.
engaged. LJ getting up there, doesn't pinch it though. Instead, immediately goes for
LJ's
the
our
pass down to
goat.
Chicago. That is vision from LJ, and that first touch setting up the whole play. You could tell that he had his opponents out
Nice.
in no man's land there and,
Wait,
and made
that
the
could be a
best
goal?
play possible.
Nah, nice.
Great vision from LJ and even better execution.
Nice possession by
And
first
the
killer.
juke on the
LJ got it.
reset too. Ooh. LJ is him. One goal though. As LJ has the ball again,
Ooh.
and Jack just came in
Bro, I'm
swinging
telling
with
you,
a
Jack
lot
is
of
a
speed,
demon,
but
bro.
Hoxer's got his back, and you love that
Wait.
SSG. You're trying to play close to each other.
Wait,
Now a long
Hoxer.
pass though to Hoxer, but off the back wall to
Bro,
Chronic
I
won't
thought
let
Hoxer
that
was about to
happen.
peak.
SSG gotta get
We're playing
creative
faster.
and really push
We're getting
Genji
in the zone.
against
We're
the
getting into that
wall.
flow
Couple
state.
touches there from LJ, and this still can't
Jack,
get to Hoxer.
not a very
Genji
effective
are
touch.
So good at disrupting
It's a very
passes.
effective touch.
The back wall
Thank you,
was
Chicago.
protected.
Oh.
Chronic off the cross. And no second chances there unless first killer.
Nice,
Kinda
Chicago.
surprises
That's a good
everyone,
clear.
but, yeah,
Good clear by
Genji fall
Chicago.
back.
You see a little bit of a panic clear
Ooh,
where Chicago
ooh,
trying
the bump.
to recover, but there's a demo. This one going to go off the
I hate you,
backboard
apparently,
and
Jack. I
rebounds
hate you,
cleaned up, but
apparently,
you
Jack.
saw Chicago
No, I don't.
missing
Hate
that
is a very
backboard
strong word.
ball.
I've watched your
And
YouTube
all of
videos. So.
Space Station
I hate you, but
shocked
like,
for a
bro.
moment, but they've been able to bring things back.
It's
We're
open.
seeing this Gen G offense kind of disappear. Haven't really seen many opportunities at all.
LJ.
It's tough.
Yeah,
Only a
LJ gotta
1-0
go
game
back.
though, so it's as close as it
Nice.
gets.
Nice speed by Hoxer.
Can't win his challenges and can't get the passes to
Yep,
really
good
make
catch.
SSG
Smart.
shine. Now
Chronic
Genji
can't do
slowed
much
down
with
that
this.
midfield. Chronic
You gotta
before
pass Hoxer, though.
Hoxer. Back wall.
Hoxer's
left,
low.
Untouched. His first killer.
No.
Still trying to
Hoxer.
generate power, and with the
Hoxer,
demo,
yes.
This is where
Oh,
SSG are
man.
in trouble. Now
Double
LJ
50 by
trying to
Hoxer
protect
and
that
LJ.
left
Teamwork
side.
makes the dream work.
And first killer
And Hoxer
carving
is still
through.
there.
Jack
This is
stealing
so
the corner boost. They
awkward.
want to keep SSG locked in this half.
Chicago to Hoxer for the clear.
Chicago to Hoxer.
Get the
They
boost.
break out
Mid.
regardless.
He just
And even
passed it
on
to
that
Jack.
last play, Hoxer's
Okay.
so clutch, being able to recognize his teammates demoed and by the time able to shut that play down, and we're seeing Space Station
Oh,
try
no.
to hold on
Jack's
for dear
clipping.
life, but now it's a 2v2
Yeah, that's a
situation.
goal.
It comes back down.
Chicago
the fake
got
from
back.
Jack.
Okay, I thought that was
And it'll
genuinely
pop
a
up for
goal.
first kill.
What the hell is first killer doing?
You know, Genji can
Yeah,
be
LJ's
deadly
got
on
that.
these passes, and SSG are doing a better job of reading those.
Nice,
Like that
LJ.
interception from
Hoxer shouldn't have
Hoxer.
dumped for that.
But clears, they want
I mean,
to
he-
stay close.
it
They
was
wanna
good-
try
it was
and
a good
generate
jump. Campbell's had it,
counterattack,
but
Genji just won't let them.
Unfortunate double
But a
commit.
lead is in favor of SSG,
Chicago's
so
there.
if anything, it's Genji.
Chicago bump.
That just
Chronic's
gotta
there,
turn
of
on
course,
the
but
light
still.
bulbs. Now
LJ needs to
Chronic
challenge.
up high.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's a
say, somebody
surge
needs to
out of
challenge. It's gonna be
Genji.
LJ.
45 seconds left, and LJ and Hoxer just romp up.
Hoxer!
Oh,
Hoxer!
backflip, but LJ!
Hoxer winning in 1v1 against first killer.
You
Hell
should
yeah.
score in this situation. Look at how much runway Hoxer has.
Oh my
was
God.
trying to go, or well, he actually fakes that he's going for the air dribble bump.
Yeah, I
and
don't know what
instead
the hell
just
that was,
takes
but it
the
works.
50, and it ends up working out perfectly. Maybe Hoxer not as confident on
Hell
those air
yeah.
dribble bump plays.
We've
but
outclassed
that
them
was
this
a
game.
Very smart
The bump.
adjustment from Hoxer to kill that ball perfectly.
Are we a top
SSG
2
have
team?
put up so
Chronic
many
sucks.
saves
Chronic
to
bad.
shut out Genji in this
Double
game
tap was a
too.
dud.
25 seconds. It's
Bump
not
first killer?
impossible
He's
for
trash.
Genji,
First
but they
killer
gotta
literally
build up
worst
the
player in NA.
momentum, and that strong clear.
Gen
gives
G,
some
worst
possession
team in
right to
NA.
SSG,
Easy
and
clear.
Gen G just can't afford that. Now Chicago's
Oh, that's
in
a
the air
goal. No, it's
first.
not.
They
Why do I
force
keep
Chronic
calling
to
goals?
make a save.
Everything's
First
a goal.
killer against Hawkser in the
Hawkser,
corner,
Chicago?
and all of Gen G are just chasing
Okay, calm
the
down,
ball,
Jack.
and weren't able to get to that orange half with the 30 seconds they had
And
to
LJ
really
drops
get
it
the
down.
ball rolling. So the ball will
First killer
land
drops
on
it
the
down.
ground, and SSG are about
And
to
that's
tie the
game.
series
That's
1-1.
game. Tie
And
series.
this was one of
Three
those
more.
games. Space Station, they were holding on, but even in this game, you saw him giving Gen G a lot of space, and Gen G not really able to do much with it. The team play kind of evaporated, and we didn't see any of the individual effort plays that
Sad
we saw from
Junior, our
Chronic
goat.
in game
He
one.
looks so sad.
All, Space Station
Yeah,
just
shut up, Jack.
slowing things down,
Deformed.
looking comfortable, and also this time
I'm sorry,
making
that
the
wasn't
most
nice.
out of those opportunities. I thought Hawkser, even though he didn't score this game, played very well. Particularly the play where his
LJ
teammate was
yeah,
down.
LJ
He
was
needed to
so
hit the
good,
shot.
bro.
And also, first we got to just talk about that pass. That pass from LJ was so brilliant.
And then the LJ
Gen G
Hostile
got
connection.
better at trying to break those up, but Space Station have these flashes of brilliance, and that's why they go the distance against teams they should be, against teams that they shouldn't be losing to. It's Space Station. I could see them forcing a game 7 at this rate. It was a great defense that kept Gen G at 0. We'll see what a game 3 looks like. You see that Gen G don't look
My
too
God.
bothered. They look locked in.
So fire.
You know, they do. You saw a little bit of a face there from apparently Jack. Also, we got view of the socks as well. Interesting shot there. But Gen G, like I had mentioned before, there was a lot of criticism about sometimes their offense looks anemic. Like, where is it? Who's making the plays? Who's trying to break things up? That was an example right there where sometimes Gen G just
Jack
doesn't
misses
seem
the
to-
kickoff?
they'll play a whole
Kickoff goal
game,
from
it doesn't seem
Hawkser?
like they have
Okay,
anyone
well,
who's willing to
the
step
kickoff
up
goal went the wrong
and
way.
lead
Oh
the
no, it
charge,
didn't.
be
Okay.
that first man,
Or it,
break things up,
still would have been
go
wrong,
for
but
those
you know.
plays.
Wait,
even
wait,
for
wait,
Space
wait,
Station,
wait,
we
wait,
saw
wait,
Hawkser.
wait.
Hawkser was great
Hawkser.
on defense last game,
Hawkser.
but look at this redirect.
Hawkser.
LJ
Oh my
downfield
God,
right to
Hawkser.
Hawkser and Jack, probably just an inch off, but these passes
Oh
from
my
SSG,
God.
we highlighted it in game
Hawkser.
2. And Gen G, so
Hawkser's
close to
our
breaking it
goat.
up that time. SSG have a lead with a demo-heavy kickoff previously.
Okay, LJ touches
And
it around
SSG already putting on the
Hawkser.
pressure.
This is the most
Hawkser
awkward
bumping
situation.
around. Chronic just trying to backflip
That-
and do
that
his
can't be a
best.
goal.
Chronic
Thank you,
almost
Chicago.
flicking it above Chicago.
Ooh,
But he
gets a pass
it down
first
to the
killer.
ground where first killer
Hawkser should be able to
found
pinch
the
this.
rebound,
That's
but
mid.
has to fall back.
Chicago.
And this goes to Chicago or LJ.
Shot placement.
Chronic
Okay,
gets
wait,
the save.
LJ. LJ!
And it still ends up going in. You could see all of Gen G, they're struggling here. Apparently, Jack
Yeah, they
has
didn't have
no
any
boost.
boost.
First killer's too far out of the play.
Chronic had
You
boost,
see
but he was
Chronic
awkward. Jack
thinking
had no
Jack's gonna
boost.
have it, but it's unfortunate.
Chicago should have had that
for-
first shot,
for
though.
Gen
The shot
G, really,
placement was
that the
horrible.
player in the position to make the play
It wasn't horrible, but it
was
wasn't
out
the
of
best.
boost.
It wasn't pro level.
Space Station, another
bump him,
hot
Hawkser.
start. And that is devastating for apparently Jack and also for
What the
Gen
hell
G
is
as a
Chronic
whole.
doing? What the hell is
Okay,
Chronic doing?
Just trying to crash into Chicago. First killer up high,
Nice,
forcing
Hawkser.
Chicago to follow. Hawkser gets a piece
Chicago?
of it off the back wall.
Ooh.
And Chicago's just trying
That
to
was
tip it away
interesting. I
from
like
his
that.
end. Chronic
Ooh, bad
to
catch by Jack.
With first killer
He
getting
kinda
into
threw that.
position. Chicago
Nobody's
with
there.
the early challenge.
Or he's there, but
Gets
they
still
can't.
first killer
All
chance
three of them
to
jumped.
eliminate from SSG. But at least LJ gets a touch. Still goes to Chronic. Jack
Nice,
gets the
LJ.
pass, a save,
First
forced
killer
by
has to play this
Hawkser.
safe. He's probably gonna go for like
And
a
it's
ceiling
not
pinch.
a transition that SSG
Yep.
can work with. Well, the demo's cute, but this goes all the way down.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't think it was gonna be that good though.
We asked for individual brilliance. Well, we just got it. A ceiling pinch from first killer.
Okay, bro. Are you serious?
But guess what?
He got so much strength on that.
It's already done. First killer from across the field. That was remarkable.
Good bump by
That's
LJ.
what it's gonna take this
Hawkser!
from Gen
Or
G,
LJ.
though.
Oh, and then
Another
he get
goal.
one up.
Yeah,
one's
first killer's
home
not
from
happy.
Gen G
Imagine
after
peeking
that.
that
We're all
hard,
still hyped
and
about
then you
the
get scored on
goal.
by just a sick passing play.
You don't even have a moment to relish that shot from first killer. Immediately, Space Station scores off kickoff, dousing
Chicago.
whatever fire first killer had
Get that
cooking.
boost. Shot?
Now this
Ooh, unfortunate.
is the
If only that was
Rocket
on
League
target.
that we're watching. First, the pinch from across the field by First Killer. A beautiful pass to response by SSG. With 3.5 minutes.
Oh, Hoxer needs
it's
to chow
3-1
that.
for
Yeah, that's light work.
SSG. Ooh, Hoxer.
Ooh, Hoxer.
Challenge, maybe able to get this
Hoxer.
to LJ or Chicago.
Oh, unfortunate.
And Gen G
Also,
are
what
not
happened
gonna
to
make
LJ's
this
camera?
easy. Chronic at least backing up Jack. They
Nice
know
fake by
SSG's
Chicago.
challenge game is strong in the midfield. Hoxer buys some
Where's
time,
Chicago?
watches
There we go.
as Jack approaches. It's been tough for SSG
Bro,
to no way.
imagine there was another would have been crazy.
There by the defense. That was dangerous.
You could see how awkward it was for First Killer to deal
Bro,
with.
Hoxer is a
Watch
psychopath.
out for him. He's ready for those redirects. He's already
What is
scored one,
Hoxer
and that time
doing, bro?
almost forced the rebound for Space Station to score another one, and we're approaching that halfway
To
point.
LJ?
This has been all Space Station. Aside from that one
The
clip
Hoxer pop-up
that
is
First Killer
crazy.
hit, Space Station has been setting the tempo.
Nice
They've been
bomb by
dominating so
Hoxer. Bro, Hoxer's going crazy.
Double demo. Chronic.
Yeah, Chronic can't do
against
anything
LJ.
with that.
Hoxer respawning.
Good by First Killer to
Been
pick that
slowed down
up.
by
Chronic can't
SSG,
turn.
but First Killer, decent setup. I
He's
think
just gonna
Chronic
clear it
was
right to
trying steal
LJ
the
though.
corner, so
LJ gets it mid.
LJ,
No one's there. Ah, fuck.
another one, but not
That was that
having a
Hoxer.
second man
Yeah.
up.
Ooh, that's a bad
And
touch.
it's a 2-goal
Nice.
lead for
Dope.
SSG. Now on the defense,
Well
don't
dealt.
seem too
Wait.
threatened. Chronic misses that. Yeah, LJ.
Wait.
Ankles
Hit it.
and
Hoxer,
Jack
please.
with an
Hoxer.
important win there. Chronic and First Killer. Hoxer's just big like that.
He's
just big like that.
There were two cars trying to 50 Hoxer, and Hoxer still won.
Hoxer's
Starting
just
to
big
see
like
the
that. It's
confidence from
crazy.
Space Station, and now a dangerous
Ooh,
50
fake.
in front of net. Hoxer
Oh, that's a goal.
wasn't able to get that challenge, and now
Why is First
was
Killer
trying
taking
to
it off target?
Dribble that down as quick as he could, but couldn't do it. But you're seeing Lemon, the confidence. So
Ooh.
LJ going for the hesitations, now the hard shot. You saw Hoxer be able to take on both cars in a 50-50.
Okay,
Space
well,
Station
that,
feeling good,
that's
but it
unfortunate.
doesn't matter.
That's unfortunate.
On the counterattack, Gen G have been able to bring their scoreline back to at least.
Oh,
within
yeah,
one.
that was just a
Great
good pass.
flip reset pass as well.
You have to
Hoxer
play
didn't see
so
the pass,
fast, your
or he
boost
didn't think it was a
management
pass,
has
he
to
thought it
be
was a
perfect
shot.
From crossing one side of the field to the other.
It's alright, it's
And
alright.
Gen G,
We don't throw this.
it is possible. 90 seconds
Ooh,
left.
nice. Wait, LJ,
SSG
so we
up
don't.
by one.
Wait.
LJ to the back.
Oh, what a save!
Saved by First Killer, and Hoxer can't clean it up.
What a save.
LJ falls
What a
back,
save.
And Jack,
First Killer just had the
looking for
save of his
equalizer,
career,
gets
bro.
them set up in that orange half.
And LJ does.
And LJ
It's a goal.
wins that. That
Okay.
goes towards the
Okay,
net.
good.
That's it.
There we go.
Oh, I was just gonna
Nice pass by
compliment
Kago.
First Killer willing his team to victory, and then that little touch catches everybody by surprise. Chicago. How do you set it up so brilliantly for your teammate? That touch was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Passed it
That
right
was
in
so
between
perfect.
Chronic and First
I'm
Killer,
sorry, Arsenal,
right
but
to
Kago's
LJ.
better.
That pass was
Oh, that was a sick
unreal
bomb by
for
Killer.
Chicago.
What a
That's
save by
double coming
Hoxer.
from SSG saves it. As Hoxer missed the touch to
LJ,
clear.
LJ,
Jack has a
LJ's there.
chance, double tap
LJ's
on
there.
LJ denies the second touch.
Ooh, First Killer, you're
First Killer
trash.
ready
Good
to the
dust by
sidewall.
Chronic, though.
Chronic at least touches it to the corner, but with all three members, the coverage is there from SSG to get this out of the
LJ?
half.
LJ can't do anything, he took a low.
SSG with
LJ
40
just drops from the
seconds
sky.
left.
Jack,
Gen
you're
G
doing
have been in the
nothing, bro.
shadow.
What are you doing?
Now they're knocking on the
Nice.
door.
Chicago's
Try
here.
and make this comeback here in
That's a
game
goal.
3 to Jack, the
That's a
demo.
goal.
It's possible.
And this play all starts out with Jack making that play on zero boost. Goes all the way to the
Yeah,
corner.
good demo
the
by Chronic.
from
He was
Chronic.
not supersonic, by the way. I don't know how the
That
hell
was
he got a demo.
determination from Gen G. They did not give up, and they are still very much in this game.
31 seconds left. The lead
Wait, dunk that.
has an
almost a
escape
bump.
too.
First Killer's trash.
First Killer up first before LJ. Almost trying to center it
Chronic
out.
can't
Good
score.
effort. Chronic
Chronic
already
can't
up
score.
high. Fakes the second touch. First Killer with the shot. LJ comes down low. Doesn't get it. And we're tied.
And that was brilliant from First Killer to get that touch out. Chronic also
LJ.
stays in the play and bodies the goalie and makes sure that his teammate is going to have a look on net. That was a good play again from Gen G. First Killer
Yeah, that was a great
truly
play.
is
Oh, you gotta
willing
give it to
Gen
him.
G to
We need
a
another
victory
Hoxer peak.
if
Come
he
on.
can, have his way with
Okay,
this
he's
game.
dusting his teammate.
When Hoxer, Chicago, calling off the pass, getting it to
Another
the corner.
bump by Jack. This
Now
could be
with
a goal.
LJ missing, this may
This could
just
be a
go
goal.
to overtime.
Wait, where's LJ?
Especially with First Killer Getting the
LJ
ball
where we need him
hit away
most.
from him.
LJ where we need him
LJ,
most.
what's
Yeah, there's
gonna
no way
say
that
about
goes
his
in.
Chronic?
Wait.
Surely we go into
Wait.
overtime. No, Jack keeps
What
it
the
alive
heck?
to Chronic,
The team pinch would be
but doesn't
crazy.
make the goal line.
I would cry,
Overtime for
honestly.
game 3.
LJ.
This has felt like
Bro.
a game of First Killer versus LJ. Will either one be the star? Will we see someone else? You see LJ already hungry for that bump.
You say that, bro. I mean, they say it's been First Killer versus LJ.
Chicago to LJ! And Chronic
He
is trying to save it.
missed.
How did that not go in? SSG almost ended this in quick fashion. Now Gen G hope to race back for the counter
okay, it's okay,
First
it's
Killer
okay.
wins the challenge.
Okay, lock in,
So
lock
it's
in,
Chronic's
boys. Come on.
attention. Waits to see how he approaches LJ. Jack up
Nice
the
job by
sidewall,
Hoxer.
an
But no,
important
Hoxer's
challenge
been
for Hoxer
popping
to
off,
get this
bro.
away. First Killer climbs up with the
Taco's
second
dead.
touch. Jack is
Hoxer.
falling back. Gen G need to buy time.
Hoxer to Jack.
But SSG don't look too comfortable
Bro,
either
these
with
demos
all
are
these
wild.
demos going
First
on.
Killer is just
Chronic
absolutely
that steps
annihilating
up
our team.
with full boost up
When
against
you saw-
LJ and the 50 down low.
You see how quickly LJ jumped, almost disrespectful to Chronic, who was thinking he might have a solo play opportunity.
Ooh,
Well, I thought he was
SSG are
gonna
just
hit it off the
barely getting
sidewall.
this out of their own net. They haven't had a strong clear. They're trying to go for demos. They're
Oh,
trying
there we
to
go.
get Gen G
There we go.
off
Never
their
mind.
turf.
He's just shut
First
down.
Killer wanted the dunk. Jack with the soft tip. As
Wait,
Hoxer
oh, that could have been a goal.
tries to get it out, and again the midfield commanded by Gen G. Now SSG breaking through.
Pinch? Out to
With
Hoxer?
almost winning overtime.
Chronic
In the first
free
20
jumping
seconds,
Hoxer.
SSG
Disrespectful
know how
ass.
to extend these games. Jack
Nice,
with the
LJ.
shot right to LJ. As
Chicago.
SSG's defense holds on.
Nice
And
50
that
by
was such a
Chicago.
nice challenge from Chronic to break up the play. Jack only had enough boost to get to that shot. Didn't get to do as much.
Bro, this is
with
an
it as he
all-star
probably
performance
wanted.
from
Now
everybody
this
on
is an
SSG.
awkward ball. Who's going
Yeah,
for it
on-
for
on
Space
Gen G
Station? It
too.
was floating
This
for
series
so
has been
long. Now
crazy.
Chicago's going to move in to take his chance.
Chicago
There-
to LJ. Chronic ready on the back
Ooh,
wall.
bad. Wait.
Hoxer to the left.
Bump.
Chicago steps up with the shot. LJ wants the bump. Chronic still makes the save. And the pressure is
Nice
on
bump
for
by Hoxer.
SSG,
Wait.
and they got the
Ooh,
demo.
if that was
It's a
past
man
First Killer, that's a
advantage for
goal.
this offense. But a strong clear favors Gen G. Running out, First Killer handles this.
First Killer
LJ
would've
has to
dunked him,
take
but
it
it's
up to
done.
the ceiling. One member missing from either
Oh,
team.
no.
Trying to disrupt
That's a
the
goal.
structures.
No, it's not.
Chronic wanted a stronger bounce to
Chronic got a
Jack.
pass too, but I didn't
He's
think
still trying to
I
salvage
didn't
this
think Hoxer would be able to deal with it. Or
Hoxer
Chicago.
with the
Chicago.
50 that didn't
It was either
favor his
LJ or
team
Hoxer.
there,
One of
but
them dealt with it.
Killer
First
from
Killer
the
needs to
ceiling
chill.
wanted to get this to Chronic to center this out.
Oh
And Gen G
my
are just all over them. It just feels like a matter of time before Gen G win this overtime.
They have been boost starving Space Station. Space Station
Nice.
is trying to get
You gotta pass
something in
one.
the tank.
LJ can't get there
First Killer
though.
is going to have a look. Going for a ceiling double.
Nice
The
save.
reset shut down nicely by Space Station.
Wow,
Touch
Hoxer's
space save
50s
by Hoxer, bro.
defensively have saved SSG. He's been that killer. Now this ball is left unattended.
Flick.
SSG
Flick!
can
Big
breathe.
flicks.
Hoxer flicks it above one. Jack to the corner
LJ?
against Hoxer. LJ turns
Oh, that would've been a
around.
goal.
This almost centers in front of the Gen
That's
G
a
net.
crazy
Too
dunk
many
by
cooks in that
Chronic.
kitchen.
That's a goal.
Jack first with the shot.
I hate you, Jack.
SSG were extended, and it's Gen G that take overtime.
And in this
That was a crazy
overtime,
dunk.
Chronic was a challenge-winning machine. That last
Yeah.
challenge, setting up apparently Jack.
Chronic was a
with that
challenge
look.
demon.
Great play
First Killer with
from
the solo
Chronic, and a
plays,
nice
and Jack
response
is
there
just
from apparently
he's so
Jack beating
he's just so
Hoxer
strong.
to the ball. Huge game there for Gen G. And you know it was teetering for them. You know you could tell out there on the field a little
comeback
bit
from
frustrated
Gen
with how
G.
things were going, but then the confidence and the refusal to give up. Gen G came roaring back. This was quite
Bro.
the comeback game from them.
17 shots from Gen G. They have almost doubled their offense from last time, but
That should have been a
SSG
save by
stretched
LJ.
them to
That
their
would have won us the game
limit.
too.
And
LJ,
going
that
to
should have been a goal.
overtime
That
when
so should have been a
SSG
goal.
were just this
So should have been a
close
goal.
to winning it. LJ having to put up a hat trick. Gibbs was right. This was the series to watch when it
Jack
comes
and Chronic
to
had the
playoffs,
same
at
amount of
least
points.
for the quarterfinals. Man, this has been amazing to watch.
And Jack
It's
had the
been
hat
back
trick.
and forth, and you know it's looked a little scrappy at times. You're seeing how many demos we had out there: 10 demos for Space Station, 8 demos for Gen G. It was scrappy, and there were moments there where both teams
It's all
were
right. That
on
was
their
a close
backboard
series.
trying to defend
A
it,
close
and there
game.
was a ball right in front of their net that could have been disastrous, but you know for both teams, they're also at times going pretty far back because you're seeing both teams struggling to get boost in some pretty dire moments. Later, or at the last part of that overtime, you saw how effective Genji was at boost starting.
Okay, so Genji's kind of popping off right now, but so are we.
9 goals
Nice cut by
later,
Kago. Wait,
we
LJ.
had a
LJ.
winner.
LJ.
Ooh,
LJ.
but LJ, free to roam? No, first killer. Got him, but
Nice 50 by
that
Hawkster.
last
Get
game
up for
is-
that?
You have to play perfect rock.
Wait,
you have
to
to
the
play
s-
loose.
wait.
You have to play flexible.
Wait.
Because
Oh,
it's
no.
like a wall
I waited
bridge
too
from
long.
across the field gets a goal. These
Unfortunate
passes
reset from LJ.
were very far too. Now
That should be back
Chicago's
to
forced to
Hawkster,
pop
yeah.
this up. Hawkster goes up high.
That's a
Chronic
shot.
meets him there. And
Nice
Genji are
shutdown.
taking their time with this. But now
Chronic,
not being
the
able to
challenge
really lead
machine,
this
bro,
ball
like, get
comfortably
out.
to the orange half gives a chance for LJ to move forward for SSG, but this ball has stayed high for a while. Now a
That's a
chance
goal.
for Genji. Now
Ooh.
to Chronic.
Hawkster, thank you.
Makes the
Ooh,
save
that
off
was
the
almost a
corner.
shot, bro. That
First
would've been
killer
scary.
from the sidewall has Hawkster scrambling. Jack,
Bro,
to
if-
first killer,
if FK got
nowhere
that
intercepted
bump-
by Chicago.
Nice.
First killer,
LJ
very
needed to
brave
dust.
to
Oh
stay
my
in there on
God.
0 boost, double commit from Genji as well. But it lets Genji keep possession. Genji
No,
going for
good
the
fake by
jugular.
FK. He should have passed it
And
though.
Genji, they are staying
We're getting
here.
boost starved again. Wait.
Hawkster is trying,
Wait.
getting bullied, and he
Wait.
manages to make
Wait.
good space for SSG.
Oh,
Now,
imagine.
starting to become dire for their defense with how much Genji was hitting those shots.
Nice,
First killer
Hawkster.
with the reset, won't be able to fake out Hawkster. Jack
Nice bump.
gets demoed, and SSG might have called off the cavalry here of Genji.
And we've seen that a few times now where
Yeah.
apparently Jack's
Yes,
able
clear.
to get that
Wait.
boost, but gets demoed right after. Still, though, even if you do get demoed, at least
Couldn't
you're
in,
denying
bro.
that boost for the other team.
Wait, redirect that? Wait,
Hawkster.
Hawkster, calm down.
Going for that sidewall double. We've seen him with some fantastic redirects.
Looking for that
Chronic,
bump
the
and
challenge
didn't get
machine,
it.
yet again. I don't know what the hell
Jack.
Jack is doing.
He's trying to read. A new Chicago is going to go up the wall, want to smash into him. First killer at least wins the 50, but Hawkster's been protecting that backboard so
Hawkster?
well, and
That's a
really
1v1.
forces Genji to get these passes
LJ's got
executed
it.
if they want to find the gap
Hawkster got the
within
fault.
SSG.
LJ? Wait,
Now,
that was a
lot
good
of time
shot.
has gone
Wait.
by and still no goals,
Aw,
and
bro, there's
Hawkster
too many people in
forces
net,
first
though.
killer
They're
to
just so
jump.
fast to get back.
Now LJ patrols without Chicago though. SSG are looking weak
Genji's
offensively.
recoveries are like their strength, bro, because they're always there.
It's always dangerous when you see first killer in the air. Rebound out to Chronic off the ceiling.
Chicago.
And that's going to
Hawkster.
fizzle out. It'll
Oh
be
my
cleared off the
God.
line, but
Wait, we're
get
not
a
out of it
glimpse
yet.
of how
We're not
deadly
out of it yet.
Genji
Jack's
can
up.
be.
Oh,
I'll just got
SSG
the
are
shutdown,
so
though.
low on
Nice.
boost, so they really can't
Hawkster's got boost, though.
get this
Hawkster has
offense
got boost.
rolling.
Hawkster has got
First
boost.
killer knows he's trying to play fast and couldn't connect with Jack there
Ooh.
as Hawkster almost crosses.
Hawkster the challenge
And
demon, bro.
Chronic
Like,
protects the
we can't
left.
50 him.
And first killer looks to clear. Now that Space Station have some boost to work with, they can start being threatening. And LJ climbs up high to keep Genji
Good bump.
locked in
Good
the
bump.
half, and LJ
I hate you,
bumps
first killer.
Chicago with the shot. Great save by first killer.
And Jack got it.
Looks like Genji are okay for now.
And you saw apparently
Out
Jack
Chicago.
get a little greedy.
Out
trying to
Chicago.
Fake out the touch.
First killer.
And then steal the corner. Ended up not getting the corner.
First killer is
and
like the
getting
best
bumped.
pickup Genji's
Very
ever
easily
made,
could
bro.
have been the first goal for Space Station. A risky decision there by Jack.
Nice,
killer.
by Kago.
And
Kago
Chronic trying
1v3?
to slow down the play and failing to do so. Chicago with a good touch, but Jack's always ready in the
LJ,
box.
I mean,
First
Hawkster
killer
should
up
not have
high,
jumped.
beats two defenders
Okay,
from
he's there.
SSG, but it's not free. Hawkster races back in time. And Chronic's having a hard time winning against
Horrible
this.
clear by
Chicago
Chicago.
neatly keeps it to the side.
Wait, LJ got her
Chronic
demo, didn't get
sneaking
demo. I
past
thought he
him.
got demoed.
First killer
That would've been
gone
bad.
again. SSG have been so good at
Hawkster's
demoing
got
Genji
boost?
on these offenses.
Wait, double that? Oh no.
We have seen quite a few
Chronic's
demos in this
there.
series, and
Chronic's
this game,
always
though,
there.
It's been neck and neck, so close, and that could have been very bad. You see Chicago being patient out of necessity, only had a small pad to work with on that play.
Ooh, SSG, but yeah, winning that 50 just got Hawkster the ball right into the lap of Genji, but having their backs against
What a
the wall-
fake! Epic fake! Epic fake! Epic fake! Epic fake!
The lead for SSG with 37 seconds to spare.
That was the worst shot I've ever seen from
Expecting a
Chicago.
bump
He
here
got
from
stuck on the
LJ
post.
tries to get ahead of it and move into a position to dodge it, realizes,
Wait,
hey, you know,
are we
I
about to get-
also have to
are we about
block
to take
this.
game
The
4?
ball's going in.
Game 4?
And that just
Did I get game
rolls
4?
right in. LJ causing problems for Chronic on the back line.
We know SSG
yeah,
like their
Hawkster's got
game
it.
fives, and they're maybe heading that direction. The resilience out of this team, you gotta commend it. Genji Looking to tie
Ooh, he
this
almost
for
on gold.
Jack.
Hawks are almost on gold.
Opportunity
Hawks are almost
for
on gold.
Two members of SSG were stuck in the corner. Hawks making the most out of the
Nice
situation.
fake by Chicago.
Chicago.
Wait,
up
what a
against
50.
first
LJ,
killer
double.
there, I believe, and LJ
Triple?
with the second,
LJ,
third
stop.
touch. Looking
Hoxer,
for help,
where are
looking
you?
for friends. And
Oh my
Chicago
God.
gets some help
LJ
from
needs
Hoxer in the
friends.
box,
LJ
but
has
Gen
friends.
G, the
Hoxer
wall
really
of
said, "You
defense has
got
been
a
great,
friend
but this
in me."
last counterattack could spell it all. Chronic to Jack! At 2 seconds, they tie!
These two connected in overtime to win it, and now they connect to force it. Apparently, Jack, a blistering shot, 83 miles an hour, off a dime from Chronic. Gen G are not out of it yet.
They had one last opportunity, and Gen G did it with no time to spare.
That could have been a goal.
That almost got scary, but we enter yet another overtime
Wait,
with a
Chicago?
potential match point
Clear?
for Gen G.
Killer's
Game
there.
5 for SSG.
I don't know why I call him Killer. Everybody else calls him
Chicago
first.
waiting to see shoves first killer out of the
Nice
way.
redirect by
Midfield
Jack, but it's not really
commanded there
deadly.
by Gen G. They move
LJ's
forward.
got
They
it.
already have
Hoxer's
SSG
bumped.
on their half.
That's a
First
shot.
kill harassing.
Hoxer's
Chronic
got
with a
it.
shot, double commit to save.
LJ's got that.
And LJ's
No, he doesn't.
racing for the clear, but Jack is beating them to it.
Now LJ's
Doesn't
got
have
it.
any
Wait,
help.
now
And
LJ's
Gen
got
G,
it. Now LJ's got
knowing
it.
This counterattack could be scary. 'Cause here
Fucking
comes
first killer.
LJ.
He's always there. And that's a
Gen G
great
able
clear
to
by Jack too.
shut
Jack's
down
always there
LJ's
too.
solo play attempt.
And a
We saw
crazy-
the help from first
It's
killer.
almost
Now
open.
First Killer
Oh my
gonna go
God,
for
what a
play
save by
himself,
LJ.
But that shut down by LJ. Low boost for
was a
Chronic. Still
1v3.
tips it up for apparently
It wasn't a
Jack.
crazy save, but it was
Again,
still a
loses
1v3.
it
The
due to
composure that took.
Low boost and
Great by
seen
first
multiple
killer,
times
honestly.
Jack so close to making a play, but having maybe 10 less boost than
Nice
he needs.
demo. Wait, it's open.
Good defense out of
It was
SSG,
kinda open,
ready on the
but
back
still.
wall. Reading
Bro,
Gen
Jack,
G.
hop off.
Found themselves stuck on defense. First killer though, his aerial challenges have been solid.
First
Every possession
killer.
for his
No,
team,
no, 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 no.
disrupting SSG.
Thank you.
Chronic
Thank you,
trying to
Hoxer.
carve the right. Hoxer won't let it happen.
LJ's got
Pinches
that.
is strong enough to
Or
get SSG
Kago's
out
got
of
it.
the
One of
woods.
them's got it.
Depending on how
Nice.
these demos
Nice clear by
go,
Kago.
will be SSG with the man advantage.
Wait, that's a goal.
Back to
That's a
the
goal.
blue
That's a
half.
goal.
Chronic
That's a goal.
missing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The triple demo. The triple demo is wild.
Game 5.
This isn't
Demo.
Rocket League, this
Demo.
is a demolition
Demo.
derby.
Demo.
It's Space Station. They're the players out there making it happen.
crying, bro. This is
That
so good.
Hoxer went in full demo chase mode, and then Chicago joins the rush.
And LJ got it.
What was that? That was pure chaos in those final
Ooh,
moments.
you gotta love chaos. You gotta love it. You gotta
Holy
love the
cow.
chaos.
And what, 2 back-to-back overtimes? One that had 9 goals in this one. Feeling like a stalemate for so long. Man, SSG.
God, SSG's barely holding on in their net.
Saves too. Is it 8 saves? Like, they are just denying everything Gen G is
This should not have been a goal. First killer got like the weirdest touch.
Getting ready to just talk about how I can't believe that Gen G's sitting up 3-1 in the series right now. Space Station has been in so many good situations that they haven't been able to close out, and then they pull that off. Space Station Gaming.
Oh my God.
That was a key game. I mean, you lose that game, you might as well chalk up the series. I know they don't think that way, but that's what I'm thinking. If they give that up, letting Gen G score in those final
Yeah, suck it,
seconds to
Jack.
force that overtime. But Space Station showing grit and determination and really creativity.
SSG
there.
is bringing it to him.
How many times,
We
Lemon, have you
need that
seen
major.
a game
We need the
turn
major.
into that demo spree like that in the final moments? How many times have you seen that?
It's like when you get demoed, you gotta start demoing back. I felt like there was a lot of kind of response in that physical department to just.
Oh, I'm sweating.
"We're gonna do it to
I am
us, we'll do it
sweating,
to you
bro.
Back, and we're both gonna be
Nice by
miserable in the
LJ.
chaos.
Nice.
Who found themselves
Wait,
earlier was
Chicago?
SSG. Now they're the Game 5 Kings from Swiss, but this is a best of 7, so we'll see if that
What's
luck
up?
pays off in this game because there's
That was a
still
really
lot
weird
more
touch.
Rocket League ahead of
LJ?
them.
He's up? Wait, LJ's
Hoxer
cooking.
to LJ.
LJ's cooking.
Keeps popping
Oh,
it up.
imagine a corner
A few
double there.
more touches.
LJ almost with the
Chicago's too
bump.
far back to
Chicago, you
do
got it.
something with the pass, and Gen G had time to
Good
develop.
pinch, but Hoxer gets it out to
Hoxer guiding
LJ.
this
LJ.
across, and
Or
LJ
Jack tries to
knew
play the bump,
Jack
can't get
was
it.
looking for
Past
a
Chronic?
chance
Chronic switch cars.
to harass them more. Now all 3 members of Gen G are
I don't know
on
why
this
Chronic
SSG
switched cars. He's been
doing
popping
their
off.
best.
And so did first killer.
We saw LJ so close to stealing
Wait,
that
what
corner
the hell?
post. Has to get far out of the play, and
What
it
the hell?
costs him. Went all the way to the opposite.
Where did everybody
corner
go?
to get this boost?
Chicago
And you
just completely
cannot
lived.
leave the ball that long Otherwise, that happens.
What the
Bit
hell,
of
Chicago?
a flub there from SSG. But uncharacteristic.
Whatever,
Like they've
whatever.
been solid. I commended them for putting up like 8 saves against kind of that relentless Gen G
Nice
offense.
fake. Oh, shot.
Now that's finally
Ooh,
been able to
free
execute.
jump.
LJ,
The Chicago
was
free jump is
scary. Yeah,
crazy.
the pre-jump.
Ambitious.
First killer to Chronic. The counterattack. Chronic goes
Wait,
down.
what? Oh, my
Bro,
Barely
bro.
crossing the goal
I'm crying.
line.
I'm crying.
I'm pretty sure LJ hit this in. Somehow it managed to be stopped by Hoxer.
Yeah, Hoxer
but
saved
LJ
it.
went full
Hoxer saved it.
brain dead mode, chasing that ball back. Surely, I mean, he's probably thinking there's no way that ball is not a goal. So he just goes on autopilot and accidentally tips it in. But Hoxer had saved his flip until after the contact. That was actually a remarkable save from Hoxer to keep that first step
It's alright.
out.
This game's not
Maybe
over,
would have
bro.
been able to clear it off the
We
line
got the
as well,
offense.
had LJ not hit that in.
I just
Gen
got
G
that.
bringing that fire. Back wall just barely protected there from LJ. Gen G bringing that
I was gonna say,
fire
that
for
can't
game
be a
one,
goal.
game 3.
Our defense has
Touch
been
from
so good
Chicago.
lately.
The pass to Hoxer.
Wait!
The long
Oh, he gotta play the
clear,
miss.
Hoxer
Wait,
flying
wait.
high to touch that
Chicago?
one. Chicago even getting ready to set up Hoxer. Jack with the soft touch and didn't want to immediately clear it
Nice
out
by
with Hoxer
LJ.
in front of him. Now LJ to the corner,
Hoxer-
smashed
yeah,
in
Hoxer's
there
gotta
by
follow
First
that.
Killer.
Up to the
SSG barely
ceiling?
having a hold on this and to the ceiling. Chronic reads it well.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And
Hoxer
Gen
can't touch
G
Chronic like that.
stabilized.
LJ, get up. Get up. There we go. Nice 50. Hoxer. Ooh,
Now
Kago
it
had
continues
that.
for SSG.
Pinch out
LJ
to
with
Hoxer?
50 to the corner and Hoxer
Imagine
making
a shot.
everybody run for it. With Jack and Chicago. Chicago winning that with the reset.
Wait,
from the
LJ, shot.
ceiling and
Goal.
gets further away from Hoxer. But the shot from LJ's too high. It's off the cross. You're not even out of the woods yet if you're Gen G, but First Killer got flicked right to him. And
It's
Hoxer
another
with
demo.
a quick transition. Chronic with an important stop to the left.
Bro.
Everyone's getting demoed now.
I mean, we've been seeing so
Hoxer's
many
got
demos
that?
in this
Yeah, I was
series.
gonna
Hoxer, this is a
That's a
great
tough
shot
save.
opportunity for Jack. Hits the
Wait.
bar.
Wait.
If Space Station
Okay,
come
yeah,
back,
that's dope.
that goal, or that play rather, is going to haunt them. Control from Chicago, tried to
Yeah.
take too much space, but you can see
Oh,
Chronic on zero.
LJ had that shot. It's unfortunate. I mean, he's been
Got
carrying
all
the
of
series, so you
Gen
can't be too
G's
upset. But
attention,
still,
though. A lot of boost used by them just to get
high
up
expectations, you
there.
know.
Now Gen G are running on fumes. Jack up the corner, so he's buying time for his team to get set up defensively. Now SSG not really.
We're meant to be
commanding
like a
that ball,
top
so
3,
Gen
top 4
G
team in the
will
night.
make the most
You know?
out of this. Force another offense.
That was a crazy pinch.
Ball drops into the box.
I don't know
with a
where he's
strong
clearing it
bounce.
to.
Makes it so Jack doesn't see
Wait,
the opportunity.
LJ.
Not yet, anyway.
LJ!
Now LJ, ooh, a good
I hate
take
you,
from
Jack.
the midfield, and Jack catches
Ooh,
it.
he jumps up. He goes for that. Wait,
Chicago
Kago.
with a chance
Kago.
to double.
Chicago!
And somehow Chronic
Chicago,
read the
Chicago,
first
Chicago,
touch, but that's going to be
Chicago,
an easy
you're the
cleanup for
best.
LJ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jack thought he had the
What a
clear,
dope- and what a
here
save by
comes
Chronic,
Chicago
though.
with the double and First Killer.
Genuinely
it's a
insane
tough
save by
situation
Chronic.
to try and save regardless
They
of how
keep
many people
saving
are in
every
the
double
net.
tap, bro.
2-1 for Gen G. SSG have stayed
Ooh,
right
Hoxer's
behind
dusted.
them.
No, he's not.
As Jack looks for insurance. First Killer with the 50 that could land in front of the net.
I will say Gen G's bumps
Chronic
aren't
trying to
landing as much
readjust
as they used
himself
to.
against Chicago. And Jack on the
Which is
back
good.
wall's
That's
not
good
gonna
by
let
us.
this
We're
go easy
dodging.
for
We're literally
SSG.
dodging. Wait.
Space Station, they
Wait.
showed their grit last game.
Wait.
and now
That's a
showing
goal.
again.
That's a goal.
Chicago,
I told you the
was
match wasn't
surely
over.
thinking
I told you.
someone
I
would
told
get
you.
in
I
his
told you. I
way.
told you. What a pop by Hoxer, and then an
First
extra
Killer,
touch to get it
so
around him.
surprised by that touch.
And then it
Chronic
go-
trying to play
Ooh, that's a
catch
ghost
up.
touch. That's
And now
absolutely a
Gen
ghost
G
ball.
have given up the lead.
Imagine a slow shot there,
Good
though.
power on that shot.
I mean, that
The
was a pretty
pass
slow
is
shot. Wait.
Beautiful.
That's a
and
goal.
that's a key and a kickoff.
Bro,
Jack versus
LJ shot him right. Shot it right
Initial
on.
stop. Chicago.
I mean,
wants
that's
to
kind
recover.
of weird from by
The ceiling,
that's
the
weird by
reset
Jack
used
to
get
just kind of hit it
LJ. This
or to
bounces
not
down.
play a far
Foxer
post shot at
climbs
all.
up for it.
But good read, I
Now
guess.
you got Gen
He's
G
one of the smartest players in
scrambling.
Rocket League,
They
so
don't
you
have
can't really.
boost after that altercation. Now just trying to get this out. Jack keeps it to the side.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say
First
LJ is
Killer.
gonna be up for that.
Again, not having
What is
the
LJ not
resources.
jumping
Gen
for
G
that?
might be stuck
Ooh,
here
could have been a shot from
unless they just set SSG
FK.
back.
Calm down.
Now
You're not that
First
guy.
Killer
You
looking
are
for
that
the
guy,
bump.
but like
This is
still.
LJ. Jack gets involved. Gen G looking for that lead right back.
Hoxer
Nice fake
bailing
by
out,
Hoxer.
going for the
Ooh,
boost
what a
steal,
double.
trying to play the game
He almost
of
dunked him
attrition.
too.
Jack getting into position. Now
Chronic
looking
no
for
longer
that
the
pass. He
challenge
did get the
demon.
mid boost, but you saw the
Dust
side
him,
flip. Wasn't
dust
able to
him.
get up in the
Du-
air now. Hard
No, if he
backward
got on the
ball,
ceiling,
awkward
that's a
for
goal.
Chronic.
And he just
actually
bumped
whiffs.
Chicago. He just bumped Chicago.
Chicago came in swinging too. Swinging and a miss.
That's a
You're
goal.
out. Oh, and Jack.
Oh
beat
my
one player
god,
to
Jack
the
saved
foul,
it pretty
and
much.
Fortunately for them, Gen G had to kind of reset.
What a
from the
save,
corner,
Hoxer,
giving time
thank you.
for SSG. 8 seconds
Wait, that could be a
left.
goal.
It could be another overtime. As Jack slows down this ball.
Wait, this could be a
Hoxer
goal.
up in front of the net. No one
A
there.
goal
to
for
catch
us, not
it.
for them.
It's
Stop,
gonna land on the
stop,
ground shortly as
stop,
Chicago
stop. Hoxer,
comes in out
drop
of
it. Yeah,
nowhere.
thank you.
SSG keeping the ball up until now. Another overtime now in game 5.
The overtimes have been intense, and that's a good kickoff right to LJ's. LJ doing well to control it.
Hoxer's there
And it'll
though.
be a possession
Nice,
here for
Hoxer.
Space Station. You see First Killer trying to get up very early. That might
LJ,
actually haunt
dunk.
Gen G's. He's going to be out of the play
Chicago?
for a while.
Beats
And
beats
he really
Chronic
likes
the
to go with
challenge.
those aerial challenges just to see if he can flip the play
You
on
know,
its
just
head.
first
Sometimes
killer,
gets him out of
double
position,
resetting
sometimes makes
casually.
something beautiful
Trust me.
happen. First kill. Oh! And Jack gets it done. Gen G, match point.
And you said it, First Killer looking for bumps and finds it. He first goes for LJ and then finds Hoxer on the follow-up. And apparently Jack there to finish the job.
Jack
Very
literally just like
smart play. That
brainlessly
is a
threw
high
himself in the
percentage
ball and it
play.
worked. Are you serious?
And that is what I'm talking about when I say scrappy. Plays like that are about as scrappy as it gets.
Yeah, I just saw a stat where it said First
a
Killer
goal?
bumped 32 people.
That's
Like 32 times, I should say. So it's been a physical game between these two. Another overtime.
shouldn't have been a
So
goal. We should've
back
won
and
this.
forth.
We should've won
Gen
this
G,
game.
Space Station. Gen G, Space Station. Like, no
And
one's
LJ messing
a
over
clear
that, too.
favorite in this match.
And you expect something to be called from Space Station, a timeout, and indeed they do call one right here because they need to get their bearings back under them. A tough overtime loss, and I think one of the things that's been challenging for Space Station is they continue to let Gen G into the game when they really need to finish it out. We saw them even last game that they did win in overtime, letting Gen G score in those final moments. They just need to find that clutch factor.
Yeah, and I thought that clutch factor was Hoxer. I think he's made a lot of plays happen for his team. He's been the setup guy, and he's really doing it all. Offense, defense. What more could you ask for from Hoxer? But a quieter game in that one. But with this timeout, you're gone to 3 overtimes in a row, and it's about finishing clean, which has been the topic for SSG. Gen G's consistency is something we usually commend, but man, they're really being pushed to their limit by this team.
You said it, pushed to the limit, and it's broken them a couple times. You saw some whiffs on the back wall. It's just some positioning mistakes that you really don't expect from Gen G. But the one thing I will say is that even though Gen G has not really been playing to the standard that you expect from them, they're still finding ways to win. They're still in every single game. It doesn't look like they're incredibly comfortable out there and that they're synergizing at the level that you expect, but they're still, like, that just goes to speak to how good Gen G is as individual players, and also just how clutch they can be. I think apparently Jack had a really rough go in the finals, in the last event, in the first qualifier, but he has been clutch with these overtime moments, really helping carry Gen G to this moment.
Jack seems like that vocal leader. You saw him in the cams. He's the one really rallying the troops. Even though Gen G won, winning in overtime is never going to feel amazing. Winning feels great, sure, but SSG, they're making you sweat, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see what
Wait,
difference that timeout made. That was called by SSG.
No, I feel like we're gonna be cold.
Now it's match point for Gen G to see
I
who
feel like we should have
moves
just kept
on
going. Like, we had
to
their
the
number.
semi-final.
We might have slowed them
Chicago
down,
with
though,
the tempo, but the pinch goes to First Killer, who
Nice,
beats the one
LJ.
defender, but LJ's just
SK's
trying to
got
slow
that.
down the ball, and
Nice
First
save by
Killer
OJ.
brings it
Should be
right
at
back,
Chicago.
forcing
Nice.
the save. LJ down to the ground.
Please,
Chicago
Hoxer. Hoxer, I'm
miss
praying that you're
insisting.
there.
But
Thank
now
you.
First Killer to Jack.
fucked
Two
up.
defenders
Thank you,
locked
OJ.
up, and SSG barely make the save.
And you can see
Chronic.
how fast First
Chronic,
Killer's
stop.
trying
He's
to
gonna
play.
get a perfect
It actually
50.
worked out as well because it put him in position for the bump. But
Chronic.
you've got Chronic, who started this series with an incredible solo effort. And we might end this series with one as well. Gets up off the ceiling, the extra touch
Chronic,
off the
stop.
back wall, and the finish. That touch from the ceiling was so sweet.
Bro, game 5 should have been ours.
the mechanics
That's all
that
I'm
have to be
saying.
put
That's all
on
I'm gonna say.
display
We
to
should've won
score
game
against
5.
either defenses. Now the kickoff forcing Chicago
Okay,
to
this series
save
is going
as
to game
Chronic
7.
smashes into 2, getting a chance for first killer to connect with Jack. LJ
Hoxer?
pops it up,
Get it
and
out.
Hoxer is there just in case. For Chronic winning that, he may
Where
be
did
able to
we go?
cross here. LJ gets there in time.
Nice.
SSG kind of
Bad touch by first killer.
squandering there on that defense. And
great
they're
catch by
back at
first
it
killer.
again. Jack
Out
turns
to
it,
Hoxer.
almost
Nice
places
catch.
it on the left. Chicago
Chronic the 50
saves.
demon.
And Gen G had a really
LJ.
threatening offense so far, and with that goal lead, it's looking good for them in Game 6.
So far, so good
Oh.
for Gen G.
Come on,
But with
Hoxer.
3 overtimes in a row, I don't think you want to count Space Station out just yet. However, Gen G has been looking very good with possession, with the attack. You can see the chaos right there. Apparently, Jack to Chronic, and
Jack.
Chronic will finish it. It
Series
looks
is
like
not
that was
over.
a double
Series
commit.
is
LJ
not
and
over.
Chicago both going for it, leaving Hoxer in a literal 3v1.
Pretty sure Jack had like no boost too, so whether that was
Series
like intended to
is
hit the
not
cross or a
over.
fake, I don't know. I should always assume it's a strategy. Gen G up 2-0. Having to pull out all of the
With this guy,
stops.
series is not over.
The smash SSG in. With held on defensively as best as they could.
What a bump!
Fox is trying
No!
to develop there on the right, and
You gotta shoot that on
Gen G are
target.
getting this out. Now it's up to LJ.
LJ's
Stop
demo.
what Jack is cooking up, and with that
Good
demo,
50
you
by
thought you
Kago.
had SSG in
Chicago.
a bad spot,
Ooh,
but they
nice save
managed
by
to clear
Chronic.
it out.
Another double commit. Hoxer
Interesting
and
touch
LJ
by
both
Hoxer.
committing to that ball. Chicago trying to keep this attack going as best as
Come
possible.
on, bro.
But you can see the rotations messed up a little bit of a slow challenge there for LJ. But first
Hoxer?
killer actually ran into apparently Jack, forcing Chronic into a position where he had to make the stop, and he did so. Chronic
gotta challenge
having a
that, though.
stellar game.
I know you're in a bad
Like that
spot,
touch from
but come
LJ to
on.
slow down the attack there from Gen G. Hawks here
Yeah, that's
forcing
just a... Wait.
Jack to come up there.
No,
LJ
you gotta shoot that on
to
target.
Chronic. It's SSG trying to puncture
You
through
gotta
this
get a better 50.
defense. And
Good job
it's just
touching it
been
around them,
feeling
though.
impossible. They haven't registered a single shot, despite looking like they had the opportunity to do so. But SSG just haven't been able to be comfortable in this blue half. And LJ to Chicago.
That's not a shot.
It's off the back wall, gonna land down, getting the attention
Chicago,
of
that's
two
not a-
members of Gen
that's
G.
not a shot.
And the counterattack is fast, but Hoxer's faster.
Great positioning there from Hoxer, recognizing that Jack was going to shoot that near post.
Jock. Bump!
Perfectly
Oh no!
placed.
LJ, please. We need more
Hoxer
chaos.
Has been
We
really
thrive in
good
the
for
chaos.
Space Station on defense, making
Oh,
a
that's
lot
a
of big
challenge. Yeah, I was
stops.
gonna
But
say,
now it's
Hoxer
going to be
challenge that.
offense that is required. Space Station with under 2 minutes left to go have to get
Nice
some
by
goals, otherwise
Kago.
they are out.
I like these cheeky challenges coming out of SSG, like Hoxer, the 50 down. I think SSG got to trust each other to
What a save.
start committing more far forward to take
Pop.
advantage of any
Goal.
opportunity they can.
I hate you,
like
Jack.
This one, Jack, good save. And first killer there first, up the wall.
We got nothing to
long
lose.
Clear
We got
to
nothing to lose.
Chronic.
We have
Won't be able
literally
to get
nothing
the
to lose.
second touch, but Jack's ready on the left. And LJ's just shoving them around. First killer has his back. Gen G are a unit. You have to dismantle gear by gear. And the double commit from SSG. Let's save this for now. Jack to first
This
killer
feels like
from right
series.
to left. Right in
This
the
feels
box
like
and
the
right
series.
to SSG.
And you saw the idea there from first killer, but nobody was there for Gen G. However,
If we don't get a goal
with
in the next,
how
like, 20
much Space
seconds,
Station has
it's
been
over.
struggling positioning-wise, they've double committed multiple times. They're not able to take advantage of the passes in front of the box.
Yeah,
it
that's
looks like
the
Gen
series.
G
It's
might
over.
have done enough to close this series out.
Yeah, it's 10 shots to 1. SSG. Momentum not on
We
their
shouldn't have called
side.
a
They got the
timeout.
demo though, but they don't got the ball. Chronic has been ready. Hoxer with LJ pushing forward. But these touches defensively have been so valuable out of Gen G, and Hoxer can't dunk. And first killer with the long clear. 12 seconds left. SSG got to take advantage of every second, or this playoff is over after forcing 3 overtimes. They head out, and Gen G
If we close
will be
out game
moving
5, we win
on
the
to
series.
the semifinal.
And it is deja vu, apparently, Jack, with the exclamation
If we
point
close out game 5,
on
we won
this
that series.
with
That's all I'm
that
saying.
double tap. But Space Station, they just didn't have it in this game. You could tell the double commits, they were not playing their best to close things out. But they played Gen G very close. This, I mean, 3 overtimes in a row, very easily could have gone Space Station's way. Space Station, their
If we won all those
again
overtimes,
in
we won the series, like, literally.
to Gen G.
That's 2 more games and we would have won.
It's funny because it's SSG who just called the timeout, and then they registered like 0 shots in the first half. Whatever they talked about, it was wrong.
It didn't work out. That is true. But I mean, overtime in general just didn't work out for him. Losing 2 of the 3 overtimes, those overtimes go the other way. You know, this very easily could have been a 4-1 for Space Station, but you know, Space Station, they're gonna have to now gear up for the next qualifier. They finished 2 top 8s in a row. They're still in the hunt. It looks like that 4th spot in North America is going to be wide open, and Space Station might be a favorite for it if they can manage to at least dodge G2 and Gen G in the quarters.
Yeah, and at least Space Station had a better effort, a way better showing against Gen G compared to their rematch, the other quarterfinal from the last qualifier. And it's been great to see Space Station really go the distance, but they gotta win cleaner, and it ain't gonna be today. Gen G move on to the semifinals, and I'm excited to see who's gonna join them there. You're gonna find out after the break. What a memorable series. It went the distance, but we know SSG are like that. What, so many overtimes later, and I am joined by someone with socks, joggers, with water without a T, and a hat trick. Jack, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Why did the series go the distance in your eyes? I was entertained, but I know it's more stressful in your seat.
Yeah, I mean, SSG played a really good series. I think we could have looked better. Like, we definitely pulled some moments out when we needed to. You know, in clutch moments in overtimes. I mean, we lost one, but we also kind of brought goals back in you know, high pressure situations. So we played well in those moments, but I think we could have played cleaner in the, you know, mid game. So nothing to take away from them. They played great, and I think that's obviously the main reason why it went the distance.
And speaking of those overtimes that you have to do as game by game goes on, when you went to that overtime, I saw you being kind of the main vocal person. What did you talk about with the team to rally them?
You know, I don't think. Oh, I think everyone has a lot to say in this team. I think, you know, everyone kind of gives their points. Maybe I speak a little bit more, but I honestly, I'm not sure if I do. But maybe I do. But what I'd say to them was we just had to kind of remain calm. You know, it was literally a battle of nerves. I felt like in that series, like between both teams, because it was quite a big series for both of us. I think SSG felt a lot of pressure because they kind of had to win that series, in my opinion, if they wanted to feel more comfortable in making the major. It was a big series for us because we shouldn't be going out in quarterfinals. So I think we just had to stay calm, and that's what I'll say, and make sure that everyone's happy and playing confident and still playing like aggressive and confident rugby league, basically.
Yeah, it was aggressive with how many demos we saw, and I'm sure everyone's happy after a dub at the end of the day. But what has changed for your team between the last qualifier to now?
That's a good question. I think that I'm not too sure. I think that we're going to be more confident in ourselves in certain situations. Obviously, we got destroyed by G2 last regional, so I think we would have learned a lot from that series going into tomorrow. If it's the case that we play them, we don't know yet. But other than that, I don't think much has changed. We're still beating the teams that we should be beating in quarterfinal matches, and we're getting through Swiss in 3-1, which is in the exact same fashion as last time. So not too much has changed. We're still confident and just kind of ready to play the semis and hopefully show a different result against G2 this time.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your only problem has been G2. And speaking of them, you have to wait for the winner of Pirates on a Boat and G2. What do you expect the outcome of that series to be?
I think that you've got to give credit where credit's due. G2 look fantastic right now. Pirates on a Boat, they look like a consistent top 8 team. And they look kind of, better than expected. But G2's G2. I think it'll be I'll give a game 4-1.
Ooh, okay. I was wondering if there was going to be an upset, but I'm excited for maybe the mini grand final if all goes according to your script. But congratulations on the win and good luck tomorrow. Thanks for the interview.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
SSG's passing masterclass, just not enough when you're going up against the former kings of North America. They live up to the reputation. Gen G will play on Championship Sunday, and they're hoping for another shot at G2. We've got one more match here left on the day, but I mean, Gibbs, you said this one was the one you were looking forward to the most, and it lived up to the hype.
Oh man, that 8 minutes of Game 3 was just fun to watch. The passing at the space station was immaculate. First killer hits the ceiling pinch. We're seeing plays from both teams. It was a little sloppy at times, but the highlights were amazing throughout this match. It was a lot of fun. Space station, I felt like they showed us enough to consider them a top 4 team. Again, they're having some bad luck in Qual 1 and Qual 2, playing only G2 and Gen G, but I think they should be probably early favorites in Qual 3 to make a top 4. I think it was enough to show that they are a great team, but it was just barely not enough. I think their passing was immaculate. I just hope they get a little bit better luck in terms of their bracket play so they get a better matchup.
Yeah, I feel like you talk about, I was tweeting about this, like passing, I mean, you're having an offense that is pass heavy, the defensive positioning becomes more intricate, James, because you're committing more players upfield versus a team that can play a solo offense. The SSG passing game was crazy all the time, but it definitely left openings for Gen G to punish.
Well, I mean, when you go for those long stretch passes and you go for the passing plays, you leave yourself open to getting intercepted. And a lot of times when you do have that pass intercepted, you're giving the other team an opportunity to solo play. And Gen G is not a team you want to let solo play. I think Chronic especially looked so good in this series. And apparently Jack was clutch as what we saw Chronic. And apparently Jack connect in a few high pressure situations. And I felt terrible. Jack comes in here, the first thing I say is, man, I thought Gen G, you know, they won, but they didn't look the best, right? You know, I think they could have looked better. And, you know, one, I felt terrible. But also I think it goes to show you how good this Gen G team is and, you know, how individually talented the team is. Even if it looks like they're struggling out there, they're still winning and they're clutch as heck. And Gen G now, I think for them, you know, they had to wait until the finals to play G2. Now, I think we can kind of expect that they're going to run into each other in the semifinals here, and you wonder if it's going to be different. I think G2 has been playing at a crazy level, but Gen G has been able to find that clutch moment.
You talked about the clutch 1v1 solo players on Gen G, and you didn't even mention First Killer. Guy hits a ceiling pinch to score in that 8-minute game.
Was a
crazy plays. What a great game. That team is going to be waiting for the results of our final quarterfinal of the day. Many people's most anticipated match here, folks. We're excited to get into it. Pirates on a boat. They have been making waves. Top 8, 2 events in a row, but they got to go through the reigning, defending Kings of North America, G2, the undisputed best team in the region. Can achieve ours 5 up, and Andy take them on here, Gibbs. It's going to be the biggest match of their lives.
It's a tall order. G2 is the #1 seed. They've looked comfortable all split long. They have not lost a match yet. They won 3-0, 3-1, and 3-1, and that was included versus Space Station. But on the other side, Pirates on a boat, like they're a brand new team, not a lot of experience. At least they're getting tons of experience when they play Swiss. Always go into 5, and they prevailed. They got a huge 3-0 versus TSM, a very quality team to get here. And now it's just 4 games away from a top 4 finish. And a lot of people are talking about that race for top 4. Not many people are talking about Pirates. If they win this, they're in that 4th place spot right now. So huge match for them. On the other side for G2, probably very much locked to make that major. But they want to be the best in the world. And to do that, you got to win everything in North America, James.
You know, maybe you have to win everything. I don't know, Gibbs. That's
to be in the conversation for best in the world.
I still think that's a conversation for another time. I think we've seen from Daniel and Beast Mode, especially at Gamers 8, that they've got what it takes. But just shifting the conversation to this series, I think G2. Jack said it best. Credit where credit is due. G2 looked unstoppable. And Gen G, a lot of people look at them as that clear #2 in North America. And G2 crushed them. And I think we're expecting G2 to make it back to the finals. Just with what we've seen from them so far, Dan, Beast Mode, Atomic, they've been gelling really well. We saw Beast Mode particularly getting up in people's faces, pretty much dominating the midfield. He cut off so many passes against Gen G in the finals. He was playing at a speed unmatched by anybody. I don't know if there's a faster team out there in North America than G2.
Across 2 regionals so far, G2 are 9-0. They have not lost a match, and they don't plan to start today. We'll see if they can hold on, if the Spires in the boat can find a recipe to slow them down. I mean, and that is the thing, Gibbs. We were watching it yesterday, or we were talking about it late yesterday. Last regional, it did not matter what any team did.
Yeah.
G2 was just too fast. They were always to the ball before everyone, with control, with poise, with resolve, and preparation to take care of, to handle that speed, to play at it. So, Jack, who do you think is going to win? Hashtag POAB. It's not, it's just supposed to be hashtag ARR. Come on, production. Talk to us. Okay, so we'll see. Folks, hashtag Pirates on a boat or G2. Let us know who you got. Oh, Gibbs, what are your thoughts?
So we're going to talk about G2 and their defense. Their defense has been immaculate. They were the #1 defensive qualifier, won by 0.25 goals. Right now, they're the #1 defense after day 1 by 0.5 goals. That is what they do right now. They are so good by controlling the field of play that no one scores on them. It's barely over 1 goal per game. We saw that when they played a Gen G. but it's choppy waters. It's choppy waters in the bracket, and you know who's got a ship? Pirates on a boat.
Baby.
They've got a ship, and they've got a Chiefs just up on the lookout, just looking out. And he's like, I'm looking at Gen G. I'm looking at Gen G in the semifinals. I'm not even worried about it.
No,
not even worried about
the
it.
Pirates, they got a ship, but G2 has a spaceship. Okay, I think it's going to be a little bit different.
That's
here.
the wrong
They're
team. That's the wrong team.
samurai. How do they have a spaceship?
If we're talking about the level of ships that each team has,
They're on a boat, man. They're not just pirates. They're on the boat. Look, hey, listen. If James had predicted pirates, then it would have been a desk sweep. That would have been we'd have been cursing them. So we appreciate you doing your part there, James. Despite what it might look like up here, G2 clearly the favorites in this. This would be the biggest upset of the day if Pirates on the Boat can make it happen, and they've got the opportunity. 7 games till we find out who's punching their tickets to Championship Sunday. It's Pirates on a Boat versus G2.
As they mentioned, G2 is 9-0. Nobody takes more shots. Nobody allows fewer shots than G2 Stride. However, Daz, we put a man on the moon. I give Pirates on a Boat the same shot.
We'll see what happens. Time ticks down here. Pirates on a Boat going up against a G2 squad who look unbeatable. But we play the games for a reason. They made top 8 twice. Can they stop the team that is looking like the best of North America? Here we go.
All the discussion over who could challenge some of the top teams from Europe, from MENA, from South America as well, for the title of best in the world. And really, 2 teams come to mind on the North American side. We just saw one of them in Gen G, G2, decisively the other. And even then, it's a question, as Eris will try to set up 5-up. Can he bring this ball central? No. And G2 all over this. They've got this just superstar duo, Daz, in Daniel and Beast Mode, and then you add Atomic with all of his prowess to this G2 roster. It feels like NA has finally consolidated talent, and G2 is reaping the benefits.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue to do that too. I mean, things change when you get into this top 8 performance, and right now, I mean, you have to give credit to Pirates. They've been looking good offensively. They forced G2 to the back end. They haven't given up anything early. Does seem like they've come into this prepared. Question is, how long can they hold off?
We do know this team can score. Chiefs talked about it earlier. Very happy with the offense. All 3 players in double digits in scoring. Of course, you would expect that. They did go all 5 rounds again to get into this spot, and their reward is the #1 seed, the reigning regional champion in G2, as Eris tries to bring this through on his own. And then Daniel over to Beast Mode. Very dangerous play, but nobody else forward for Pirates. And now it's Beast Mode trying to roll this one up. 5-up can't stop him. Beast Mode's got Daniel to his right. He'll take it himself, and he almost forced it through. Eris whipped it out, and then Eris stuffs Daniel as well. And Pirates on a Boat narrowly keep G2 out of their net for now. Another chance for Atomic. He's bullying 5-up, and he still got that out to the corner, and Pirates survive.
How was that not a G2 goal? They had everything. Beast Mode setting it up. I think there was Atomic with that follow-up. I think he just hit the bar there. I couldn't tell if the defense made it in time. But that one was very, very interesting how it got away from G2. Well, big shout-outs, though, to Pirates defense. It can't hold on forever, though. Atomic will get the first goal.
Well, this is what G2 has done to everybody so far. They were perfect in the Swiss by doing exactly this. Shot after shot after shot. They've already got 5 here in the first half of game #1. Pirates on a Boat. They have 3 to their credit. One was pretty good. It was 5-up, taken out by Daniel. Atomic running underneath. And Daniel, that last touch, trying to throw off the defense. Did not work out, but they're coming right back in. This is what both teams really will do to you, but of course G2 far more adept as that pass just snuffed out by Atomic.
And that's coming off of a demo, too. Really good for Atomic. Great to just get in front of the ball, try to force something, and does so. 5-up up early. Big shot, but even bigger save from G2. Dangerous, though, as Pirates, if you give them some space to work with. You saw 5-up well placed, just not enough.
Saw a lot of that out of OG2. Kind of these long passing plays. Here's Eris, denied by Beast Mode. Late follow-up from Andy is swatted away as well. He was trying to line up a double. The initial serve was high. 5-up will win that back into G2 territory, but they've kind of brought Andy in. And that means they can clear out over his head. 5-up has to take it out. He needs one more touch, and he's got it into the corner. Somebody else has to get onto that, though. Instead, it's Daniel. Andy's shot easily sent away by Atomic, and Pirates on a boat sent back to the drawing board.
Yeah, they get pushed away. Andy on the goal line here, but Atomic's backwards trying to get a bump. He is able to get Beast Mode to force it over him, though, even in a tough spot, so defense can take control here. They have to start executing on offense, though. They're starting to get beat to a couple of challenges. It hasn't been looking too good for them, and then the ball sailed back over their head. This is exactly what G2 won as time ticks down. Good control from Atomic. He 50s 2 out. Andy's going to be out of the play for a while. He's got 0 boost, so Daniel's in a good spot. Takes advantage of the one-on-one on defense, and Daniel, big-time goal.
All right, Daniel. Had Beast Mode for the rebound if he needed him. Instead, takes it himself. When you've got this combination, these three players just feel like a cheat code in and of themselves. It almost doesn't seem like a fair fight against most of the rest of North America. Here goes Beast Mode as Eris slows him down at least. Daniel ricochets that one off of Andy, and Pirates on a boat. Still on the back foot. They're having a tough time getting out of their own zone because G2 are just swarming around them.
Watching Atomic there. Good pop-up here. Andy's trying to get up to block this off from Daniel. Does get a good touch, and good. Straight to 5-up. He's a little late, though. But Eris, that B's can give them a lot of room to work with. Andy waiting in the wing. He has the ball. Trying to play it to himself, but a good read on Atomic. Reacted so quickly to stop what could have been a potential setup there for Pirates to try to get back into this game late. Final few seconds. They're trying to do a 3-man passing play downfield. Leaves it for Eris. Eris strikes. Oh, Andy got a piece of it. He'll keep it up. They want this one at least before the game ends, but they can't even get that. G2. It's all G2 for game 1.
No mercy. That's what that is. Some teams will be like, all right, yeah, cool, play, we're up by 2, whatever, just let them score. Nah, let's try and allow as few goals as possible. And they have done that in this tournament. Gibbs mentioned it right before we kicked off here. Fewest goals allowed per game by far.
Sorry, that's what you lost that
If you look back at the Mobile One High Performance replay, all those opportunities there from G2, you thought, okay, maybe there's some life here, but what happened just a few seconds later? Beast Mode, Atomic, score, then Daniel. You're gonna see in a moment after that save out of Beast Mode and Atomic, Daniel might be the best player on the field.
Yeah, you know, one thing I enjoyed, though, about this game, looking at the Pirate side, is how close it was. I think this one was expected to kind of go south really early, and we didn't really see that. I think looking at how they played, the offense kind of kept up. They still had over 10 shots, which is good for that output. But G2's defense was something we all noted going in. They continued up that performance, but they kept it a 2-goal game. Sure, G2 had most of the control, but they weren't able to increase the scoreline, and the game did get out of hand. I think that's something that Pirates want to make sure of.
But besides that, literally no one has come
keep
close.
up that momentum as the games get competitive, and it's a long series, best of 7. Chance here for an adjustment for Pirates, but G2 Stride already starting off hot.
We're glad you committed to not allowing Achieves to be the best dressed man on the show today.
Pirates got this.
Well done. You really do look like a middle-aged man. You're molding into it quite well. G2 on the attack.
Right
Atomic on the crossbar. Beast Mode's there. G2 strike again.
I like this here from G2.
Come on,
Again, the demo
5-up.
up front. Atomic immediately taking
demo,
one out.
demo,
Plays
demo,
that ball
demo.
high. Ayers can't get the backboard read. It's a tough read, but he has to also watch out because Beast Mode is waiting for an opportunity. Recognize the space. First goal to G2 again.
4-2 shows. We had game 5. We could have won that
G2 has
series.
scored all 3 goals in this series. Beast Mode looking to add another to their tally. It's Atomic in under the defense. Andy couldn't get a hand on it, and G2 is starting to pull away early.
Back-to-back pressure quickly off the kickoff for G2. Before Pirates can even struggle to really get themselves set up, G2 start to strike. Good shot from Atomic, recognized where their defense was, placed the shot perfectly.
20 goals in like, or 20 seconds and 2 goals already.
Chiefs might call this timeout before the midway point of this game. This is getting out of hand early.
Oh, no, they get one back.
Two just ran forward.
Oh, he got one.
Maybe a
They
little
got one.
overconfidence. Maybe a little lackadaisical, whatever it is. Pirates on a boat. Get a
You
freebie.
get one back.
Yeah, this one, Atomic seems
Hell
like he
yeah.
had a misread in the back end. No
That's
one
one
there to
thing that
follow
G2
up.
does.
5-up
Hit a
season,
lot.
good recognition of the
Overconfidence.
play.
Like big time.
Able to take advantage of it. 1 goal game here, so it doesn't start to
That's
get
how
too out of hand
SSG
just
almost
yet.
brought back a series
Pirates
against
clean
G2.
things up, and G2 kind of give them one.
Oh,
are
Andy
you
able to
yelling at
run
me?
onto one. He had 5 up forward. But now it's Daniel coming back. Flip reset. Slowed it down, and Aaron's wise to the play. They're seeing G2 being, you know, as aggressive as they've been. They've maybe be a little too hyper aggressive. 2 in the net right now. But Daniel all alone on the side wall. He can bring it up to the sky, and Aris tracking him. Daniel still got it through.
I'm sorry, but like
5 up
literally,
just serves that up in the air.
I feel like
Trying to
each
give
one
his
of these
teammates time
players
to get
could want
any
me
boost.
to
He went all the way up to
any
midfield.
two of the
Here
players
comes
on
Beast Mode. Aris with the
Pirates. Like,
save.
that's what this feels like.
Andy
That's how
get back in
outclassed
time.
this feels.
Good clearance. But he's going to end up losing that.
Like, this is
victory,
a
and
big
OG
prove to
G2
themselves
immediately.
moment for
1, 2,
Pirates.
3. Oh, my goodness. Just total control in the air, that play. Lack on the execution for the finish, but they have to be able to cut that out. You don't want to give G2 the ball for free, because if you have to defend that every time, I mean, you're simply just not going to be able to.
Yeah, law of averages, they're going to score. Yeah, they get 10, 11, 12 shots a game. Some of them are going to find the net. You're not that good defensively as Daniel just pops one up. That's a rare giveaway. Now Atomic pops that away from Eris. 5 up slows it down. Got that hard out of the corner, and Andy can track this, but boy, those touches have been throwing
Is that
him off.
open?
Here goes Eris.
Ooh.
He missed high, but Atomic worked as well, and 5
Wait,
up
Pirates.
ties the game.
This play was
Wait.
all over the place. You saw Aris try to go for
I
the
don't know
bump.
what the hell just
Daniel
happened.
ended up bumping. Andy was trying to get in the way, and Daniel just narrowly misses contact. He read where the ball was going to go, but just couldn't get there in time. We'll need to check the tape for that one, but regardless, the goal stands. Pirates up to tie this one up. Back
The
to
goal
back here
stands.
for
What are you
them.
gonna do? Take away the goal?
5 up was a little quiet at times during the Swiss, at least when we watched them on stream. Picked up more of his goals in the other matches as Atomic kicks that out towards mid, and 5 up had to jump in the way. He's got, well, 100% of the
I
scoring.
mean, to
out
be
of
fair, Pirates
on a
is
boat.
a
No
top 8
assists.
team. I
2
feel like anybody
unassisted
can
goals.
take
Here goes
this.
Andy. With 5 up at the back, it's Eris. Shot is a little high. And Atomic will outlet to Daniel, and here they come. Oh, so quickly.
Going for the bump.
Trying to get back in the second half, and that's popped away. Again, you can't give him that much space. He's going to convert eventually. Pirates on a boat playing with fire.
As soon as Daniel went up for that ball, he immediately turned off ball cam. He was trying to line it up so he had control, but he could leave it to get that bump out. Again, just trying to see what they could do. Keep that first man like Daniel up front to disrupt. Daniel's sitting at the midfield now, really low booth. He finally takes the corner. Beast Mode's going to have to go all the way back. Daniel wants to pressure, but not go yet. 5 up, trying to play this across, and here it goes, just cutting off space. Even if they get possession, G2 are still able to get this ball into your zone, and a player like Daniel's cutting everything off here in the midfield. It's been so hard for Pirates to push out of their own zone because of it. And now you got a demo too when he's up
I
front.
honestly would not even watch this series. I'm so tilted
Landy
about
will
this stupid
respawn
Gen
behind the
Z
play. He
series.
spawned
We're
ball
already
side.
dead
5 up will bring it in.
2 times in a
Flip
row
reset.
because we
Boom.
run in
But Beast
freaking
Mode final boss at the back.
every time.
Gotta watch out here for Pirates. Again, more space. Had to make sure Daniel didn't have 2 there, so 5 up, pass to Andy. Andy looking back, he missed 5 up. And 5 up tried to give a lane there for Eris, but Beast Mode got the block. Creative opportunities on both sides as we approach the final minute. It does feel like it's anyone's game, though.
Do love the pass
Double
going to the
reset?
trailer
Okay.
on that play, but it just didn't work out. G2 snuffed that out as well. That was their best shot at getting a lead in this series. And now Beast Mode with 2 behind him.
Beast Mode?
Beast Mode denied by Andy, who scrambled back into the play, and he's back on possession. 5 up in behind Daniel with 40 seconds left now. And he's just ahead of him this
Only
time.
got 10.
But he lost possession. Eris stopped by Atomic. Pirates on a boat have G2 scrambling a little bit.
Going all in
but
here.
They can't keep this pressure for very long, and Eris has to avoid Daniel.
Oh, you could tell they were going all in. Wait, 5 up in a tough spot. Gets help from Eris. Andy's
Andy?
going to get the beat there. So he has the ball. Daniel's up quickly off the back wall to send it across. 5 up can't control it. Air's gonna boom it. 5-up takes a corner boost, and you see Atomic look for the cutoff. Daniel wants to keep this in the blue half. Final 10 seconds. 5-up now on the ball. Passes across. He's gonna try to look to see if he can get to Aris. Aris takes it up off the wall. What's he gonna do? 5-up sitting midfield here with low boost, but it's not going to play that ball. It'll hit the ground. We got overtime.
5-up caught that. I was real curious to see what he's going to do.
Ooh,
now, Aris
Daniel.
just ahead of
Wait,
Daniel.
5-up?
Seems like if Pirates on a boat are
Off the
going
ceiling?
to get a foothold in this series, they're going to have to use a lot of misdirection.
Wait, I want to see
and
G2
try to
go out
throw
in the
off
quarterfinals.
G2, and good
Come
luck,
on.
because these guys
please.
have seen it all. Beast Mode had that kick towards the middle, and Aris now with a full tank of boost. So too does Atomic as Daniel goes up to meet him. Atomic waiting patiently at the back as 5-up and Andy go to work. It's Beast Mode casually bringing that around. 5-up, Atomic up to the backboard, and Andy's right there.
I like that out of mode.
What is
He got the
SSG gonna
ball
rate top
instantly, just wanted to make
4?
sure
I'm
if he was
so
being immediately
upset.
challenged. But you also see that quick back pass coming out. Beast
We
Mode in a
just,
good
this,
spot
last
to be able
time
to
I don't
read it.
think
He
we
was going to
deserved
stay
the
on the
top 4.
ground.
This time,
Worked out well for him.
absolutely
Again, great
we
read
did.
on that challenge too.
We-
He was low boost there. He's not
had
going to be able to get this one, so he's actually going to go
Gen G
upfield.
shooting himself,
And then he's
bro,
watching the play happen. He
Hawks
sees
popped
Aris.
off.
He's trying to look for a demo
Cog-
on him, forcing
oh, I
Aris
feel
to
like
get a clear
Kago-
out.
if
This
Kago
is
popped
just
off,
G2 again.
we
Even
won.
if you're out of the play, you're
Kago
not on
had a
top of the
really
ball. You're still
average
trying to
series.
figure out what's the best way you
And
can
then
help the team no
LJ,
matter where you
nah,
are.
you can't put anything against
5-up
LJ,
back
bro.
to us
LJ,
coming up,
bro.
and Aris
LJ
has to
did
bail him
LJ
out.
things. I feel like everybody on Gen G was playing good,
Have a
but
whole
we
lot
were
to work
matching
with, but
them.
enough to make a play
Like,
downfield.
individually,
5-up
still,
shot.
everybody
Way
on
off
our
the
team was
crossbar.
matching them.
Aris will just send this one high. Trying to buy
Literally,
his
the
teammates
only
time to
thing
get back into
missing
the
was
play.
Chicago's
Andy
shot
thought about the
placement.
midfield boost. He'll circle
Because
back
there
to
was
that.
at
And a
least,
good thing
like,
because he has to crisscross with 5-up
you probably
to
look
make
back
that
and
save
find
and
like
keep the
4 or
overtime
5
going.
shots that Chicago
Gotta watch out here.
did
Boost
not
total's
hit
gonna be big.
good enough on
Demo's coming
target.
out.
And then LJ had
Beast
like 2 or
Mode
3, but he also like
stays on
carried
top
the
of this,
rest of the
gets it
series,
past
so.
2. Only has 10
Actually,
boosts. Gonna try to
no,
look
I
to
don't think
disrupt
anybody
up
carried
front.
the series, but
The
he's still
follow-up
top
wasn't really, just letting go of possession early here. So now Pirates have a chance to try to move downfield, especially with the demo
Pirates.
giving them a little bit of space. But you see G2 trying to take control of that space.
I really
Buy
thought
the
this
time
team
for the
was
guy who
just
gets
like a
demo to
joke
come back
a little
in
bit
and
ago.
make a play. That ball way off target from Beast Mode, just trying
Now
to
they're
play the
giving
beat
G2 a
there.
little bit of
But
trouble
G2
as a
still
team,
on
too.
top of possession. Oh, and they got it!
Okay, whatever.
Low boost. They have a total of about 60
Oh,
boosts
what the
between all
hell?
3 of them when this play starts. And Daniel just picks them apart thanks to the setup from Atomic and G2.
Atomic
up
picked them
2-0.
apart. Daniel just kind of like put
It's
it in.
so, like, the way they approach offense. I mean, again, the denial of space, still being able to stay in the play. You saw Pirates doing their best to hold things off defensively. They had
I
everything
just
read,
like-
but you had said it when you saw Daniel go up for the shot. Low boost. At that point, they just really got stuck in their own half and not able to manage a way to break out. That's exactly a big part of G2's game plan there. Deny boost, starve the opposition, and get the best quality shot possible. Beautiful execution on them for the finish. The Pirates, I mean, they showed up. I mean, a lot of work there playing as close as they did with G2.
G2 scored the first 4 goals of this series. 5-up added 2 to tie up the game. Brought it all the way to overtime. But then Daniel strikes for his second goal of the series. And now G2 halfway on to the semifinals and a rematch of last regional's grand finals with Gen G. That coach, Sathu, Achieves knows what he's up against. When it comes to a coaching battle, Sathu's been around long enough. He has seen it all as well as his team. And what a gift Sathu's been given, right? With G2 adding Beast Mode and Daniel. Had some options in the offseason. They certainly made out like bandits. This goes to the back wall, and we're underway now in Game 3. Mentally, of course, you feel like a game that Pirates on a Boat absolutely must win, because a reverse sweep at this stage against this team, the way they're playing, seems as close to impossible as you can get.
No timeout here for Pirates as well. Still have one, of course, but I can understand it from as close as they did play in that last game. Doesn't really seem like the series has gotten away from them in terms of scoreline, but definitely need to make some adjustments here. Again, just a couple of mistakes there on the back end. They have been playing a pretty good game, and they've made it very close here against G2. The G2 still up 2-0 in the series. Something's got to give for Pirates. It's right now or It might be never, because you're right. Reverse sweep against G2 seems too tall of a task for most teams.
I do like the idea not to use the timeout here, though, as difficult as it is to kind of go against conventional wisdom there. One of the things that Achieves wanted out of his team when we talked to him before the show, he said, I mean, we're inexperienced. And so eventually, team trying to figure it out. Andy up ahead to 5-up, just couldn't get around on the shot, and maybe he had a little more time than he thought he did. As Andy tries to jump in here and can't stay with the play. Pirates on the boat, leave one on the table. And G2 double commit there. See if Pirates can take advantage of it. It's 5-up. Trying to drill his way through. Beast mode instead has it. Here goes Atomic. Just a little bit wide, and Andy tracked it the whole way.
Bro, I'm so pissed.
Oh, and Andy's able to now try to make a play here. Has the flip, not going to be able to use it.
I really should be paying
touch
attention
there
to
for
this series
Mode.
right now, but I'm just so
He clears
upset
that
about the
away.
last one that I don't
Have to
care.
be careful here. G2 do have the strong clearance. It's good to see Andy all the way back there, because G2 was approaching kind of like half boosting the tank for most players. They opt to clear to give them some room, see if they can set up on offense, but Andy being in the back leads to a good transition. So not really sending too many resources forward. Is G2, but is Pirates, I should say, but G2 is sending everyone up for this. Still trying to establish some early pressure, force a mistake out of Pirates. This is where they need to stand up defensively.
Andy did well to get that down to Eris, and Daniel calls off beast mode. He wants to score, and he's denied by 5-up coming in from the back. Now Eris stuffed by beast mode. Angles down, and Andy just dumps that off to the corner. Eris with a lunch demo. And now Daniel forces that mid, and it's cleared out. Andy in transition. Doesn't have much to work with here behind him. 5-up. Still trailing the play. Eris way in behind him. He didn't have anybody to pass to. So now Daniel going to pick his spot. It's wide and cleared by Andy.
Chance here for Eris. Playing this close. Gets it high. Halfway through this game and still scoreless. Just again, showing you at least these adjustments, these slight adjustments being made on the side of Pirates. They are still being limited, though. Shot opportunity-wise, that was their third shot of the game. G2 only has one more, though. So it has been low in terms of getting shots in front of the net. We have seen, again, just G2, especially Daniel, a couple solo plays he's made, just haven't necessarily been on the mark to really count because it hasn't been dangerous, so to speak. Who is going to be able to make that extra adjustment to really apply some dangerous offense? Infield passing from G2. 1-2, but cut away before it can get back to beast mode.
Not much of a fan of moral victories, but at least keep G2 at bay for this long, but it may be over soon. Andy with a save, strafing across. And now Atomic against Andy. Got around him. Eris around Atomic. Well done defensively. Get around beast mode. Not many have been able to so far this season. That pops up. Eris thinking about it. Now he will go after beast mode. He has to come to ground, and Andy got it off the crossbar.
Eris has been very composed so far this game. Haven't seen too many panic-type touches out of him, which is big, especially if you're going against G2. Composure is key. All it takes is the missed touch, and then next thing you know, the ball's going in your net. This one, though, a little bit of a dive. Double commit there. Demo on the play as Eris is taken out, and it's going to be up to 5-up and Andy to really start to control things. 30 seconds. Andy keeps this one close. Tries to get a pinch out in front, but too wide. Eris has to catch up to it. G2 trying to reposition here. They're all on the wall. No one on the ground here, but Beast Mode able to take control of the ball, force a 50 out, wins the 52, and took the boost, or that was Atomic who took it from Andy. So now Pirates in a very uncomfortable position in the final 10. They finally get space. That one goes all the way downfield, but it's off target. Beast Mode, though, sends it off to the side, gets the boost, but the ball is disarray, and now G2 have to hold on. That one gets over. Chance for a counterattack. Beast Mode lobs it downfield. Daniel tried to get a read on Andy's touch, but couldn't. We are in OT.
Now Pirates didn't get scored on right before they nearly stole this game. Beast Mode drop back for Atomic, and Eris pops it away where Daniel will collect. Well, both teams had plenty of good looks at the end, but scoreless in game 3. It's a precarious position. Eris trying to force the
why are
issue a little
G2
bit.
Pirates
Andy
actually like really close?
watches this go all the way back to 5-up, and now he can clear it
It's
away.
like the
Atomic's
overtime.
on his ceiling.
To Atomic, and 5-up had to stay home.
Ooh, Andy
Teams are
playing
catching
downfield
up
in
to
case
G2
Beast Mode had
Gen
missed
G.
there, but definitely a crucial play by Beast Mode. Bit of a double commit here. Andy, he didn't realize he could get there
We're
first. Now
getting
he knows he
close
has
to G2
time.
Gen
So
G
now
right
gets
now.
in control. Gets it past 2. Good 50.
SSG almost
Eris could
took
have a
the
chance
series from
here.
Gen G.
Gets blocked out. 5 up a little
Pirates
bit.
is
Late
at
had to
least
wrap
taking them to
around.
overtime.
But Pirates just keeping this close. Still more pressure. You see Andy trying to send it across. What is he going to do? Looking for a bump. Can't connect with Daniel or Atomic. So now Eris just keeping the ball in play. That's exactly what Pirates are doing right now. They know they have G2 in a good spot, but they got to make the most of it.
Well, all that point-to-point passing has finally dried up. Daniel realized he could stay back for boost and let Atomic take over on the play. Now Beast Mode with Daniel waiting. He's circling around, waiting for his opportunity. Instead, it's cleared out, and he has to play from the back line.
There was a good opportunity there for Andy to kind of keep pressure off of it. The boost had just spawned. Daniel was sitting on it and let Atomic actually go for the challenge. Then once he got off the boost, it spawned there. Andy had a chance to take it, but Daniel ended up getting there too late. So now you see G2 who are just staying on top of things, playing this close. Andy giving up a lot of space. 5 up though, chance for a counter. Gives it to Andy. Andy trying to put it on target, and Daniel will have to reach to grab it. But so far, no one has been able to hold on to that possession for too long.
There's another mental obstacle that Pirates on about have to overcome here. Eris shot blocked away by Beast Mode, never became a shot. But when you're beaten to the ball so often, as Pirates have been the first 2.5 games, eventually you do start to hesitate, like we saw with Andy there early on in this OT. Beast Mode has Daniel to his left. He's starting to creep up. He was a little out of position there. He was spun out. Now he'll set up Atomic. Beast Mode.
Ooh, what a save.
Wow. Credit for the save. And we keep on
I'm like
playing
semi-paying attention
through
now.
half of an
The
extra
neuron,
game of OT.
neuron
Great
activation.
read from
type
Andy.
shit.
Jumped off the back wall, pre-flipped into it. Must have touch there. Otherwise, this game would not be going on any longer. You see Mode on the ball, trying to leave this for Atomic. Got the pitch actually with Atomic. But Andy, again, good read there. You see Pirates passing it out in transition, utilizing the field. This is something you also see G2 do. But G2, no strangers to getting those clearances, trying to see if they can force an errant touch out of Pirates. Atomic! Oh, denied by Andy!
There's a good job playing away from where Daniel was waiting, but Atomic almost made him pay anyways, because they almost didn't defend the net. Beast Mode, bring it to ground. It's a logjam in front, and Daniel can't find a way through.
And you see the Pirates defense forcing G2 to mix it up right here a little bit. Instead of going for the mechanical plays, they're trying to throw them off speed. Still, though, Pirates able to maintain properly.
140
G2 have had to work to score something.
Ooh.
Could be a chance here. Atomic miss, no! Now
Damn.
we get big clearance, and Beast Mode needs to do something here.
Wait,
Ends up taking it off
wait.
his own back
Oh,
wall
what
to
a-
slow things
no, that was
down.
great by
But
Beast
that was
Mode.
almost very dangerous for G2.
I clipped the crossbar. That's what threw him off. If that just goes straight down and up, he's got it red all the way, and this game's over. 5 up back downfield. Eris waiting. He slowed down Beast Mode.
Bro, Pirates
Only
are kinda
temporarily.
popping right
Beast
now.
Mode diving through. Atomic for the
Swear,
win.
as soon as I say that,
Daniel
as soon as I
wins
say
it
that, as
for
soon as I say it.
G2 again.
Bro, these top 2 teams are pissing me off.
Look at this from G2. Flipper, so you see Atomic just trying to force Andy out. Daniel has to get there quick, and he
telling
does.
you, these top 2
Ball
teams are
bounces off
pissing
Pirates'
me
car,
off,
but it
bro.
doesn't matter. G2 win again, and they push the series to match point. But my goodness, did they have to work for it?
They did have to work for it. I go back actually to the previous series with Gen G and SSG. That the game, what was it, 5-4 in overtime. We felt like, okay, Space Station played their absolute best game, and it wasn't enough. That's what you had out of Pirates. They did everything they could, and it still was not enough because they got outshot 16-6 in a lengthy overtime, and G2 finally found
At least
a way
SSG
through.
won in overtime.
Pirates
Like,
on a
come on.
boat.
Don't put
Gonna
us in
take
the
a
same
timeout.
in the same
After
boat
an
as the
800-point
Pirates.
performance out of Andy, again, nothing at the net, and that is the problem. The offense that has been fine, pretty
Well,
good at
G2 on the verge of
times
sweeping,
for Pirates on a
of
boat,
course.
has been stifled by this juggernaut G2.
Yeah, definitely some close chances here, but I think also with the long overtime in the game 3 as well, this does make very sense. Of course, also you can't take it with you, so might as well call it. But definitely something that does seem, seem right here for Pirates. Just kind of looking at G2, that ramp up, that pressure, it's hard to deal with, and they are dealing with it for a consistent amount of time over the course of the game. So for them, even just a chance to breathe here, recollect yourselves is also going to be important. Because right now, G2, they've got their plan, they're sticking to it. Pirates are making them work for it, but on the other side of the field, just have to be a little bit more threatening, which is so tough because this G2's team is so fast. I mean, they'd be able to read the play. If they have a teammate that's in a bad spot, they're able to cover for them so quickly, and they don't mind doing things that change up the pace. You expect Daniel to go for the ball. Daniel is like, this isn't a good opportunity. Atomic, can you go for it? And Atomic does it all while you're trying to figure out why Daniel isn't going for the ball. You don't even realize you have a free chance to go for it. This is just G2 just always thinking and playing for each other.
Well, the likes of M80, Dignitas, Shopify Rebellion, NRG, all teams that have no other games to play this weekend, they're all excited seeing Pirates on a Boat stay right where they are at 12 points. It's going to set up a very interesting third regional, regardless of whether or not Pirates can find a way back here against G2. But the bar stays where it is if G2 closes this out. Atomic over 5-up, stopped by Andy.
Bro, imagine seeing Pirates in a major, bro. That'd be crazy. But if we see Pirates in the major, SSG is probably not making the major, so I can't really root for them.
We see that impact close here on the field. We've seen timeouts working in it. We've also seen them fail, especially even in today. But how do things work here? It's been 1-goal games for the most part in this series. A chance for Pirates to start to try to reverse sweep. But we all knew that this was definitely going to be a tough position for them to be in. They've been managing the ball so well so far. They're keeping it on G2's half in the first minute, but G2 trying to find the space to get out.
5-up, indirect pass looking for Eris. He's a little too slow to the play. Pirates being a little more conservative here. Andy back to 5-up, forced it through 2. But Atomic is right there. Daniel rotating back towards the near post, and he'll take this away as 5-up get a piece of that. But really not to Pirates' benefit. Andy trying to find Eris. Intercepted by Atomic. Here comes G2 for their first good look here in Game 4. Daniel around to Atomic, near side.
First good look, and they take advantage. Like, bro.
And Daniel just working here, takes his time, play a low 50, gets the pass out, and threaten with the bump on Eris just to set up a lane for Atomic to strike. Well done, G2. The play works out perfectly.
G2 not looking to mess around here at all, as they have not through this first split. Goes Daniel, right at 5-up, underneath him. And then finally Eris with the big clear. 5-up already happened to be downfield. He didn't steal the boost though, and he had to stop. Eris was going to take it when he missed. That forced Eris to slow down, and that chain reaction has slowed down Pirates enough that G2 looked like they're going to get an easy clear.
Ooh, big 2 demos there from Daniel, opening up some room. Pass to beast mode. Atomic got the bump, but mode, he had a free double, but that first touch was off. Tried to catch up to it, wasn't enough. Now he's trying to catch up to the ball. Wanted to get a good 50 towards the net, but good on 5-up to keep the save low and slow. That being said, here comes G2. We're starting to see the pressure build again.
Oh, beast mode for himself. Double, triple, no. Set back out to Atomic. Beast mode's there, and Eris not fooled at all by beast mode's errant attempt.
Well,
Atomic, though, back out to Daniel. Flop play almost worked out, as Eris had to shut the door on that as well. Eris has had to
at least
work
OG
extra
beat
here
M80.
on the defensive end throughout this series, and it still hasn't been enough. G2 have gotten shot after shot after shot all throughout this series. That's kicked away, so beast mode can play it. And G2 try to slowly break out of the zone again. Atomic's got nothing but time, space, and a full tank of boost.
I feel like you should get like extra points for losing to the person who wins
Those are the kind of challenges too. You know, you go up
if that's so, I hope
it's a fair, even
wins
challenge.
the event.
At least going into the air,
Actually,
and then you start
no,
to see
I kind of want to.
someone
I want Luminosity
someone
to win the
misplay
event.
or just straight up
I love
dust it to the
Luminosity,
ball.
but it kind of pisses
Then
me off
that's
that
when
they had to
you-
play
that's when
energy
things you really have to
to
start looking
qualify,
at, because
and we had to
those are
fight
chances
a
to
battle
stop
with
offensive
Gen G.
pushes, and all it takes is
Like,
just a
bro.
50 there. You can even bring the ball up. That second man can make a challenge, slow up the offense, maybe even take control. You guys can start offense of your own. But Pirates now, time ticking against them, 1:30 left in regulation.
Well,
This
salty
game has
back
been
then. That's
all
2
G2,
events in a row.
and they need to do something
first
to
event,
steer the waters in their
We did
direction.
not look like a top 4 team. Like, we didn't look as good as shot for
6-2 shot
5.
advantage looming heavily now.
Dignitas
Beast mode.
type shit.
Try to line it up. Got it in front.
Oh,
And
right.
it's cleared
And the
out
other two-
again.
But
Not out of the
this
woods just
is
yet.
not
That's a
wrong.
rare miscue, though, out
Swear
of
to
beast
God.
mode. Can Pirates take advantage
we
of
were
it?
at least
Harris
a
will
top
launch
4
it
team.
downfield.
Minimum.
What can Atomic do here?
And that's like the
Credited with a
exception of like,
save.
that's
So
maybe
only 3
OG.
shots now for Pirates.
Maybe
One
OG.
each.
But we looked better
From
than
Harris,
OG.
5 up
Way
and
better
Andy.
than OG.
Beast mode across. Atomic's there, so too is 5
But
up. We get
we
into the
played the
final
top
minute.
2 teams.
Pirates
over.
are eventually going to have to start getting
Over.
real aggressive,
Over.
and that's going to be real scary for them.
Gen G.
Andy ahead.
And we lose to
No
G2.
contact.
And the stupid.
Harris got one through beast mode. He's got Andy across.
Swiss every
Will he
single
call for
time.
himself instead? It
We
doesn't
lose to
matter. He's
them.
blocked way up
Then we
high.
play Gen G
Here's
in
Andy
quarters because
on
for
the
some reason
doorstep.
Gen G
Took a
loses
long
to
time
M80
getting
every
around to it. No
fucking
power.
time. So honestly, M80
Put
is
that one on
just
30
like
seconds to go here. Pirates with
public
the ball
enemy,
out in front.
public enemy number
You're absolutely
1,
right.
bro.
You have to get more aggressive here on the ball.
I would rather
but they
play
still,
M80
even when they are
in
trying
top
to,
8
they still
than
can't make it.
Gen G.
Beast mode
Gen
had
G
the
are
double,
Smith
not
merchants
enough.
like M80.
Will get cleared out, but G2 still hold on to the 1-goal lead.
Final 10
But
seconds.
no,
Last call now
M80
for
are
Pirates
Smith
on a
merchants
boat to
and
try and save this
knock
event for
down
them.
Gen
That's
G a
cleared
game
away by
every
beast
single
mode.
time, and we
They'll
get
have
knocked
to
down
work
by
without
G2,
touching the
and we end
ground.
up against
The
them.
ground is
Bro,
lava.
what?
Andy beat 2 with that touch. Atomic through the air. Beast mode kills it.
Yeah,
G2
this is-
sweep the Pirates off the boat, and G2 gets Gen G tomorrow.
G2
4-0
Gen G
sweep
and
for
then
G2
Luminosity
stride.
OG for the
This team
semis,
has
bro.
found their form, and it's really up to everyone else to try to stop it. They played their game plan, and it worked out. Pirates gave them their best shot, and it was close. But close does not do it in top 8. Pirates, though, still end up finishing out top 8. And G2 now, like you said, date with Gen G moving forward. But, I mean, the way that G2 are playing, anybody who
So what
goes
we
up
need to
against
do
them
is
in
we
North
need like
America
every other
really has to
team.
be prepared.
I know G2 Gen G aren't going
Listen,
to, but
it
we
comes
need
down to
every
something
team to just
very,
shit the
very
bed.
simple.
Every single team.
They're
And then we need
G2,
to,
and you're not. That's what everybody else
for
in North
SSG to make the
America has to
major,
contend
we
with
need
right
every
now.
single other
Gen G
team
will get another
who
shot
are in
at them. You
contention
know they're
for
going to be
top
very
4
disappointed, or they were
to just
very
absolutely shit the
disappointed
bed, and then we
with
need
how
to get like a
things
grand final
ended
appearance
2
to
weeks
guarantee it,
ago.
I guess.
So they'll have that extra motivation. But this is what you
Nah,
have
we
to
really
contend
just need a
with.
semi-final, bro.
G2, that takes about 10 shots a game. Good luck stopping them. We'll send things back to the desk.
The
to
major
close
is
out
way too
the
soon,
second
bro. I
day
feel like we
of
had
our
no
playoff
time.
weekend.
Well, Gibbs, this is the price we pay for being believers. Pirates in the boat, not able to get the cannons lit against G2 here. They will drop at 4-0. G2, just faster, stronger, better team. 2 overtimes. There's a lot of upsides you can look at for the Pirates on the boat. That they got it as close as they did. They kept it was a 1-goal game there in the finals. But also, this is how G2 plays.
Yeah, it just reminds me of the old school like energy when they were the kings of North America. They know they're better. They'll play safe. They don't have to worry about necessarily blowing you out like a 5-0 game. They'll beat you in the 1-goal and 2-goal games and just play sound defense. That is what G2 is doing right now. Great positional play, James, by all of them, and it never looked like it was out of their hands. Sure, there were some overtimes, but G2 looked in full control.
They really did. It was apparent as well, just some of the plays in the air. You see Daniel going up, looking so natural in the air, and you can just tell the difference out there. The confidence from G2 to be able to play that way. And you're right, Gibbs, they were close games, but G2, it felt like they were just playing flawless. They have very few opportunities for any team to really score on them. I even saw a pre-jump in one of the plays in overtime. Pirates were trying everything to try to break through G2, and they just couldn't do it. G2, they're so consistent, and they have been for a little bit now, and you wonder if this is just going to be a hot streak or if this really is their normal. Are they playing really well? Is this something we can see them consistently do, or that's the question.
Yeah, it's wild because like their defense, as I talked about them, they're number 1 by a mile over every single team. They only gave up 2 goals in 4 games, but there was also over 5 minutes of overtime here. So that includes 1 extra game basically there. So 2 goals in 5 games is just a great
sucked.
showing by G2. You could tell that they're worried more about the defense first. They know they have the skill to just go on offense and either 1v1 or just bring one more man up when they have you beat, and they do it so perfect.
Over and over again here. It was the G2 story from beginning to end. I mean, you brought up the pre-jumping that the Pirates were starting to do. When there's this much of a speed difference, you start having to kind of skip steps, hope that you can find a way to catch up with G2 there, but it's not going to quite work out in this time. The Pirates will go back to the drawing board. We'll see them again in the third regional, but G2 still on top. They've earned a date with Gen G. Let's hear from the coach.
Hey y'all, it's me, the coach. Just kidding. It's Lemon Kiri with the head coach of G2, continuing the domination through the bracket. Thank you for joining me, Sathu.
Thanks for having me.
What's it like to face teams on the rise like Pirates on the boat? Because y'all showed 2 overtimes and made things look pretty close.
Yeah, they're a good team. We know them well. We played them in the first qual for the first regional. And we swept them there as well. And it was a bit more of a one-sided series then, but they've definitely improved a lot under Achieve's guidance since then. So, yeah, it was close, but we felt controlled this time as well. So it was good for us.
Yeah, we gotta get you in a suit so we can have suited up coaches against each other like on TV.
Yeah, eventually.
But speaking of a good show, Gen G is your opponent again, earlier than usual, I know, but what's going to be different about this series compared to the last time you met?
I imagine they're going to be a lot hungrier. I think we look slightly different than we did last week. I think that's why we saw more consistent Swiss. I think maybe that's why we're also scoring a little bit less, but that also could just be execution on the day. We'll take a look at it, but I think they're going to play us a lot tougher. They should play us a lot tougher. They've had a couple weeks to look at us ever since that series, and it's not a mystery as to how we play. So they have time to do their research. So yeah.
Okay, I'm at next stream. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, well.